Get your ticket. Carlos Alcaraz is into his first major final.
It's an incredible feeling to be in a final.
No way. If I want to beat Carlos, I'll need to play very precise with all the shots that hit him.
He's playing really, really well. I will have to show my best.
Some big plays from Ruud.
He has beat me a couple times and I will try to seek my revenge.
Pandemonium inside Ash.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 U.S. Open's Men's Finals MatchCast, presented by Chase. Now, we have a full set. I'm your host, Allie Love. I'm joined by my co-host, Joe Liss here. We have special guests, Nick McCarville, and then, of course, our ball people who are bringing that energy, Sebastian and Elizabeth.
Woo!
All right.
Come on,
now, while
Sebastian,
we
Elizabeth.
are thoroughly excited about what's about to happen, and before we get into the tennis and all the shenanigans, I want to take a beat to pause in a moment, because today is September 11th. And so as we recognize September 11th, 2001, the lives that were affected and lost and the heroes who emerged, we're going to take a moment of silence, as you saw they did right on center court, just to acknowledge those that were affected. Thank you. Welcome, everyone.
Thanks, Allie.
It's a great day, a great day of resilience,
Yes.
a great day of energy, a great day on the grounds. Billie J. King tennis tournament, tennis center. I'm excited,
Yes,
as
you
you
are,
can tell.
baby. Let's go.
I'm excited. How are we feeling?
I feel good. I mean, I'm excited. I'm nervous for the tennis. I'm nervous for this, but I'm sitting in a way that I don't look kind of.
It's
Oh,
good.
you're looking
The
cool?
more nervous I am, the more cool I sit. So I feel like,
a slouchy nerve.
what do I care? But I'm terrified.
You're terrified to be here with us?
Well, I'm excited to be here, but I'm nervous. I don't want to be. You're always afraid everyone's going to watch and be like, "That was great," except that guy was terrible.
No. If that's coming for anyone, it's me. I'm that guy.
That's impossible.
So no worries.
Impossible.
Trust me.
I can tell you the honest truth. You know, they say that doesn't happen. It does. It will. They're probably doing it
know.
right now. You can tweet about it. Remember, we can have this conversation. I want to get some of y'all's tweets, some of y'all's comments, so make sure you're interacting with us, because we're going to interact with the match. Right now, we have two incredible players, okay? Number 3, Casper Ruud. Whoa. He's been playing incredible tennis. I mean, I saw him warming up, and you said you're nervous. I would be nervous of his game face.
Yeah.
Because in
Yes.
warm-up, he's been great, obviously, through the tournament, but warm-up today in particular, there's a zone you go to, and I think he was in the zone before the zone was even available to him.
He's kind of been ghostly moving through this drop.
Casper the Ghost?
Ruud. Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't
Well,
been talking about him enough, Allie. Who's he got in the final?
Oh, before we talk about his opponent,
Oh.
Carlos Alcaraz, let's learn a little bit more about Casper Ruud.
Casper Ruud is playing the best tennis of his life, and he's making headlines back home. The first Norwegian ever to make the semifinals at the U.S. Open.
I'm very happy that I can always bear the Norwegian flag around and that we can have Norwegian tennis sort of on the map a little bit, because it's been not talked about too much in the last year since my father retired.
Until now, Casper's father, Christian, was Norway's most famous tennis player, with a career-high ranking of 39 back in the 90s. But now he's coached Casper right into the chase to be #1 in the world.
It's fun to see that someone from a smaller country that can, fight his way up and be a part of top players in the world. So I'm happy that I can do that for Norway, and hope I can represent the country well wherever I go and make the Norwegians proud.
All right, there we go. First Norwegian to be in the finals since the early 90s. How are we feeling about that?
I think it's exciting. I've been to Norway a few times. It's a beautiful
Brag much?
country.
Brag
Yeah,
much?
big drop. Just
Love
had to
that.
drop.
The Norway drop.
I've been sitting on it this whole time. I've been to Norway, folks. Well-traveled, and I love Norway. Beautiful people, very kind.
How many tennis courts did you see in Norway?
0 tennis courts. I did not see one tennis court.
Do you know any other Norwegian tennis players?
Well, his dad,
There
which
we
I
go.
just learned from watching
From that package?
that package right
That was
there.
good.
And there's Steve Norwegian.
Steve
Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Steve
Norwegian.
Steve
Excellent.
Norwegian, if you're tuning in, tell us about the time you played tennis
Yes.
and won
Yeah,
a
call
Grand
in,
Slam.
Steve.
Steve Norwegian. I love that. There's a chair umpire from Norway, Julie Shenley.
Look at that.
That's all I got.
Also, by the way, BTW, Nick McCarville knows everything and everyone.
No.
So I'm excited that you're going to share all these little
There's
bits
a
of
couple
information.
doubles players from Norway, but it is indicative of how crazy it is that Casper Ruud has risen as high as he has. Both these guys could be number one in the world after today, as well as a Grand Slam champ. To do that when you're from Norway, that is insanity.
What about when you are from Madrid? All right, Carlos Alcaraz, young player. I mean, this is could be his fourth 5-setter. I'm not predicting the future, but if he's gonna go on any kind of like streak, he's already done 3. This could be his 4th. Let's go ahead and find out a little bit more information about the one and only Carlos Alcaraz.
The 4th and final quarter-final here on the US Open. But maybe, just maybe, the most intriguing.
Creativity. My name is Carlos. Have you ever seen anything like it? Full commitment to the cause. Tennis near the gods. No mortal may approach.
Alcaraz comes back from the break to send this match the distance.
5 hours and 7 minutes.
Carlos Alcaraz books his ticket to the last 4 in the most remarkable fashion.
7-5, 6-3.
All right, so we just saw Alcaraz and Sinner. But right after that, he went on to meet, of course, big foe, Frances Tiafoe, which was another 5-setter. You were in the building. You were in the building.
I was.
We were all in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I was up there. Well, I was sitting right next to Michelle Obama.
You
Yeah, I was.
Again,
Again,
look
he's
familiar.
you
I was in
location
the
drop
box.
and then you name drop.
Yeah,
dang.
that part I made up. I didn't. I wasn't with Michelle, but I was up in 335, which was great. But it was electric. I'm going to brag again. I've been to 2 deciding games of the World Series.
Okay.
Paled in comparison to the Tiafoe match. I mean, it was
That's amazing.
fully electric. I mean, you were here. It was unbelievable.
How does it compare to the Nets vibe? What you
I think
saw
it's just,
with
you know what it is
Yeah.
that tennis and basketball are completely different. Like
Right.
tennis, obviously there is a decor where you're just like, when we're in play, we don't talk, right? You're just clinching everything and jerking. This is how you watch tennis. You're like, In basketball, you just get to yell throughout the play. So there's a little bit of a release that occurs.
Right.
So what I do appreciate is there are more explosive moments in tennis than
Yes.
there is technically even at an NBA championship finals. Like there's a little bit more explosive moments because you have to hold in your excitement.
Yes.
Okay, actually, speaking of this, did anyone watch Michelle Obama watch Tiafoe? She was like this the whole time.
Do you think? Wait a minute, because I
It
have
was
a-
like full-on like mom energy happening for Francis. I felt like they were connected.
Do you
out
think
there.
that? Because I thought it was more for like the crowd. Like, don't talk. You know, when I meet people and
No
I
one
don't want
talked
to,
to
I don't
me.
want to hug them. Like when I met Joe, I was like,
You sound like this?
Hi,
Yeah.
Joe. Just kidding. No, it was one of those things where I didn't want to like, nice to meet you. That's what
No,
I
I
felt.
think she was. I mean, I watched her closely the whole match because she was so close to the match.
Yeah.
It felt like she was nervous for Francis. She wanted that for him the whole time. Obviously, huge showing from Tiafoe, but Alcaraz, he just keeps coming back. 3 back-to-back 5-setters. No man has done that in 30 years at a major. Stefan Edberg did it here in '92, made the final, beat Pete Sampras. Is that a good harbinger for Carlitos?
What's about to happen? All right. Well, we're going to get into the match just shortly. They are warming up. Do you think this? Let's take a bet. I don't know what we're wagering here
I
because
got you.
I don't gamble at all.
A
But
nacho?
A nacho.
These
we have nachos.
We have nachos.
So, yeah, those of you that are tuning in, we're gonna eat, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, and we encourage you to do the same, right? Sometimes there are moments you can't talk during tennis. We're gonna talk a lot. We encourage you to yell at us as well. But do we have a wager? You're ready. Look at you.
Okay,
Bookie.
so let's keep the nachos on set for the whole match, and whoever gets it right gets the nachos at the end. Is that?
You mean I can't eat these until the
No, that's no good. I'm going to eat those as
Come
soon as we.
on, 5-hour-old nachos.
I say we eat a nacho every time it goes to deuce.
I'm actually upset.
I cannot contain. That's a sin. That's offensive to my whole entire being.
It's a
I
lot
need
of
to eat
nachos.
these. My plan was after I did all this introduction
mean,
and
Let's go.
is to eat the Nacho. Or, like, that's my intention.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm for it. I mean, they're
Okay.
just melty and gooey.
I mean, yum.
Those of you that have
Hello.
been to the U.S. Open, or if you haven't, if you ever get a chance to come, inside Ash, there's Hill Country. This is
You love
not
Hill
sponsored
Country.
ad, but the best nachos I've ever had in my entire life. It compares it to a random airport in Minnesota, and then the nachos right here in Ash at Hill Country. They don't have them at Hill Country, which is on 26th Street in Manhattan. I know all of this information, and this is still not hashtag a sponsor ad, but they're incredible. So taste one and tell me what you think.
Can I just get involved?
Of
I mean,
course,
you had one. I
absolutely.
want one of these, this very
That's the
cheesy
whole
one
point.
here. I love cheesy things,
Give me
including
another
my
one.
act.
You just took a plain cheese nacho when I had like a fully loaded.
I know. I just start
Nacho.
slow.
You
I
start
just
slow.
start
Oh, okay.
I know.
Here's the wager. Let's get back to the wager. Do we
Okay.
think this is going to go 5 sets? Do we think that, or do you think, like I said, Casper Ruud's game face is on. Carlos got a little frustrated in the Tiafoe match. I don't know if y'all caught that. I had
Yeah.
never seen. He has that like collective cool persona a bit, a little bit of that Federer going on, where he's like internal emotions only. But he got a little frustrated last time.
He's 19, right?
He's 19. I mean, I didn't notice because I was sitting in section 548. I didn't get the hookup for that match, but I was very far away. Next year, maybe throw me a bone.
Come on.
But that match, I mean, it's hard to not get frustrated when you're playing for this long. He spent 13 hours on court the last 3 matches combined.
That is insane. Okay, I'm going to say Carlitos in 4 sets. And I'm going to
Carlitos
write
in
it down
4
on this
sets.
very official napkin.
That is a very official looking napkin.
Sponsored by napkins.
All right, the match is starting. I'm going to go 5 sets.
Ooh,
I'm
but
saying
who's your winner?
I'll go 3 just so I can be.
Love
you know,
that.
You know I have this thing. Look, I'm trained not to talk while the serve's going on. All right,
It's over.
see,
It's
in the
over.
zone.
Ruud wins.
You're
Ruud
going,
wins.
you're going
It's
rude.
over.
So rude, rude.
6 love, 6 love,
Hold
6
on, guys.
I gotta
Allie,
take my jacket off.
You
I'm
said
getting
5
hot.
sets?
I'm gonna go 5 sets. I haven't picked a winner.
Oh,
I
wow,
will
okay.
pick someone.
What do you think?
I actually, honestly, I think Alcaraz in 4, but I can't have the same answer,
Okay.
so I'm gonna say Alcaraz in 3.
Ooh, an Alcaraz train in 3. I love that.
But Ruud has been unbelievable, unstoppable. This guy, quietly.
So I want to see
Yeah.
Carlos Alcaraz win. I think, like you said, the amount of time he's spent on court is
20 hours.
win worthy.
That's crazy.
You want that to pay dividends in return as a U.S. Open final
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, I do want Carlos Alcaraz to win, but I want the better player of the match to win. I know that's kind of where my head goes. Like if he's not playing his best tennis, then Ruud is doing his thing. You know?
I thought of a great headline that I don't think anybody else is going to come up with if
Okay.
Ruud wins.
Okay.
Ruud Awakening.
Oh.
But Ruud is spelled R-U-U-D.
Wow. I get it.
Has anybody thought of this?
I don't know, but I'm writing it down.
I'm going to say no.
I can't imagine anybody has thought of this before.
With an exclamation point?
I suppose we can have an
Okay.
exclamation point.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, I feel like that's too
Shit.
forceful. I think it should have like the ... Like
Yeah,
3
maybe
dots,
that's better.
So it can be, you can like
Okay.
Ruud
An ellipsis,
Awakening.
if you will.
There you go.
I mean, I think what's important, especially at the beginning of this match, is for both of these boys to feel a little settled, right? Casper Ruud in his 2nd major final, Carlitos in his 1st ever. But Alcaraz, I was reading an article, one of his coaches was talking about how much he's improved through this tournament, actually for both of these guys. And to have this opportunity today, they're not only playing for a Grand Slam title, they're playing for world #1, which has literally never happened before. We're
Yes.
witnessing history today, which is no pressure, guys. No pressure at all.
I mean, I will say though, while it is you get the title, you also get #1. I mean, if you don't win, consolation prize #2.
Number 2.
Number 2, not bad. I mean,
Not
not
bad.
bad. Not bad. I'm not saying don't go for #1, but that's not
Yeah.
bad. That's not bad. But when they have met, Carlos has taken it to love in terms of how many times they've gone head to head. In the last 2 years, they've met up. Do you ever feel a way when you see a player's box and it's not like completely full?
Well, Iga had that yesterday.
Yes.
Iga had her 4. I actually think a not full player box. I'm curious what you guys would do in your player box, but Iga only had her 4 core people: fitness trainer, coach, agent, and mental coach. And
Psychologist.
that was it. And
Yeah.
Ans's box was completely full,
Full.
which I feel like adds some pressure to it, right?
See, I don't know. I go back and forth with that a little bit because in my mind, I want to say I want the more people, the more the merrier, the more energy that I have
like
coming from the people that I know are obsessed with me and that I trust feels good. But then I know that there is an implied pressure. So I said for me, the more the merrier. I need people high-fiving. I think Tiafoe got what he did really well, and we touched on this yesterday in the MatchCast. So he got the entire stadium involved. He was like, I need energy. Give me energy. And I think that energy comes from your box and those fans. So I think for me, I'd say glass always full.
Oh, always full.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe?
I think I'd go full box. By the way, we're getting told off camera to eat nachos. Sorry.
I mean,
It's juice. We got to eat nachos.
It's juice.
It's juice. I screwed up. Sorry.
Wow, right.
It was my own rule. I think I would try to go full box, but did you notice after the Kyrgios, Karen, I don't want to mess up his last name. Khachanov, he got a little passive-aggressive on the interview. He said, I don't like a real full box.
Right.
I like a quiet box, which I felt like was a little shot at Kyrgios there. Because Kyrgios, of course, has the full box that he enjoys yelling at. But I think I would go full box just to have an array of inspiration. I would have my wife. I could look at her for a set. Then my dad, he's just kind of staring at me disapprovingly for a set. That would help me. You know, a little bit of support, a little bit of no support. That's what I would like, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I love that. I want a small box. I want, like, 3 or 4 important people.
Like me.
I want Allie Love. I want my new friend Joe. And I want PA Spencer. That's it. That's all I want. I'm ready.
I'd be a good box mate. I'm a big fist pumper.
Are you?
We're back to deuce. I'm still
It's
eating
back to
God.
deuce again. Wow.
I already have a chip. By the way, long first game already.
I do judge people that only, when you can get fully loaded nachos, that only get queso. Like, with all the options in the world, wouldn't you go for all of them?
I eat like a 7-year-old. This is perfect for me. All I want is cheese and chips. I'm a child. You'll see throughout the day.
Anytime
I have
someone
to
orders
use our
that.
napkin for my
That's
nachos.
our score.
It's fine. You haven't even picked a winner yet.
I know. Let me see who wins this point. Let me cheat.
This is a long first game.
Very, very long first game. Oh, nice volley from Ruud.
You know what? Also, Carlos Alcaraz can get to any ball. Give him.
Wow, great point.
He's really fast. His lateral range of motion is incredible.
But I also feel bad for the box when they have to stand all the time. Like, great point, stand up and clap, sit back down.
You feel bad for them?
Great point, stand up and clap. That's a lot of work here.
Homeboy's on the court, mentally and physically getting fatigued for like 5 hours. What do you mean you feel bad for them? That's the least they can do. They're going to get some of that money.
I want in that box. I want anyway. Does any players watching get me in a box?
Wait, okay.
I just want to be in a box.
As we've been talking about the box, I've been wondering if I should tell y'all this story.
Uh-oh.
It's embarrassing.
You should. No, we're
I
ready.
should? You know it?
No.
I was in a
Surprise
player's
us.
box.
Give me those.
Give me those. I was in a player's box once.
Oh,
recently.
that's right. I do know this.
See?
I don't know
This
the
is a
story. I want to hear the
must-tell
story.
So I finally got the look. All right, wait, what is the score? Okay.
Good
Sebastian's
holds.
going up, our ball person. Ba-da-da-da.
What's up, Sebastian?
We got it. Casper Ruud
Thank you,
is on the
Sebastian.
board.
Thank you.
And Elizabeth, you were giving more
Come on,
score.
Elizabeth.
Come on now.
Do you guys want some nachos? Elizabeth?
Elizabeth.
Do you want a plain nacho?
That's correct? Yep.
want
Carlos
a
is
plain
serving.
one?
Okay.
Oh. Careful. Good one.
So this,
Yum.
when we're talking about the players' box, I got invited last year, I want to say. Was it last year?
It was last year.
It was last year. I got invited
Allie.
to be in a players' box.
Yeah.
And it was a highlight of like the U.S. Open for me because obviously this player in particular is absolutely incredible, very well known. And little old me got invited. And so you always get, they go to the box and everyone's clapping. So they see you and the affiliation and or relationship you have with that player is established, right?
Yeah.
Publicly.
Right.
So
These ones are good.
Naomi Osaka invited me to be, me and my husband Andrew, to be in her box. Yes. So I'm like sweating just to sit there. So anytime she needed me to stand up, I was ready to stand up and clap as
Were you?
thousands of times. I did.
Okay.
But
How
it
did
was one of her worst matches.
Oh, no.
It was really tough to watch. I had never experienced this. So you think it's like pressure being a player? It's pressure being in that box for the first time.
There it is.
Thinking, like, I don't know who's the first time box seaters behind these players, but if it's your first time, you feel like the reason they lose is because you're there. I'm a little superstitious, so I feel like.
Is there any, if you're in the box, is there any pre-box chat? Like, did you guys all huddle and you're like, okay, now when this happens, you got to stand and make sure you clap clap like this, don't clap like that.
No
No?
one said that.
Okay,
I just
well.
went off the vibe. I was happy to be there, went off the vibe, and then once it got intense, I started yelling, and I didn't know if that was inappropriate either, but I
Okay.
just started cheering for her, giving her that energy that I thought, many players would want. or
Okay,
need.
if you could be in one player's box, who you got?
Boy, I mean, probably Rafa, just because he's my favorite. But Alcaraz also, he just seems like so fun. Maybe I'd go Alcaraz. He's the new guy. Kyrgios seems good, though. If you don't know how to behave in the box, Kyrgios feels like a guy who tells you. He'll yell, hey, I need more from
Stand
you.
up
So he
now.
kind of directs
You think
the
he's
play.
yelling at the box for himself?
I don't know,
himself?
but it feels like he's kind of turns to them and yells, and I'd be like, okay, got you. I'll do whatever.
He does.
Yeah.
15 all. Carlos is
Constantly.
serving. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
There
I
we
think,
go.
too, at the start of this match, it's going to be really physical for you folks watching at home. Curious about how Alcaraz, the body feels. We were all watching the Tiafoe match, and that was his third consecutive five-setter. So I'm just keeping one eye, at least, on the physicality of Alcaraz and how he's going to handle Casper Ruud. Casper Ruud is ghostly good. He gets everything back. I'm going to go as many Casper the Ghost references as possible today.
Okay. Every time you say ghosts, you need to take a sip of water,
Okay.
and you can't go to the restroom at all.
Oh, God, I already have to pee. It's going to be like a 5-hour match. I
I'm
drank
just
tea
kidding,
before
I'm
this.
just kidding.
But I like that backhand. If Casper Ruud can spook Carlos Alcaraz, then he's in danger. Early in the match, especially.
He might move right through him.
Ali?
Okay, everyone, this was fun. I had such a blast with all of you. I'm going to leave.
Don't ghost away.
Ali, don't ghost us.
Oh, my gosh. I feel on an island. Some of you write
my
in.
ghost.
Help me out here. Write in. Help me out here. Have my back. But these jokes are
Too good.
too much.
I think Alcaraz, he's 19. He's indestructible. I feel like he could play back-to-back matches.
To back, to back, to back.
Yeah, he
To back,
never
to back.
he never looks like, oh, God, I'm sore.
One thing
I wonder what the recovery routine
Yeah.
looks like. Like, it's in my mind, obviously as someone who's into this, like a Peloton instructor, the ice baths are important, right? The cold, hot routine, the stretching. There's an element of recovery. So doing something that's a low impact,
Yeah.
right? High speed, hopping on the bike, very, very light resistance. I don't know in this capacity where your turnarounds are so quick, where you only have not quite 24 hours to recover, which is the recommended of high intensity interval training, which is similarly to what they're playing.
Right.
The recommended dose, 24 hours of full recovery.
It's deuce.
So I'm curious on what that looks like. It's deuce, not
It's deuce again.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because the other day,
Uh-huh.
after that long, crazy Sinner match, which was a record, it ended at 2:50 a.m., Carlos
Second
Alcaraz
longest
didn't
match
even
ever.
come on to site. He just stayed in the city. I think they
Oh,
did
wow.
a lot of physical work at the hotel to make sure his body felt right. But you rarely see that from a player, not coming back to a tournament site the day after, especially mid-tournament.
Now, have you guys talked about this already? What's going on with the new shirts? He's not wearing it. Alcaraz is.
Oh.
Everybody has that new shirt where it's flat here, almost like a bib.
It's all about
Almost
the
every
square,
player.
You mean the
square
neckline?
cut.
The neckline, yeah. That's a new.
Ali, help us out. The square cut. What's
the
happening with that?
neckline.
That's a brand new thing this year. It feels like.
Well, I think they're just trying to bring some novelty in some of the kits that they're wearing, right? By changing the hemline, the hem shape, the neckline, the sleeves. I think that's what it is in terms of like they're all, when they're all sponsored. I love that.
Go.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks,
Oh,
Elizabeth.
nice.
1-1. Carlos Alcaraz is on the board.
1-all.
1-1.
Is there something that we do for 1-1?
Drink.
Okay.
Oh,
We are having the what?
You gotta move that there.
Oh wow! Is that who's serving?
that's the service.
The white dot does kind of look like a ghost. Can we put a face on the white dot?
Oh my God.
We could do a little face on the.
All right.
No.
Do we have a marker? I got you.
Even
I'm
though
gonna
it's-
buy into this.
Can we eat chips when it's not deuce also?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Yes. There's more food if you want some. These nachos are really good.
Are you a jalapeno fan?
I'm obsessed.
Oh, okay. Do you want to trade?
Okay. You don't love jalapenos?
Jalapenos scare me.
Really?
It's too much.
They're spooky?
They're spooky. Indeed.
Now,
It's
are we,
white. It's
chop?
white. We need a
It's
black
white.
marker.
are we
Yeah,
allowed to root for a player, or do
You
we have
can-
to
yeah,
be?
go, yeah, do
Okay.
your thing.
What do you got?
I'm an Alcaraz guy, so I just wasn't sure if we have to be neutral here.
You can
No,
be
no, no. Please.
All right.
All right, team.
Well, he's
team
got a big
Alcaraz.
opening here.
Oh.
I mean,
right.
this is a moment here early
draw
on.
a face on the. Want to draw a face on the dot? It has to look really ghostly. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Sebastian's doing our ghost face.
If he puts a smiley face, that's going to be epic.
Well, Casper's a friendly ghost, right?
Yeah. He is very friendly. That is really good.
I feel like a lot of the young people
Ghosts
have no idea.
nose and eyebrows. I love it.
I mean, come on. Give it up for that ghost
nice.
face.
He's very unsure of himself.
Let's go.
Let me Vanna White this.
Wow. Big moment here.
Well, and this is
Giving
huge.
a little break point moment.
Several break points coming up.
Yeah, especially after Alcaraz just
several
fought off a couple of break points in his own service game. I'm going to guess the crowd is clearly for Carlos. Just doesn't feel like Ruud has cut through to the New York crowd
Yeah.
yet.
But I was at his semifinal, too, the 55-point rally. That was something.
That was crazy.
That was wild.
Insane.
Vamos.
Wow, 7 points in a
7
row
of the
for
last
Alcaraz.
points.
Wow.
Dang.
All right. Uh-oh.
Yes, ball person. Get it.
Go. Do you guys know her?
What's her name?
Shelley.
You got it. Sebastian's going to
she's
remember
gonna be
it
upset at
eventually.
you.
I think it's Shelley.
It's
I'm taking
probably
a stab.
Brittany.
Oh.
Elizabeth.
son
There
of
she
an
goes
onion.
again.
Bless you.
It's what? It starts
A.
with an A.
Alexa.
About this.
Annette. Alexa. Alexis.
Annette.
Andrea.
Andrea.
Alice.
Alexandria. Allie.
Ali.
Allie.
Adriana.
Adriana.
Adriana. Maybe Adriana. We
Adrian
just saw
Alley.
maybe Adriana.
Maidriana.
Maybe
Bethany.
Adriana.
Is that a name? A
Is her
Bethany?
name Maidriana? Okay.
Hopefully.
Love
Sebastian said
Sebastian.
hopefully, y'all. I hope for your sake, too, because Adriana's going to watch this. She said, my name is really like Ariel. He's like, oh, it might be.
Uh-oh. There it is.
There it is.
Wow,
Are we good?
that's-
First breaker.
First
That's
changeover.
huge. That's huge.
Dear
That
folks,
was rude of Alcaraz.
Yeah.
that was Ruud of Alcaraz.
To
All right,
break
so
early.
we're going to, young players on the court right now. Now, some of the youngest since the 1990s,
Dang.
early 90s. So let's check that out.
We are back live at the United States Open, where Pete Sampras has defeated Andre Agassi to win the U.S. Open Men's Championship for 1990. The future of American men's tennis very securely in the hands of these two young men.
Pete Sampras, you are the youngest person to ever win the United States Men's Championship.
This is what I've really worked for this whole year, and I really couldn't have done it without the people here, with the support. I probably would not be here if I wasn't for this crowd. I'd like to thank this crowd. Thank you.
1990 U.S. Open champion.
Look at how young Pete Sampras looks. Like, I mean, not even grown into, like, looking like a full adult and holding up that trophy that looks the same size as him. 1990.
1990, he was 19. That's
19.
crazy. And actually, producer Matt told me today, played Agassi in that final.
Yes.
I didn't realize
yes.
that. Yeah.
He's only a few days older than Alcaraz, so, or a few days younger. Alcaraz is a few days older than
Older
Pete
than
Sampras.
Sampras,
Yes,
yeah.
at
And
the same time.
Alcaraz trying to become the youngest champion since Sampras.
Yes.
And the youngest Grand Slam champion since
like the
since someone's favorite.
Oh, Rafa?
Yeah, ding, ding, ding,
The
ding.
French. What was it? He was like
You get a
11, I
fry.
think.
You
I
get
think
a
he was
fry.
Rafael Nadal was 11 years old.
You
Look
get
it
a
up.
fry.
It's on Wikipedia.
11 years old.
He was 11 years old when he won the French Open. People don't believe me. You're not going to believe me. Go check it out.
Okay,
Google it.
guys. Oh, man.
People are going to be now Googling
The
that.
waffle fries are, ooh,
Stunning.
delicious.
Phenomenal. Wow, look at that shot.
They're waffly good, yes.
All right, we're back in play. Carlos Alcaraz is serving. If you're wondering what's in this cup, I can't tell you.
Did we figure out Mabriana's name?
They can't text anyone. Oh, wait, you think it's it starts with what? It starts with an A for sure. Who's the net? Genevieve and Joseph. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Joseph.
Dang.
Oh, there's Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah,
Fun.
Jerry Seinfeld. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Anna
Bon
Wintour.
Jovi.
Bon
Amal.
Oh, and then what's her
Next
name?
to Amal. That's George Clooney's wife. Amal. I mean, she doesn't need that title. She's just Amal.
The
Amal
celebrity
Clooney.
game at the U.S. Open this year has been strong.
Very strong.
Mostly thanks to
Serena Williams.
Yeah, but it's been very strong.
Do you think about that, though? Does that ever cross your mind when you think of tennis? I got a little nervous. Obviously, Serena's last match against Ajla Tomljanovic, I got a little nervous for the game of tennis in a sense because, I mean, it brings celebrities out, but you kind of come for tennis, but you stay. No, actually, you just come for Serena Williams sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, who's going to be bringing those big-name celebrities out if they don't already love tennis?
Well, don't you think Frances Tiafoe started to do that this last week?
Yeah, but he's never done that before. So that's my only concern. Not to say this is
I
at
think
the start.
he's starting to reel him in.
Okay.
And I think Alcaraz, people love Alcaraz.
I think
like
Alcaraz. Sorry.
You think so?
I think so. And Coco Gauff, right? I mean,
Ooh.
Oh.
This boy can get to balls,
wow.
though.
Gets to everything.
Coco.
I think Coco's the future.
I think don't get me wrong, I think they're big names. I do think that they're, we love tennis, so I would say we're biased in the sense. Like I'm a great tennis fan. I just don't know if people are like, let me get my jet and fly to New York for the Open to see a Coco match. Maybe not yet because she hasn't won in a while. Like she's won a tournament, but not a Grand Slam. So I'm saying there's still room, but I get nervous for the game of tennis.
I mean, can anyone stack up against Serena?
But I don't know if that's the question. I think the question is like,
They gotta build it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think with the U.S. Open, you have to connect with the fans. You have those late night matches like Alcaraz has had the last few. People start to really love him because he shows that emotion.
Yeah.
It's gonna take time, baby. It's gonna take time.
A whole lot of spending money to do it
like
right.
Serena at the.
I got my mindset.
Do either of you know how to Millie Rock?
No.
I don't even know what that is. Millie Rock?
I need you to go crazy in the comments.
Is it like this?
I need you to show me what is your best Millie Rock. Nick, you're up first. Wait, Joe, hold back.
Sorry.
Give me your best Millie Rock. What is a Millie Rock?
It's Francis did it after his win, right? There's some sort of like arm. Oh God! How dare you make me even do that?
This makes me feel like the queen right now.
As you should. Can you please show us?
No. I gotta get Joe. Joe, what's the Millie Rock?
Is it what Francis did after he won a point? Because I remember he did a thing where it was kind of like a.
Come on, wrists. Come on, wrists.
There was a wristy thing
he
did.
asked two white boys on a couch to try and dance on a camera. We're so sorry.
Oh, this makes me feel good.
Is this it? Am I doing it?
So the Millie Rock is with your hands, and it's almost like you swipe it away.
Yeah.
You circle, then you swipe it away. A little circle, swipe, circle, swipe, circle, swipe.
Go, Allie.
Hey,
Allie,
hey,
single on Allie.
hey.
Single on Allie.
Single on Allie.
Please.
I feel good right now, okay?
As you
feel
should.
really good. Whew.
As
you know what
should.
I will say before? Ooh. Again, so rude. So rude.
Deuce. Eat a waffle fry or a nacho.
Or nacho. I will say I told Joe before we started watching the match, we sat down, and Joe said to me, I'm a little nervous to be here. And I said, well, at least you're not sitting in the wrong seat. They made a mistake and gave me this chair when they should have given it to Nick McCarville. I was like, they felt sorry for me.
No, please.
So, yeah.
You host away, baby.
You host away. You host away,
I'm
baby.
just eating waffle fries.
I'm having a great time.
Good. There
Waffle
you go.
fry?
Thank you.
I thought you were getting rid of those.
Ketchup dip?
We're at a deuce. Oh, I'm supposed to eat a nacho.
They're a little crunchy. Yeah.
Deuce.
Nachos without jalapenos don't exist.
I think, too, we talk about the physicality a little bit, but also just the nerves of being settled in a Grand Slam final for the first time, especially for Alcaraz. And, Casper Ruud, he's been to a final before. He played Rafa, actually, at the French Open a few months ago. But Ruud was saying, actually, that he's very thankful that he's not playing Rafa on clay in Paris today, but he does have Carlos Alcaraz on a hard court in New York, which might be as much of a challenge.
Exactly.
Honestly, the way that Alcaraz has played this tournament.
He's been unbelievable.
Shot.
Between you and me, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I put a little wager on Alcaraz before the tournament. 5-1 odds. So I stand to make a little cash today.
Wow, okay.
I don't work for the USTA. I want to make it clear.
There we go.
I'm an independent guy.
We got a score update.
Score update.
3-1. Starting off strong.
Carlos,
so I'm gonna now place my bet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, the napkin's a little dirty.
I'm gonna go with Carlito. Carlito Alcaraz. Vamos.
In 5 sets?
I'm going 5. I just think I think it might psych him out if he doesn't go 5. Get a close-up of that napkin.
Anytime.
Rude.
I'll hold it here forever.
You hold it forever.
Anytime, Mike. On your own time.
There it is.
There we go.
That's
beautiful
a nice
napkin.
shot.
That beautiful beam
shot.
footage. Look at that. Also, Nick, as a guest who shows up on a show, you came with a pen and a notepad.
I know, sorry.
Another fun fact,
It's my Virgo energy, everyone.
I brought nothing. Oh, the fountain just stopped. It feels like life has changed.
Now you can hear us, huh?
Yeah.
Because you couldn't hear anything we were saying. I was yelling at you.
Do you want my best note, though?
I do.
Carlos Alcaraz's favorite movie is?
Oh, can we guess?
Sure.
Give me
It's got to be young people thing. It's going to be young.
Okay, it's not.
Damn it.
And it has to do with sports.
Rudy?
Oh, I love Rudy. No.
I don't even know what that is.
Rudy?
Rudy?
You guys
If
know
you
Rudy.
keep yelling the word at me, I'm not going to know it anymore.
Rudy?
Rudy.
It's about
Notre
a Notre
Dame,
Dame
Sean
player.
Astin.
Now that you, that
the walk-on
chant,
player.
do it again, do the chant.
Rudy. Rudy. Rudy.
Now I'm getting nothing.
That would be actually crazy if Alcaraz's favorite movie was
About football?
Rudy. He's playing Rude.
Oh, Rudy.
Oh my God, that was a reach, Nick McCarville.
Was
I
it?
love you, but that
His
was
favorite movie is Rocky.
I didn't get there yet. I was thinking, man.
Sorry.
It takes me. People process things at different speeds.
I know, we could have, we got one guess?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I love Rocky. Directed by John Avildsen, 1976.
Well, it's his
folks.
favorite movie. I'm going to cross off that fact. Can't use it twice.
You know how people have voices in their head?
Sure.
I have Roman in my ear. And it's quite beautiful. His
I lost
voice
my
is
ear.
very, very soothing.
What's he telling you?
He said, look at my laptop, which has a bunch of things that I don't think are going to help me.
I got to tell you, this is my first time ever wearing an earpiece, and I'm a mess. I can't.
How's it going?
It's falling out. It's not fitting.
Oh, really?
I don't know what's going on.
Jeffrey
I stink.
will fix you.
I
Don't
think
worry.
I got weird ears, or I chew weird.
I
Something's
think
up.
this is set up.
I think I stink.
No. That's normal.
It's just pulling and
That's-
falling.
that's
Can we get a
normal.
shot of it? It's just a mess. But I don't need to hear anything, right? What do
No,
I
it's
do?
fine.
figure this
It's
out.
fine. All earpieces fall out. It's
Okay.
just a fact of life.
I think it's my jaw alignment. I got bad teeth. My dad doesn't care for me. Something's up. I don't know.
What's your dad's name? Because we keep talking about him. I want to give him his
My dad's Steve. Steve List. Great
respect
guy.
on Steve's name. You put some respect on Steve's
Oh,
name.
I
Come
love
on,
Steve. Steve's number one.
Isn't that Steve, the tennis player from Norway?
Oh, Steve Norwegian.
Steve Norwegian.
Steve Norwegian, yeah.
There
That's
you
my
go.
dad.
That's,
Yeah.
now it's all making sense.
Okay.
Steve's a
That's
good
crazy.
go-to name. In fact, I have a friend named Steve. He's over there, probably bored to death.
No, he's so
Steve?
thoroughly excited about you and you being
think
here.
so.
He's sweating.
I think he's having a nice time.
Think you.
Ooh, the camera's
Wait, what's
shaking.
happened? I missed something.
Oh.
Who won that game?
All right, y'all, we were talking about celebs in the crowd at the U.S. Open. We're going to throw it to the celeb featured. Y'all check out more celebrities here at the U.S. Open.
I'm a huge tennis fan, and
Sorry, I
there's something
feel
really
like
special about the
my
U.S.
ear's
Open.
stupid.
Being in New York and
What am I
the
doing wrong? Is it
atmosphere
me?
and the energy are just really electric.
It's the best tennis on the planet, and to be in the heart of New York City, and the New York fans are, as the players say, like no other.
I mean, feel the excitement. You can feel how people are so into it. They'll be up at 2 in the morning. You'll see them when I get home and watch it on TV. It's wild because the fans are so incredibly excited. They're so pumped.
Those are the sentiments from just a few of the mammoth celebrities that come out to see the spectacle called the U.S. Open, and the vibe seems to be universal.
I think that you get caught up in that energy. It's almost like a superhero happening at that time, you know? And it's really, really thrilling.
But perhaps Spike Lee sums it up the best.
It's New York City. You know how we roll?
Beautiful celebrities, beautiful fans here at the U.S. Open. All right, change over. We got some cool swag. Nick McCarville is here donning us with cool hats. Thank you.
Who wants what? Who wants what?
I'll take a yellow.
Yellow?
Joseph guess. He'll take, you want yellow?
Allie?
You're next. You're a guest as well.
Please, no, please.
Whichever one you want. I knew you were going to pick the pink. I knew it. Yes. Change over. New look. Who it is?
I think this works. I'm looking in the monitor. We look fantastic.
I will say there were 4 girls. I forget the match that I was watching, but it was 4 girls who had on neon color bucket hats in ash, and their heads were just moving. And I was like, you're setting trends. I remember them. They set trends. That's us now.
Honestly, I'm obsessed with this hat.
I like to do a cowboy howdy, but with a baseball hat. Ma'am.
You can pull that
You know?
off. I don't think I could. Ma'am.
Howdy.
Fun.
I'm good
Ma'am.
with it.
I feel great. I mean, I think we look fantastic.
Nick,
really
are you
do.
checking yourself out on the camera?
Yeah.
Like for
Literally.
you were there for like 2 minutes, bro.
It looks great.
Whoa.
Oh,
Love yourself much?
I think if we can just talk about the tennis.
This must be the longest rally of the match so far. We're really cooking here. Oh!
Beautiful.
Boy, Alcaraz is he gets me, he makes me feel like a boy.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
a joyful youth.
Yes.
A youthful joy is what I meant.
You're getting hot over here.
I'm
I
hot
like
and heavy.
it. It's cooking, y'all.
I
He's
like it.
cooking.
How about the last point in the first set before the tiebreaker against Tiafoe? That
Yeah,
where they
was
did
crazy.
those back and forth.
Yes.
I mean, that was
And
unbelievable.
the whipping forehand up the line.
Joe, where does your
Loved
love of
it.
tennis come from? Outside of your
Different shots.
Steve Norwegian, like
You
clearly
know,
was an amazing tennis player. Outside of that,
I just, I didn't grow up a tennis guy. I watched it a little bit. I'm just a sports guy. So to me, sports is like a thing. Like it's weird to me when people are like super into basketball, but they're like, but I hate football. Or I'm like, to me, sports is just competition with rules. And so I'm a lover of all sports, but tennis particularly. I love the isolation of it. I love the length of it, the duration, the endurance. And I love that you're out there all alone. I'm a comedian, so it reminds me of comedy a little bit. You're out there isolated. You hate yourself. You have to really,
You have to push
really,
through.
really
Right.
push through.
Right.
And,
you hate yourself?
A little bit. You have to a little bit. But no, I don't know. I don't know. I just love it. I just started coming to the Open a lot, and but yeah, I wish I had grown up playing and watching. I never really was into it as a kid, but.
yeah, I wish the same thing. It was just too expensive.
Tennis.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's
tennis is
crazy
expensive. I
expensive.
did ballet,
Yeah.
so you had to choose one expensive, outside activity to do.
Yeah.
So I did ballet.
Tennis
Ballet,
was not really
right.
on the map where I was when I grew
Look
up.
at that. Nick, you play tennis.
Not well, but I played it growing up
Yes, you did.
in the great state of Montana, a tennis hotbed to everyone.
Capital of Montana. Joe?
Hold on. It's a woman's name.
Yes, it is.
It's no wait, that's Cheyenne.
No.
Cheyenne, no, it's also a woman's
Wyoming.
name.
Yeah, that was Wyoming, but
Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Montana. Billings.
no. A woman's
Elizabeth
name.
Billings.
Not
Elizabeth
no.
Billings. That was a good
It's
guess.
Helena.
Yes,
Helena?
I would have had that.
Helena. I said Helena.
Helena of
Close
Troy,
enough.
right?
Of Troy, yes.
Emily Billings is fun though.
Is that your wife's name?
But I went to.
He's like, just gives his wife's name.
But I went to Whitefish and Missoula this summer, and it was amazing. I love
It is
Montana.
a gorgeous place, huh?
Yeah, fantastic. One of the great states. Which states haven't you guys been to?
Oh.
All of them. No, I'm just kidding.
I haven't been to a lot of the Midwest, just kind of flying over it.
The flyover
Back
states.
and forth.
Yeah,
Iowa,
me too.
Wisconsin.
You've never been to Wisconsin?
No.
Me neither.
Oh, get out to Madison. Some of the best people
Minnesota.
around.
That's the capital of Wisconsin.
That's right,
Good
yeah.
job. Another
Fantastic.
woman's name.
Oh yeah, a lot of women.
There you go.
Capitals. Orlando.
That's
Not a capital
that's
or a
not-
woman's name.
that
Just,
is- yep.
just saying what comes
That
to mind,
connection
you know?
just, I mean, great job.
Surely
Disney
there's a
World.
woman named Tallahassee somewhere out there.
Jacksonville.
Right? Oh, Jacksonville. Dang it.
Okay.
Is it Jacksonville? It's Tallahassee.
I bet,
Don't know.
The capital of Florida?
What is it?
Oh, I thought we were just naming names.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I bet there's a woman
Jackson.
named Boston somewhere.
How did we go down
Probably.
this road?
It's a dead end. Don't ever follow me anywhere.
This match could be 6 hours long. I mean, there's nothing. I feel like if we could talk capitals.
I think what's important to, I mean, we talk about the physicality of Alcaraz is for Ruud to be able to stay with him in this match, for you folks watching at home, is don't count Casper Ruud out whatsoever, because even though Alcaraz is 19, right, the fact that he has played so much tennis, 20 hours on court this tournament, I think if Casper Ruud is able to stay with his level, oftentimes we talk about level in tennis, if he can stay with his level into the third and fourth sets, then you give him every opportunity to still win this match. I mean, Casper Ruud has really shocked everyone, including a lot of us within tennis,
Yeah.
the way that he's been able to play this tournament.
Let's play a game. Okay?
Yes.
Let's play a game.
Let's do it.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
Sebastian, you're up. Please spin that wheel. We have our game wheel. Let's go.
We have confirmation. Adriana is the name.
Woo!
Oh.
Thank goodness. It is no Norway.
Ooh.
Do you know Norway?
Do you
Even
know
though
Norway?
your dad is Steve Norwegian. This
Yeah.
is the thing,
Norwegian.
I
All
mean,
right, this
I
is
know
a
a
fact
little.
about Norway. Let's see what we got. No, Norway.
Ooh, I love that graphic. Let's go. Answer is Oslo.
Anytime now.
Do you know
Do
Norway?
you know Norway is the question. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, what popular winter activity was invented in Norway?
Oh.
Curling?
Skiing?
No, I think curling's Scottish.
Scotland, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say.
We got
I
you.
said I
we got
think.
you.
I said I think.
What we go?
I'm going to go with cross-country skiing.
Oh, I'm going to go with bobsleigh.
Okay, I'm going to go with curling. So the answer is skiing. Okay. That was good.
I think
yeah.
go to the judges. I said skiing.
Yeah, you did it.
Technically.
You did
Go to the tape.
it. You did it.
They're saying no.
Judges say no.
Wow.
Van Roman said
tough-
absolutely not. You
tough
don't get it. You don't
judging
get it.
panel.
Almost doesn't count in the words of Brandy.
That's bogus.
Almost doesn't count.
The cross-country was unrelated. I was just
You made a
saying
mistake.
cross-country is what I did in high school.
Doesn't count.
The Norwegians invented skiing.
Does not count at all.
Does not.
Well, now I'm upset.
You look upset.
I mean,
Whew,
I'm
you wear
living.
your emotions on your
On your sleeve.
sleeves.
I might leave.
You might.
I swear to God, I'll do it. What's the
Do
bathroom
you
break
really have to go to the
situation?
restroom? Because I was just, I was
No,
like,
I'm good
that
for now.
thread
Feels like
was
get me
not
outta
an
here.
empty
I'm-
thread.
I'm
You
good
really
for
need to
now.
go.
Right now, I'm enjoying it.
I do know that. Are you a shusher inside? Like when you are watching tennis, do you shush people?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yes.
You do.
Well,
Yes.
yesterday, were you
I'm a
guys at the
shusher.
match yesterday? There was a lot of people
Yeah, that was
yelling
weird.
while Iga was trying to serve. And so people, it started to get tense in the stands.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, throw him out of here. A lot of people yelled, throw him out of here.
Ooh, so New York. I love
Was
it.
that you?
It got spicy. I did not. But I say to the person next to me, I go, why don't they throw him out of here? I'm not bold enough to yell, throw him out of here.
So you just get on stage and make fun of those people when you're doing your stand-up. Is that what it is?
I try not. I don't make fun of anyone that can beat me up.
Got
That's
it.
my
A rule
policy.
to live by.
Well, what the? Oh, that he
That
did
was
a
just
little
a-
between the legs, but it was.
It was a fall app tweener. Get it out of here.
I got you. Can I ask this question of you guys?
Oh.
Should we get rid of the let because college got rid of the let? I heard.
Oh.
What do you guys? Where do you guys fall on this debate?
I think it's really. I don't know that. Like sometimes I don't know it's a let. Like it's just. It's frustrating to a viewer and to a fan. For me.
Yeah.
Expert.
I mean, you could go either way on the debate, but I feel like if we want to speed up play, which is oftentimes what we talk about for the TV product, is get rid of the let, play it out. We play it out in the point itself. So
Right.
why
Yeah.
does it matter more in the serve?
Yeah, I don't quite get it. I think they should get rid of it. Do away with it. 1 year, no let.
Do away with it. All right. We talked about this earlier. These two gentlemen have more than just the championship on the line. Let's go ahead and check out more of it.
It has been a breakthrough season for two of the youngest players now in the top 10. A lot has changed for Casper Ruud and Carlos Alcaraz as they step up their games from a year ago.
I would say last year I was new on everything and didn't know nothing, and right now I'm more mature. I can handle the pressure, handle everything, and you'll be better.
I've improved a lot in my ranking, and I've made good results in big events, so I feel more comfortable, I guess, now on this stage.
And now the stage is set for both Casper and Carlos in the chase for the #1 ranking in the world.
I try not to think about the pressure, not to think about the results, and of course to the ranking, Just trying to show my best level. I think I'm getting better every day.
I don't want to think too much about it either. It's can put a lot of pressure if you go around and think that, if I win one more, I can become world #1. So it's obviously a dream and a goal for every young player. If I was to leave New York as #1, I would probably be happiest guy in New York.
Ruud said he'd be the happiest guy in New York. I think anyone with the #1 title, #1 in race, #1 subway rider, #1 nacho eater, any #1 title makes you the happiest person in New York City. All right, there is a lot on the line for both of them, but I think the takeaway is that they just don't think about it, right? It's one match at a time, 1 point at a time. It's all about like the little bit adds to a lot.
Well, I think for us on the other side of things, talking about the players in the media, oftentimes it's all about what the storylines are, right? Driving interest, Grand Slam title, world #1, the chase for #1 today. But what I think the players do so well is block all of that out.
Compartmentalize.
And that's something that actually Osaka has talked about, is that she's thought about a lot of the storylines around herself when she's on the court. And I think these guys have done really well to compartmentalize. A little confusion here.
Oh,
yeah, what's happening? What's happening?
It feels a little spicy, doesn't it?
I have to give it to the chair umpires. When they get into it, like, they're so composed and so well trained.
Nico Hellworth is the chair umpire.
Did he?
Okay, so they're just watching a replay here. It was a double bounce from
Casper Ruud.
So Ruud was going to get the point and forfeited the point.
Interesting. Okay.
Because he said,
Good
hey, I didn't get to that ball. That was really special.
Good sportsmanship.
I think it is hard, though, for the players to block all of that stuff out. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but when you have all the media attention, when you're out there on the biggest stage in the world, to be able to not think about #1, not think about the Grand Slam final. Actually, yesterday, Ons Jabeur was saying she went out there and she felt more pressure in her second Grand Slam final than her first, because she knew that what the occasion was. She had already been to the Wimbledon final, and she was like, shoot, I don't want to lose 2 Grand Slam finals in a row, and that hurt her in the first set. It's really hard to have those blinders on.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about tennis is the like the need for that zen. Watching like Rafa and Raja, those guys are so good at screwing up a point, missing a chance at match point, and you can just watch it just go away immediately, and it just takes so much to be like, all right, I got to forget about that somehow. I still think about Federer when he had those 2 match points on his racket
at Wimbledon.
Yeah, I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it. I don't know how he lives with himself.
That's what you wake up thinking about?
That's all I think about. I was like at the altar at my wedding thinking, boy, Roger.
Raj, those 2 points.
All right, you talked about Ons Jabeur. Ons Jabeur tweeted, New York, it was real. Thanks for these 2 unforgettable weeks. Your support has been incredible and precious. I can't wait to be back here at the U.S. Open. Thank you to my team who pushed me every day to give my best once again. We all would have liked a different ending, but that's a part of the game. We will come back even stronger. I have no doubt about that. Love you guys. That's from Ons. That was well written,
we
well
love
said.
you. We love
That was really
Ons.
hard to watch yesterday, I will say. In all honesty, it was really hard to watch because one of the things that came up in our conversation, and I think we go back to, since Carlos is playing, like you go back to Tiafoe. While Tiafoe was, his game, first serve was letting him down. He was having a lot of unforced errors. He came back to his energy, that open body, that open kind of like gesture, smiling, laughing, pumping himself up. You did not see that from Ons Jabeur yesterday, and it was almost like she didn't enjoy it. I know you want to win, like the point is to win, but it just was really tough to watch.
No, I actually think that's a great point, and I think players have talked about this too, is letting out emotion. And Ons was just never, we go back to our conversation about the player box, and her player box was standing up and sitting down.
Yep.
And standing up, one more time, Mike.
And standing up and sitting down.
But she couldn't take that energy and use it on court. I wanted one explosive. She did a few of these, like, I have the racket even. She did a brandish of the racket, like a kind of like, yeah. But no like explosive reaction to a point, and I think that hurt her just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit. You have that wee bit racket there.
I have this wee racket, and we also, what did we have here? This is awesome.
Incredible. This is a tournament-used ball, right? I mean, this ball is a U.S. Open match-used tennis ball authenticated.
Authenticated.
Tough word. USTA match-use authentication program.
Where can
Look at
people
that.
get these? Those are amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Gift shop?
At the gift shop, folks. Can I
All right.
open it? Can I smell it? Can I
we
touch
go?
it?
We can go, Roman. All right, Nick, I have a special surprise for you. You have a little racket. Let's check out a little Nick.
Uh-oh. Big racket.
This is Nick McCarville with a big racket. Little Nick with a big racket right here. This is you playing tennis, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Who's that?
That's James Cenadakis. Look at that fist pump. I'm ready. I'm into it. James is frustrated. I got in his head.
Look at this
serve. Look at this serve.
Yeah.
Look at
I mean,
that
that's
bounce.
quality serve. I don't know what that was.
I got into his head there.
You got into his head.
Look at that fist pump. That's
Is that
what
a
Hans
Pride
needed.
sweatband?
Yes.
All right, U.S.
Let's go
Open
Pride sweatbands. Look at that
It's the leg
hitch
kick for me.
in the underarm serve. I mean,
you've had all shapes and sizes when it comes to a racket.
seriously. Could I actually get my match racket, please? Thanks. Thank you, guys. Okay. Just
So appropriate.
Oh my God, is that heavy?
God.
So on brand for this one.
That's cute, right?
That's
one
really
is
cute.
too big and one is too small.
You need a just right baby bear.
It's like mama racket and baby racket.
That's
Baby
really
racket.
sweet.
Baby racket. Just stay there the whole time.
What
Thank
has,
you.
What has happened to me?
I mean, you've hosted the warm up for like 15 days. This is what happens
15
at
years.
15 years. This is what happens at the end of the U.S. Open. People get loopy, okay? You've been here for 2 weeks. It just gets a little loopy. The
It
best
really
time.
does. Carlos
Right.
Alcaraz, a game away, Ali, from the first set.
A game away.
This looks like an easy love hold for Ruud here.
I got a talent.
Hey-o.
Acknowledge my talent and clap for me. Clap for me. Thank you.
I think that's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Look at this. People hula hoop.
Let's
I
go,
hat
let's go,
hoop.
let's go.
Hat a hoop. Nailed it.
Oh, I said right when I said love hold, I jinxed it.
It kind of seems like a little bit of a subdued atmosphere. The crowd hasn't gotten like completely into this match yet.
A little subdued. I think people get spoiled by Alcaraz has played
Yeah.
2 absolute classics in
Right.
a row. So anything short of extraordinary, people are like, all right, here we go. They need him to, he's playing balls behind his back. He's playing tweeners. He's got to play with his head for the crowd to react.
I think important here for Ruud to hold, put some pressure on Alcaraz. It's 3-5, as you can see. Ruud serving. It's only one break of serve, right?
Yep.
Ooh, oh, nice.
So he's gonna
indeed,
serve for this
the
set here.
holds.
What's
Carlos
happening?
is going to try to serve it out.
I got so nervous. I was like, whoa. Sebastian.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Can
5-4, Alcaraz.
Serve it out.
Can he?
I'm doing sports voice. Can Alcaraz serve it out?
What do you think?
Stay tuned. Next.
Next.
Is that any good?
I like it. I loved it. I'm into it.
I think he can do. I think he's going to do. I think he's going to serve. He's going to win.
Let's keep that energy. Let's spin. I'd like to spin the wheel. Can I spin the wheel?
Yes, let's go.
All right, Joey, Nick.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Good spin, Elizabeth. They said what? They said what? They said what? All right, you ready? Oh, come on down. Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, you gave me a lot. Let's see what
I'm
we got.
excited
They
about this.
said what?
What?
All right. Now here's the deal. I do need this. I need this. They're gonna say something, and
Okay.
you're gonna guess what they're bleeping out. The word that they're bleeping out.
Ah.
So listen up. We got to turn this one loud. They said what?
We've been doing the process for like 2 years. I mean, I know what a signature is, but I didn't really combat it in my brain. Well, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like all these people, and like I think Roger is the only other active tennis player with out. So that's pretty cool. People ask, I like your. It's cool to say, yeah, they're mine. So I guess that's cool.
I'm so confused. We have
It
to guess
sound like-
what she said?
What did we bleep out? It sounded like it was a bad
What
word.
they bleeped out?
No.
Oh.
Well, it's hard for me to hear because there's the stadium noise,
There
there's
is
the
a lot of
fountain noise.
We need you
There's
to
a lot of
focus.
noise.
I'm trying to focus. I got ADD or something.
Something.
I got HPV. I got a lot of stuff going on. I can't. Can we hear it again?
Yeah, can we roll the
We're gonna
tape
play
again?
it again. Roll that beautiful beat
Come on,
footage,
Rory.
team.
Let's see it again.
Turn it up loud.
Play it
That's
back.
why Joe hasn't been answering me. He can't hear
We've
me.
been doing the process for like 2 years. I mean, I know what a signature is, but I didn't really combat it in my brain. Well, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like all these people, and like I think Roger is the only other active tennis player with out. So that's pretty cool. People ask, I like your. It's cool to say, yeah, they're mine. So I guess that's cool.
You got it, Joe?
I
You
got it now. It's
What's
a sneaker, shoe,
Shoe.
shoe. Okay.
Right? Is that right?
Shoe, sneaker.
I don't know the answer. I know I'm in this individual chair.
Thumbs up
But it
from
is
Roman.
shoe.
Got
is
it.
shoe.
Okay. I was confused.
Roger's
I'm
the only
sorry.
active tennis player. I thought that was the biggest coup with this shoe.
Shoe.
Got you. Well, I thought.
Got shoe.
Oh, let's see the answer.
We've been doing the process for like 2 years. I mean, I know what a signature shoe is, but I didn't really like, combat it in my brain. Well, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, like all these people, and like I think Roger's the only other active tennis player with this shoe out. So that's pretty cool. If people ask, I like your shoes. It's cool to say, yeah, they're mine. So I guess that's cool.
There we go.
Zach Braff and Anne Hathaway.
Who was that famous person?
That was Anne Hathaway and Zach Braff.
Ooh, you know famous people. Do they know you?
The third. I don't think so, no. I mean, I know a couple, but not those ones.
Not those ones. All right, could be 1 point away. Could be.
Ooh, set points.
For the set.
I think this first set is more important for Carlos Alcaraz because Casper Ruud's got a little bit more in the tank. He can be able to sneak his way back into this match. Tried to sneak in a ghost reference there, couldn't get it, didn't find it. But triple set point here for Alcaraz to be 2 sets away from a first Grand Slam title. The 19-year-old from Spain.
Triple set point, it took me a while to get it.
Did it?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't understand. But for those of you that are similar to me, when you say triple set point, it's because it's 40 love. And so basically they're counting all 3 of those as like, if he gets his point, it knocks him out, which he did.
Ooh,
there we go, set point.
That was
All right, Carlos Alcaraz is in the lead right now. Thank you, Elizabeth, changing it 6-4, first set. Now, Nick, it's been a pleasure to have you.
I've had the best time.
Yes.
Can I keep the hat?
You can keep the hat. I want you to stick around, but if you leave, you leave.
All right.
Because I know you've had a long U.S. Open. So take your small rack and your big rack and get out of here. Nick McCarville, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Nick, thanks so much.
Now, as we say,
absolutely, that was so fun.
As we say goodbye to Nick McCarville, let's go ahead and check out, of course, the women's finals from yesterday, our champion.
This thing stayed in. One of our few complaints is sometimes with the crowd noise, you don't hear if it's so quick to the short ball. Yeah, that part was good. But Swiatek.
You see how quick Swiatek was as well. Immediately after hitting the shot.
Jabor! One gone.
That's got to feel good for Swiatek after
the champion, Iga Swiatek. 2 French Opens and now a U.S. Open.
The champion, Iga Swiatek. That energy is what we're trying to bring, and we're going to continue to do that. You saw Nick, who's still standing over here because we can't get enough of him, but we have another guest with us. Oh my gosh, Blair Henley.
Hi guys.
Hi Blair.
I come bearing gifts. I also brought the color because I saw your hats. I was jealous, so I came with my color and some bags so you can put all of your souvenirs inside. Probably not the food though.
Not the food?
But this is a lot of food. You were prepared for me, I see.
Yes.
I know, it's
Thank
so
you.
much
Those are really
food.
good bags, actually. I saw them on the ground. I'll take
right?
one.
You can
They're
use
great
them
for
all the
groceries.
things.
They're
Yes,
great for
thank you
gifts.
very
They're
much.
great for
I get one too.
Thanksgiving when you pack all the food to take to your family's house. This is a great bag. I'm
Yes. I love it. This
How we
looks like
doing?
I'm great. You guys have been having so much fun. I
know,
was excited to
You
hop
and
in.
I are on a streak.
Because men's finals.
Yes.
I mean, last year was so much fun. I thought the same thing. Like, this is tradition at this point. And so, Allie, you and I, men's finals for the rest of our lives here at the U.S. Open. It's going to be happening. And how much fun is this?
Yes. Tell us about what you're seeing. Obviously, 1 set down into the second set.
Yeah,
Carlos?
it's so interesting, the dynamics that we're watching here. And Nick talked a little bit about it. Casper having already had a major final. But Carlitos coming in by most people's expectations, he's the favorite today. So I love seeing that. I don't know, I feel like Casper physically can easily go 5 sets at this point, as can Carlitos, as we know. I think this could be a long one, guys. I think we should settle in.
That's what I said. That's where I placed my wager. That's where I placed my wager. Oh, wait, I have to ask this question because Nick also said Carlito. Carlito. You said Carlito.
Yeah.
When does Carlito become Carlos? Because we're not calling like Casperito. We're not saying that. So when is it,
Okay.
do you think it'll get to the point where like little Bow Wow became just Bow Wow, you know?
Well, it's funny. I actually asked him this question in Cincinnati because last year we all knew him as Carlos. He had his big breakthrough here at the U.S. Open. Then we find out that he feels like when people call him Carlos, he's being scolded. So Carlitos makes him feel young and fun. He calls himself Charlie. So a lot of the Spanish speakers call him Charlie.
Charlie.
But I think for us, Carlitos is the way to go. And I said, you know, how are people doing? Are they catching on? He said, it's about 50-50 for now. But I think every time he has a run like this, we're going to get closer to Carlitos all the time.
Carlito. I like Charlie, too. That's really
right?
Cool. Charlie.
It's
just,
hard
like,
to see him
added
as a
an
Charlie,
accent to
though,
it.
right, guys?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just learning this now. I've been yelling "Vamos, Carlos."
Yes.
And I feel like a jerk. I hate getting someone's name wrong.
You go
So
to
now I know.
Carlitos.
That wasn't bad. It would be worse if you were like, Vamos, John. And like,
Yeah,
that would be wrong. I mean, I would say.
Well, when he first came on, like a year ago is when I first started hearing about him, and I could I think of Jose Altuve, the baseball player.
Yes.
So I wanted to call him Jose because Altuve, Alcaraz, baseball, tennis.
Right.
And so it took me a minute to be like, that's not his name at all.
Did you guys happen to see what Carlitos tweeted this morning?
No, but I have a feeling you're going to tell
I
us,
am
Blair.
going to tell you. I'm actually going to see if you can get it. He tweeted 4 emojis.
Okay.
The brain emoji.
Okay.
The heart emoji.
Okay.
And 2 eggs.
Eggs?
2 eggs, yes. So I have since found out it's his personal motto, passed down from his grandfather, in emoji form. So you have to think, do you guys speak Spanish at all?
Un poquito. Yo hablo
Okay.
español un poquito.
Okay.
Un poco, así.
Okay, so
Yo entiendo mucho, though.
do we have any guesses?
Okay.
So brain, heart, 2 eggs. It's a tough one.
It's like mi corazón, like my
Yes.
like my heart is like not because I wouldn't think scrambled or fried, maybe like fired up, like maybe like sizzling. My heart is
Okay, you're close. So it's the 3 C's. The brain represents the head, which is cabeza in Spanish.
Okay.
The heart is corazón. And the 2 eggs, another C word, cojones.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. The
Oh my gosh,
the
Blair.
3 C's.
You can see that on y'all's screen right now. We have it up in the lower third. Blair, I didn't think we were going that route. I thought we were keeping it really
we are
PC.
going
We're talking
that route.
about Carlito, we're like,
Carlitos
which
went that
means little
route this
Carlos.
morning.
Like I thought we were keeping it fresh and young. Oh my God.
There you go. And
I was
I
thinking
like
maybe
it.
goose egg,
Yeah.
but that's
Like-
only 2.
Right,
If there was
exactly.
3, I'd
We would have
think
needed
6
3
love,
for
6
it.
love,
Yes, exactly. So there you go. That is Carlitos' his personal motto passed down from his grandfather, as I learned this morning. I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie, you guys.
No
and
kidding.
he
I'm
has
here
the
for it.
confidence to go along with it.
All right, well, maybe I'll start posting some eggs. Next time I tweet, I might throw some eggs out there.
I mean, let's. It's the mentality, right? Next time we go into something big, a challenge in life, we got the 3 C's.
Absolutely.
I like that.
I mean, he seems to have no shortage of confidence, especially as it goes on. Obviously, you just keep winning these long marathon matches. I mean,
It's fascinating to me because I think at some point, surely he's going to start thinking about it. He's going to be thinking, I am 19 years old. I am playing in my first major final. I could be #1 in the world tomorrow. And
Yeah.
he just doesn't ever seem to stop and think about those things. It is all about the tennis ball in front of him.
I have a question because I think this is something that comes to mind. I do have like a pet peeve about age. And I get it's important to acknowledge when you've done something early in life. I wouldn't want to take that away from anyone. But it's almost like for me, it's like it's overdone, okay? Like, and I think if I was him at this point, yes, I know I'm 19. I'm going to be 19 for 365 days, right? And then I'm going to change into be 20. And it's almost like I get he's young, but it's just like strip that away and say, as a player, there are many players that are older than 19 or in 25 that we saw in the double stick. Katie McNally, I mean, it got to her. She's still young, but still, I think that the game can get to anyone at any age. So it's not surprising that it doesn't necessarily get to him, or when it does, for me, it's not a headline when you talk about headline. It's just the nature of an athlete. You know?
It can get harder as you get older, right?
Yes.
Because you think, okay, I might have fewer and fewer opportunities to do this. So I think he's just loving the process.
That's what I like. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, so good.
1-all second set. Ruud is serving.
It was interesting, guys. The last time they played in the Miami final, Carlitos said afterward, he said, I had so much success serving and volleying. He was the more aggressive player. Now, obviously, Casper would come into this final knowing that that's probably going to be the plan. But again, that is the edge that I think a lot of us believe Carlitos has is he's just a little bit more aggressive, as
Which
I
you
say,
just said,
as
came in-
Casper is
Right.
coming
On
into the net,
cue.
putting it away.
On cue.
On cue
You
for
just-
Casper.
Just came in. He's listening to you, Blair. He's
I mean, and he's done much better at that.
Now I've been a little distracted because we're eating, we're having fun. Has he been going to the net? Because I haven't seen him go to the net at all, or not serve and volley anyways.
So I haven't seen a lot of serving and volleying. That's not something we see a whole lot
No.
of these days in general, unless you're watching Maxime Cressy play. But it's nice to have it in your back pocket, to be able to mix it in maybe when things get tight, to make your opponent think just a little bit. The thing that Carlitos does so well that we have loved watching this year is the drop shot.
Yes.
Being able to mix that in. It's so unpredictable. It's so frustrating. It's not fun to be on the other side of the net from that. A lot of fun to watch.
also his long lobs, like the baseline, it just blows my mind. It's precision.
Yeah.
And he seems happy to do that drop shot at any moment. You know, he'll throw it in at any moment. He's so good at disguising it.
He's very smart about it. But it's been, I don't know, you guys, he was ranked 31 in the world at the beginning of the year. And he could be number 1
That's incredible.
tomorrow. That is wild. So we all knew, I think, last year here at the U.S. Open, okay, this kid is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think we knew it was going to happen quite this quickly.
I agree. Let's check this out, because we're talking about, we're in a championship. We're talking about quality men's tennis. Check out some more quality men's championship tennis. Some incredible moments by Rafael Nadal. Now, many people are talking about the passing of the baton. Not that Rafael Nadal, like Rafa's still in, but now we see Carlito. We see kind of like, you know, his countrymen taking that baton and making it to the U.S. Open finals. Blair?
I think we all sort of wondered what the passing of the baton was going to look like, and we've all thought that it was going to happen for the last decade. We've been waiting for it, and finally we're seeing it, right? And I think we're okay with it. We're going to miss Roger, we're going to miss Rafa, we're going to miss Novak whenever they retire, but I feel like we're in good hands, you guys.
Absolutely. It's so exciting. I mean, that Alcaraz Sinner match was just unbelievable. I mean, truly unbelievable and so exciting. And it has to happen. I mean, it's like,
Roddick,
you know,
right there.
you can't just
Sorry to
have
cut
these
you off,
guys
Joe.
forever. That's okay.
Andy loving it. And guys,
former U.S. Open
on
champion.
our very official
Yay,
napkin,
Blair.
I have added my pick. So I'm going to be the contrarian today. I'm going Casper in 5.
Oh,
there we
boy.
go.
I love a good contrarian pick.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Love that for you.
Can we talk about something else, Allie? I feel like this might be your department. How are you feeling about the Nike square neckline?
Oh
I
my
brought that
gosh.
up in the first
Joe,
set.
First set, Joe
How did I
was
miss
like,
that?
what's going
Okay.
Well, he was like a little bit more like, what's going on with the shirt, which I do appreciate. The fact that you noticed. Again, I think it's just adding novelty to tennis kits, right? You look
Right.
at how many shirts can you wear on a tennis court and it gets some kind of conversation piece. And so I think it's changing hemlines, it's changing like the necklines, it's changing the color blocking. But you know, again, it's one of those things of like how many iterations of a tee can we do? And I think it's the talk of the town here on the Open.
There you go. And
grounds.
he does not
Like-
have the version. There was another version of this shirt that had a little zipper.
Yes,
on top.
the zipper.
Oh, yeah.
The zipper might have been a little much for me, but I'm all for a little bit of change. I like the square neckline.
I was wondering if there's some kind of scientific reasoning for it. Does it breathe
It's
better?
aerodynamic.
Is it aerodynamic? Do you get more on your forehand?
I don't know.
Joe, I assume that's how you buy clothes. He's like, does this function well?
Yeah,
The
I
answer is no. Sometimes it's just for style.
I go, well, how,
Just for style.
will these jeans help my mile time when I'm running? I run in jeans. I don't know if you guys.
You run in jeans.
That's what I do. I do distance running in Levi's.
I thought you did cross-country skiing.
I don't. Cross-country running, no. Cross-country skiing, I want to know who invented cross-country skiing, because maybe that's also the Norwegians. Can we get a fact check?
You're really reaching. So we did a little trivia of like no Norway, and it was like what winter sport was invented in Norway, and so I said curling, which they both said was in
Scotland.
It was in Scotland.
Okay.
He did cross-country skiing. Nick McCarville's gone, so I don't remember what he said. But basically,
he said bobsled.
He said bobsledding. Okay. So basically, it was skiing.
Okay.
And we didn't give him any points because he said cross-country.
I thought I should get some points, but I'm saying maybe they also invented cross-country skiing.
I mean, I feel like we have to. Where's the research team?
I know. Well, somebody's in our ear, but I can't hear what they're saying.
So, speaking of Norway.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We're going to get you. We're going to speak of Norway. Let's put the wheel on no Norway. Just put it on no Norway.
Yes, great.
Right there. Yep. And let's test Blair's. You look like you sounded just now like you were ready to go.
No, I have my favorite Norway fact for you that I'm going to spit out at some point.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and know Norway.
Okay.
Let's get into this.
I'm ready.
Do we know Norway? What is the national symbol of Norway?
National symbol.
Do you
Wow.
know the answer to this, Allie?
Absolutely. They tell me nothing on this show.
The symbol, like, are we talking?
Let me think here.
A shape, an animal?
I'm gonna go with a peace sign, baby. I don't know. What's that? Nick is all set.
Yeah.
National symbol of Norway.
Is it that cross?
The snow. Do you know this for facts?
Is it the Arctic fox?
Snowbird, Arctic
Snowbird.
fox.
All right, you said it confidently, so I'm
gonna
going to
go
piggyback.
Peace sign. You need an answer.
I'm saying snowbird also.
Give.
All right, I'll go mountain. It's a mountain. It's a big,
mountain.
big
I'm
old
going
mountain.
peace sign, and the answer is the
The
lion.
Oh, you made up the snowbird.
I mean, we should have
Son of an onion.
Arctic fox, guys. I mean, I feel like that
Damn it.
fits, right?
You really crushed Joe's feelings, Nick, off camera.
I know. I thought it.
Like it really broke his heart.
It did.
I trusted
But now we
you.
know. I feel a little smarter, guys. Thanks for that.
The lion.
We can watch tennis and learn fun facts at the same time.
You know, I've been to Norway 3 times. I have no knowledge, I'm realizing.
Well, now you know. Skiing and the lion.
Now I know the lion. Skiing they invented.
There's a fun fact that I'm going to mess up. My husband's off camera. There are more statues of lions in the world than there are of actual live lions.
Whoa.
That is a segue from the lion symbol, Allie. Excellent. Well done. I love that.
Have you guys seen
Coming
Beast?
from Blair, it's a big compliment.
Have you seen Beast, the lion movie that's out right now with Idris Elba? Has anybody seen this movie?
No.
Tell us about it.
You might have to tell us.
It's like Jurassic Park, but with lions.
Okay.
And it's Idris Elba and his family. They go to Africa, and then there's like a crazy lion attack. It's fun. It's like a popcorn. Have you seen it? Anybody seen it?
He's like the lion attacks and kills people. It's fun, and I'm like,
Well,
yeah.
it's a popcorn, action thriller thing going on.
Okay, all right.
It's a movie. I swear to God.
Do you recommend it? Brings up a movie.
It depends. It depends on what you like. For me, it's like a little silly, but it's fun.
Okay, all right.
It's an adventure.
It's an event.
Beast.
You said Idris Elba. You had me at Idris.
I mean, Idris
First name
is in
basis.
there. Yeah, exactly.
Idris is a great actor. There are some movies that I will watch. Just like tennis. You come for the tennis, you stay for the player. You come for movies and you stay for the actress or actresses. And for me, there are certain actors and actresses that I'm just like, you know what? If you're in a movie, I'm going to watch you. I'm just going to watch the movie.
Totally.
Do you have any of those?
Martin Scorsese, if he directs a movie, I'm in. I'm seeing it. Brad Pitt, I love.
I don't know that I have one, you guys.
Mine is,
yeah, tell me.
Now I can't remember. His last name is Fauquon. Come on. The director does
Antoine?
Antoine.
Yeah.
He is, whatever he does, I will watch 100%.
He just did the Lakers Dynasty documentary.
Yes.
Which is very good.
Yes.
Highly
I tend
recommend.
to watch anything that Mark Wahlberg's in.
Okay.
He just popped up on Instagram today, shirtless, flexing. He literally looks.
Shocked to hear that. That's Mark Wahlberg.
He looks
shirtless and
fantastic.
flexing.
We have similar body. I thought it was me for a second. I was like, oh my God, is that?
You're like, did I take a selfie?
I thought someone stole some footage of me shirtless.
What is happening with this food situation?
Eat.
Dig in.
You can do anything you want.
I mean,
it's your show.
Did Nick leave this
I think
behind?
he abandoned the cocktail, yeah.
This is what I'm
Drink
going
it.
for.
Take
I
the
won't leave you
cocktail, the
hanging.
waffle fries.
Need some ice, a little watered down, but I'll drink it.
You know what? I want one of those glasses. I don't want the drink, but I want one of those glasses with all the champions on there.
Yeah.
Can I get one of those?
You
Really?
heard of the shortage? Yes.
Oh, geez.
There is because there have been so many. There were over 100,000 honeydews sold in the first 8 days of the tournament.
Oh my God.
That is a lot of Grey Goose. And
Oh, it's Deuce. We're supposed to eat chips at
Nachos,
Deuce.
Deuce. Wow.
Okay.
They're starting to get a little coagulated.
Second set, and we're at deuce.
It's questionable.
Honey,
Oh, gosh.
deuce.
Honey, we're just going to break off a little corner. This is my nacho. Does this
One of the
count?
best.
Okay, here's another good question for you guys. Do you know Casper's second favorite sport?
I got to go with soccer.
He looks like he plays golf.
I saw him warming up playing soccer.
Allie, do you have insider knowledge of that? Okay.
That boy looked like a golfer, okay?
He is a golfer.
He
In
looked
fact,
like he played golf.
has
He looks
a
rich
second-
AF.
He has a second Instagram account just for his golfing exploits, you guys.
Golf is also expensive.
Golf is expensive. It sure is. He played at Wingfoot before the tournament, allegedly broke 80, which, you know, they hosted the U.S. Open in golf.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty darn good.
Uh-oh. Big moment here.
Man, you guys,
This
he
is big.
just keeps moving. It's unbelievable.
Big break point here for Alcaraz, my boy. The lower body on Alcaraz is really just incredible. When they do these slow-mos, I mean, that guy does a lot of squats or something's going on.
A lot of squats. And it's interesting, too, you guys. Sometimes with the younger players, there's like a little bit of a baby deer quality. Carlitos is so balanced. Oh, deuce.
Deuce.
Okay.
They're yelling. Matt, our producer's yelling, deuce. Is it a drink? I don't even know. Is it a drink? Is it a eat?
I think
don't
it's a
know.
chip.
I'm eating a corner of a chip.
I'm just eating jalapenos
But-
every time.
What I like about Alcaraz, and maybe this is bad to say, Medvedev, last year's champion, he doesn't look like an athlete. He looks like me. He's like long and just kind of whatever. Alcaraz looks like the best athlete in the world, and that makes me like him more. I don't know if that's offensive, but Medvedev just looks...
Gangly.
He just looks gangly. You just go, okay, I guess he's the best player in the world. Alcaraz, you look at him and I'm like, look at that guy.
That's
that guy's
an
the
athlete.
best.
Yeah,
Look at that
but
guy.
I love the fact that in tennis, you could be tall, skinny, you could be short, muscular, somewhere in the middle.
All shapes and sizes.
All shapes and sizes. It's one of my favorite things about this game. I
Yep.
mean, I could go on and on why tennis is the best. Nobody wants to hear that from me today, but it is. I'm just going to go ahead and say tennis is the best.
We're going to create a segment just
I'm
to
happy
hear
to
where
hear
to
it.
say how tennis is the best.
Tennis is
Starting
the best.
right now. 1 minute on the clock. I'm just kidding.
Amazing.
I think that was a game that I just created. You knock it out of the park.
Tennis is the best. I could give you a lot of reasons.
All right, Ruud
Ruud
holds.
is up 3-2.
All right,
Now,
okay.
speaking of our dude Ruud right here, Casper Ruud, Norwegian, no Norway. It's been the first time in a long time such a Norwegian has been here on this court into the finals or in any court into the finals. Let's go ahead and check out some more about Norway.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 1988 U.S. Open men's champion, Patrick Nylander. The 1991 U.S. Open men's champion, Stefan Edberg. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1992 U.S. Open men's singles champion, Stefan Edberg.
1992, Stefan Edberg, last Scandinavian champion to grace this court. Could be a change today, folks. Just like this changeover.
I mean, we're looking great, you guys. I am
know.
loving this. Are you stocking up on all the things U.S. Open? We obviously have this stuff. Have you guys made a trip? Have you gotten other souvenirs?
Whatever I get for free, I'll take. We had Joe
Same
Jonas
girl.
on in yesterday, and he was like, I love free stuff. And I was like, me too. So if it's free, I'll take it. It's a big deal.
Now, I was here day 2 and I went crazy. This is before I had this amazing gig that I'm so grateful for. But I bought 3 t-shirts, a poster. I bought my wife a couple t-shirts. I spent about $700 out here.
I mean, they like fans like you, Joe.
That's what they need. I come and spread the money around because the U.S. Open is in need. You got to really
Yeah.
hand over the cash,
I
you
mean,
know.
they're clearly struggling here.
Clearly, I mean, not enough fries.
gosh.
They don't have enough cups, all the things. Yes?
This is so nice.
Speaking of money, can I give you my favorite Norway fact?
Okay.
If you are caught speeding in Norway, the fine is $3,000, Norwegian dollars, whatever that is there.
Wow.
Yes, which they take speeding very seriously. Which sounds very Norwegian. But yeah, there you go. My fun fact for the day.
3,000.
3,000. Fun fact about New York, since we're at the Open. Technically, there's a New York State law that says you're not supposed to wear slippers after 10 p.m.
What?
Like flip-flops, like open-toed flip-flops. Fun fact. Look it up.
No kidding. Well,
I'm not lying.
That ruins my plans tonight.
I think that rule should exist for men. Men feet, really disgusting. Just a horrible hoof. You see a foot.
There's some men who have pretty toes.
There's some, but I feel like women are better at taking care of their feet. Men just have I'm getting a couple nods off. Mine are I haven't cut my toenails since Pete Sampras was the U.S. Open champ, so it's a bad sight.
A while.
Oh my gosh! Now we're into Joe's feet.
All right, I lost
That's how
Allie.
you know we've lost it. Let's get back to the tennis. Okay.
I'm sorry.
People who have foot fetishes are loving what you're talking about.
I lost Allie on the toenail stuff. Look at that. Alcaraz is up 30
There
love
you go.
here.
You're back on the boat. Come on down. Come
rejoined
through.
us.
Come through, Joe.
We're on serve in the second.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Alcaraz up the set. Here's the toss and the serve.
Puts
It's
it in.
Forehand. 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 It's hard to do play-by-play of tennis. There's a
If you
slice.
had to do color commentary of tennis, yeah, that would be challenging.
Oh, big
and
lob.
he's running back and it's leap. Little lob over the
A
head.
little
Yeah.
backhand.
Woo.
The overhand. What a point this is. Can he get to it? Wow. Wonderbar.
Do you see how fast this dude is? Like, I know I'm just Captain Obvious for obvious reasons right now, but it's incredible. Every time I see him get to the ball, I'm almost like, yeah, you're not going to get to that. You got it. You got it.
You know
Blows
what's
my mind.
interesting, guys? There's a stat, and I believe it's called the steal score, something similar, on the percentage of times players have turned points where they were on defense into points that they've won on offense.
Oh, interesting.
Guess who has led the tournament in the steal score?
I think this is a leading question, so I'm going to give it to Joe.
I would say Alcaraz, but maybe that's too obvious. I'm doing the thing where you can trick someone into giving two answers. Alcaraz, but I'll go with...
You just saw a good example of it there.
I'll go
That's
with
correct.
Ruud.
You are correct.
That's Ruud.
Medvedev number 2 and Alcaraz number 3.
Wow.
All within a couple percentage points, but Ruud is, I think, deceivingly good at that. He's one of those players in sort of the vein of Roger Federer, where he makes it look very easy. He doesn't ever look out of breath. He looks just very level and calm at all times, and it's deceivingly easy looking, even though he's doing the work out there.
We have a little clarification. There are some people that are on social media right now that were a little upset that we didn't give Joe the point for cross-country skiing. There are people who took to social and they're rallying behind Joe. And so what I want to do is plead my case here and say there's a reason why I didn't give him the point. Let's check out the reason. There's a reason behind it all.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, modern cross-country skiing has its origins in Scandinavia, where Denmark, Sweden, and Norway use ski troops in their militaries. A military ski competition in Norway was the first example of a cross-country ski race resembling modern competitions. So look at that. It's a little insight.
Yes. Thank you.
So, there was a reason, but, it was there. It was present.
I feel like Alcaraz right now. I was behind. Everyone thought I was out, and then I sprint back and get to it, and whap.
And what?
Back at whap.
Okay. All right.
That forehand technique was something, Joe.
Well, you got to show them the label, turn the wrist, and check the time.
That is a recipe for a home run with a tennis ball.
Show them the label, roll the wrist, check the time.
Is it
You
over
kids
yet?
at home.
No, it's not over yet.
You kids stay in school.
The label of what? What are we?
The label of the racket. On the racket, you got to show them the button. The logo is on the bottom. You got to show that to them. Oh, big break point here.
Wow.
There we go.
Ruud just broke serve for the first time.
Yes.
I'm just gonna hold this up here, guys.
Oh,
Don't
boy.
rub it in, Blair. You're a guest on the show.
Ruud in 5.
You're a
Ruud
guest.
in 5,
She's rubbing
baby.
it in. She's being rude. She's being rude.
Listen, I happen to be hosting on the court where Casper Ruud played his toughest match to this point.
What a shot that was.
Ooh, just missed it. Yeah. 5 sets. It was over 4.5 hours. He could have very easily lost to Tommy Paul in round 3. The 5th set of that match was 6-0. he had been out there forever. It was one of the hot, humid days. In the post-match interview, I said, Casper, you look cool as a cucumber. You don't even look tired. He said, honestly, that 5th set was the best set I've played all tournament, and I feel really great right now. And he just was so serious and calm as he delivered that line. And I can tell you, Casper, he's got the mental toughness to get this done on the biggest stages.
Was that one on Louis Armstrong?
It was.
I remember that. Okay,
yes.
I watched a little bit of that match.
Yep,
He's making Blair a believer. Look at that.
He was. I mean, he just looks straight into your eyes and just tells you you can do it. And you're like, I believe you, Casper.
You are in. She's locked in.
I'm in.
He feels so under the radar here because he hasn't had those flashy matches as much. I mean, that match that was on Louis Armstrong. They were kind of cutting over to it. I forget who was on Ash at that time.
Yep.
But he's not getting the screen time or whatever you say. I don't know if screen time is the right term.
You got it. You nailed it.
As everybody else.
And Carlitos has played all of his matches on Ash.
Yeah.
I believe.
Which has been great TV, I will say. I take the time and the duration and the energy to make. Again, I was talking a little bit about this earlier. Tennis. I love the game of tennis, and I do have a concern of just like we're going to lose some of that fandom if we don't have some rising stars really make themselves known. And I think yes, a 3rd or 4th, 5th setter gives a tagline to people to say, you know what, I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming for tennis, but I'm staying for Carlitos. You know what I mean? Like it's really important for me.
Did you stay up for the 2:50 a.m. finish? Did
I was here for the match,
okay.
and I watched probably 2 sets. But I teach at Peloton early in the morning, so we had a members class at 7 a.m. I had to be up at 5, so I left at midnight. I did my due diligence as a tennis fan. Oh, look at that!
Yes.
We got our
Oh,
producer
wow.
Matt here. Matt, they got a good shot of you from behind. I'm just saying. They didn't even cut to camera 1 to get a side of Matt's face.
Oh, that was crazy.
His best angle.
That was a crazy point.
Counted too soon.
That was wild. That ball looked like it sat on top of the net. Watch this.
Thanks, Matt.
It just sits there.
As that's one of the toughest shots in tennis right there. That backhand overhead
Oh,
flick.
brutal.
That is so tough. He made it look very easy. It is indeed not.
Do you think I could do it?
I think so. I think you got to tilt the bottom glass.
All right. What do I do?
You got to put this one at like a 45-degree angle, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
Well done.
Beautiful. Now this is a virgin. What is that? What's in it?
Okay, I'll tell you what's in it. It's raspberry liqueur. There's absolutely no alcohol. Virgin, hence the word. There's some lemonade.
For sure.
And then some honeydew melon. Basically, it's just called a Joe in a cup.
Oh, that's
delicious.
delicious.
A cup of Joe.
I love
Boy,
it.
this is very exciting.
Is this your first one?
This is my first one. Well, I don't drink, so
Okay.
this is
Well, excellent.
this is my first. I didn't know you could make a virgin. Is this on the menu here? Oh, I thought this was special for me. It takes away from it a little bit.
I love that.
This is delightful. It's very sweet.
Yeah. Do I take it? Are you not a sweet drink kind of guy?
I like a sweet drink. I haven't had anything sweet in a while, except for my wife, of course. Hi, honey.
Ba-dum-tsh. Is that how you do it? Ba-dum-tsh.
I like to do it longer, like a.
Okay.
You know?
I mean, all on your own right there.
Like an
all on your
extended.
own.
That was
a party of
excellent.
one.
Good. I'm glad you're enjoying. Okay.
Ruud is
we're
on
back
a
at
little roll.
juice. We need new nachos.
Oh, we forgot
I
our
think
chips.
the nachos are.
Can we get fresh, cheesy nachos? The just cheese ones were delightful for me.
Breaking it off the corner.
I'm a small boy. Uh-oh, now Carlitos' coach is looking upset.
Blair, what's your favorite thing about the U.S. Open besides the tennis?
Favorite thing about the U.S. Open, besides the tennis, that's hard. The people, probably, just because I feel like the tennis family, it really is. Tennis is one of the smaller sports. We hope it becomes massive and huge and all the things we want for tennis, but it's in terms of the behind the scenes, it's a smaller group.
Wow.
And it's fun to see those people.
Ruud is on
wow,
fire.
that deep shot, that deep forehand.
I really love the festive atmosphere. It feels like a festival here. You come and especially the early. What just happened? Someone yelled at us.
We called your wife.
Oh, the early rounds when you can go and watch some of the best players in the world, like right up close, and just roaming from the food to the fan stuff. I just love the festival-like atmosphere, and I recommend everybody come to New York next year to the U.S. Open.
Don't you think? Oh, go ahead, Allie. Sorry.
come to the U.S. Open next year. One of the reasons to come to the U.S. Open next year is because they have some of the best things in the world, including the honeydews. We were talking about it. You can get them all different ways, whether it's Joe style or an Ali style. Let's check out more on honeydews.
I'm dying to taste it. Cheers.
There's no doubt about it, our fans are obsessed with the honeydews. But can they guess what's inside the US Open's signature cocktail? Let's find out. Little sip. You have been working on figuring out the ingredients of this drink all day long. Let those flavors blend. Now, what do you think is in the drink?
Grey Goose. Grey Goose is in it for sure.
So it's Grey Goose, obviously.
There's definitely got to be Grey Goose.
Chambord for the raspberry.
A little Chambord, maybe some seltzer.
There's got to be some seltzer. There's some type of lemonade in this.
Lemonade?
It tastes like a lot of lemonade.
Cantaloupe. Melon.
Oh, the melon balls. They are delicious.
Honeydew melon balls.
Wow, we have two professionals.
I love it. Yeah. And this is a delicious drink. It's very refreshing.
Whatever it has, it's awesome.
Cheers!
I like what that lady said at the end. Whatever it has is awesome. Sometimes you're not going to complain about the good stuff. This is the good stuff. You can have it a bunch of different ways, whether it's the original way, whether it's Joe way, sends the alcohol, or they have also frozen honeydews. The upgrade.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was blown away. I might never go back. The frozen honeydews is my new thing.
Really?
Yes, loved it. Are you more an original girl?
I'll take whatever's free. Me, Joe Jonas, Joe, Nick, whatever's free, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain.
I can't argue with that logic. I'm all about the free stuff as well.
This is genuinely delicious. I mean, I'm blown away.
Not the way he just drank. He was. Can I get a shot? No. I don't believe you because literally this is genuinely delicious.
Well, I wasn't prepared. I didn't realize how tart it was going to be.
You're not selling it anyone, Joe.
No, but that's a good. People like tart.
They do.
Is tart the right word?
That's a great word.
Tart.
Sure.
Remember sweet tarts? That's a great candy.
I love sweet tarts.
Love a sweet tart. Favorite candy all time?
Okay, favorite candy of all time? Gosh, this has changed over the years. I'm going to say...
I feel like the Norway question was
Kit
easier.
Kat.
Kit Kat. Break me off a piece
Kit
of that.
Kat.
Kit Kat bar.
I'm a Twix girl.
Twix.
Ooh,
You know what I like? I like plain M&Ms. You just pour them in. At the movie theater, you dump them in, you put them in the popcorn.
Absolutely not.
No, you
Every
guys are out
time
of your
Joe
mind.
says something that I don't agree with, I'm going...
They're milk chocolate. They melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Okay, all right, listen.
Do they
He
melt
wants
in the
plain
popcorn?
nachos. He wants this, I don't know what he's drinking.
I'm a child.
A honey woo. He wants that, and now he wants plain...
I eat everything plain. Cheese, pizza, peanut butter and jelly. Cheeseburger, I want nothing on it. I'm a plain kind of guy.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that by the outfit you're wearing.
Well, no, my outfit. Normally, I have a lot of character in my, but I wasn't sure what was appropriate.
Singer.
I'm just kidding, honestly.
It's getting hurtful. By the third set, we're going to be fist fighting.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but he's a comedian. I feel like you could take it, right?
No, I can't take it.
God, sorry. Here's a water consolation. I figure you like this because it's plain.
And no label too. Perfect. I love it. I'll
back
take
in
it.
good graces?
No, I love. Oh yeah, we're good. But plain M&Ms. I hate a peanut. I like peanuts and I like M&Ms, but I don't want a peanut M&M.
You keep talking about.
I'm sorry.
I'm never going to think about M&Ms the same way again.
Blair's smiling at you. Get a shot of Blair's face. She's like, I don't know what.
I'm like the cringe emoji right now.
But you know what came first? The plain M&M. That's how they came. But they're not really plain. It's like when people say vanilla is plain, but it's a delicious flavor that's deserved just as much kudos as cherry or chocolate.
We have some apologists behind the scenes. We're getting nods. So, Joe, you do
I
have
know.
some people who agree with you.
A lot of people are backing me up here. But
Matt, you're always with anyone, not me. Come on.
Classics.
No, but listen, we like the square neckline.
Outside of rock, when people use classic, I'm like, it's called boring.
But I do
Classic
think.
rock is never boring, ever. So that said, outside of rock.
But this is a big talking point of mine. Vanilla ice cream gets, made fun of as boring and plain, but it's just as exciting a flavor as chocolate or cherry or lemon. Don't you think? Oh, it's Deuce. We ran out of chips. They took the chips.
Carlitos is struggling to hold serve here, guys.
I think this is a part of
Just a
his
side
MO.
note.
Like, he needs to win one, lose one. I think he needs to, like, tap into that human element.
You know Casper Ruud is coached by his dad, right? How do you guys think you would have done being coached by a parent?
Let's switch seats, because this is your chair now. You, Nick, we're going to do a round.
I'm so curious, though.
Coached by my dad, it wouldn't be healthy.
Yeah, yep.
I think my dad is like a very like Boston Irish kind of quiet guy. He didn't have a lot to say, which maybe could be good for a coach. Sometimes you need a coach that just goes, does the look of like, you know what to do.
That's right.
That's nice.
I think maybe I would have done okay. Boy, a set point here.
I think if I was coached, Blair, to your question, I think if I was coached by my dad we're born and raised in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
White guy, blonde hair, blue eyes, wears glasses. He has long hair all the way down here.
Amazing.
And is super hippie. Like, I'm very structured, similarly to my mother. But also, like, that party wild side of me comes from my dad.
Okay.
So if my dad was my coach, I think it would be a little bit of a mix of, like, yes, he would encourage me to do this, but it wouldn't be more like, you could do this. It's more of like, they suck. Go get them. Not lying. I'm not lying. He's like, they're not that great anyway. Like,
Is that the secret to your success, Allie? Is that where
they're not that great anyway? No. No, there are great people out there everywhere. But I think it's because I had that duality. My mother is so structured, and her words, like, she knows how to encourage you with her words. And my daddy's like, just go to the club tonight. You need a break. And so I think it's that balance of like party and work hard, party hard.
So that's an interesting question too. Of like, do you guys think you'd be better with a coach who's screaming, going, "What are you doing, you son of a gun," or a coach that goes, "You know what to do, you know, does this thing"? Who do you think you'd fare better with, a screamer or a?
You want to go first on the? Okay, you want me to take it? I like an honest coach. Encouragement's great, but I want somebody who can tell me like it is. They don't have to be screaming to tell me like it is. I think you can do that without raising your voice. But I like a direct coach.
I think I'm similar.
Yeah, I think I want to be the person that says, I want them to be loving and like tell me how it is. I'm going to be honest, as much as I would say that I would listen to them if they were just like direct and spoke at me, the reality is you need to yell at me for me to understand it. A little, like I need a little bit of both. Again, like my parents, like it's just it's like the right combination of like, you got this, do better. Like I need that. I feed off that. And clearly.
There it is.
So does Casper
Ruud with a set apiece.
You got this. You got this. All right.
And that was big. That was a big game there because now Casper gets to serve first in the third set, which is what you want. And so you know, even though maybe Carlitos was like, okay, I don't think this second set is going to go my way, it was important for him to get that hold, and he did not. So Casper with the momentum right now.
Yes. Well, Blair, we're going to say thank you for joining us.
It was a pleasure, guys.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
so
so
much.
happy when they told me you were joining.
I know.
Thank
This is
you
great.
so much.
I'll see you next year for the men's final, Allie.
We'll have our
Joe,
moment.
I wish
Very
you
nice
all
to
the
meet you.
M&Ms.
Yeah,
Great
thank
to
you
meet
very much. Appreciate it.
Now,
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
As Blair's about to go, I want you all to know that while we have two gentlemen that are on center court right now fighting for that championship, there's a few that also are fighting. They just didn't get it as far. Let's check it out.
The unexpected, emotional, electric breakthroughs that transform unknowns into stars come at a cost to the household names who bow out in their wake. This year, 26 of 64 seeds were sent packing in the first 2 rounds alone. Tsitsipas, Auger Aliassime, Fritz, Sakari, Halep, Badosa, Kontaveit. Those are just some of the notable names that made big exits in week 1, leaving big opportunities for those that remained. And occasionally there's an upset that doesn't look like one on paper. Ajla Tomljanovic learned that firsthand in her win over world number 605, Serena Williams. In week 2, the upsets kept coming with world number 1 and defending champion Daniil Medvedev falling victim to a dangerously inspired Nick Kyrgios. Less than 24 hours later, it was Frances Tiafoe's turn, becoming the first American to defeat number 2 seed Rafael Nadal at a Grand Slam since 2005. So while each of those US Open upsets has spoiled hopes, they have also enthralled and inspired. reminding us what makes Grand Slam tennis so wildly entertaining.
So wildly entertaining it is. And we're going to keep this entertainment rolling because we have another guest gracing our MatchCast here. We have James Cenadakis. Did I do it right? Did I say it right, James?
You passed the first test. You've done this before, haven't you?
A little bit. I've dipped and dabbled, you know.
This is the second time we've worked together.
Second time, yes.
Last time was on the Changeover show last year, where you brought the spice to the Changeover show. And by the way, I like what you've done with the place. I said this morning when we did the change up, but this looks fabulous. Hi, by the way, I'm James.
Hi, I'm Joe. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, thrilled to be here.
This is the first time we've worked together, but
I believe
thrilling
so.
location. US Open final, by the way. I'm so hyped. Might be because I just had a coffee. But
you had a coffee, so you're ready to go.
Yeah, but you guys are all drunk.
We're not drunk.
No, I'm not drunk. I haven't had a drink since 1985.
This is a Joe special. It has no alcohol.
Oh.
Wait, is that our, where's our, you see that little napkin? No, underneath your clipboard. Also,
I love counting how
all
many
the,
honey juices you guys have had.
Yes. I love how all the US Open hosts comes with their notebook and pens, like so prepared. You saw Nick has his notes. Blair came in with notes. Of course, James, what do you have on that paper?
It's a tough act to follow, though, because obviously Blair Henley, as she's walking off now, is an encyclopedia of knowledge in tennis. I mean, these are big shoes to fill.
She's dope.
You've had Nick McCarville as well?
Yes.
I mean, seriously, like, what are you guys doing here? How do I follow this act?
You're already doing very well. All right, you saw that sheet of paper. We're making a wager.
Okay.
Who do you have? Right now we're in the third set.
Oh, okay,
a set apiece.
Oh,
we each put in $1,000.
1,000? Is that all?
1,000.
All of your money. All of James's money. All of James's money. The rules.
I was going to say, Alcaraz in straight sets, so that's already gone out the window because Ruud's just won the second set. At this point, I mean, I feel like this isn't really fair because you guys have made these bets at the beginning of the match.
We're not going for fair. We're going for fun.
Okay, all right, we'll go for fun. I need to get back into this match because I've been sat over there in the closing stages of this set.
Emily.
By the way.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you very much.
And Stephanie, thank you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Hi.
You guys have the best job in television. Honey juice, nachos, fries. Okay, I'm happy here. Can I stay here for the rest of the match?
You can stay here as long as you want.
Yeah.
I will not be kicking you out.
Let's get back into this match then. So it's triple break point to Alcaraz in the third set.
I'm stuck to the chair, so I need you to come.
Bouncing back.
Do you want some fries? You want some more nachos? You want to share that? You know you have water?
Ruud taking the second set.
James, water? Okay. James, behind you, we have our ball people, Elizabeth and Sebastian.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Sebastian.
They're eating nachos now. Matt's coming in.
So you want
some nachos?
Already
This is a
triple
great
break point here.
You want my prediction, right?
What is your? Yeah, I do.
This is a big development here.
I think Alcaraz wins it in 5. That's my
in 5.
But I might change that by the end of this set. But I have to commit to it, do I?
You have to commit to it. You can't wait till the end of
Okay,
this set.
Alcaraz in 5. I've changed my mind because look, when he walked out on the court, Alcaraz just looked at home here. Obviously, he's had those epic 5-setters against Cilic and against Sinner. He knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah.
And when he came out on the court as well, the crowd are behind him. They're very supportive. What is that, by the way?
Chicken sandwich.
It's a chicken
I
sandwich.
thought I had a break. You were talking.
Spicy chicken, I know. You sold her right up the river. What kind of partner are you?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And they're just keeping you on camera. I love it.
I know. This is how you eat chicken sandwiches, everyone.
My prediction is Alcaraz in 5, but this is a really tough match to call.
I like that for you.
Before the match started, I was thinking possibly Ruud might be a little bit unpredictable in this match. Alcaraz has been quite aggressive with his serve and volley.
There it is.
Ruud's kind of grown into this a little bit, hasn't he? Thanks, Jeffrey. Sticking my face back together. Oh, look at that camera angle.
Ruud just saved 2 break points here. And Alcaraz had a chance. He had an opening. Look at this. He's got the whole court. Oh, that's painful. I don't know how these guys forget these points. I've been thinking about this for days.
If this was doubles, that would have been in.
That's true. It's true. That is true. I mean,
but somebody would have smashed it back in his face, though.
Not in his face, Joe.
Not in his face, but you know what I mean. He would have smashed it on him.
What doubles are you watching?
That was a big moment there. On break point, Alcaraz had a wide open court.
Still my chicken sandwich.
Third break point here.
Still 1 break point to go. They're just slicing it across the court here, aren't they? Teasing each other.
Big forehand.
There comes the attack from Alcaraz. Cross court.
We're getting a little commentary.
This one's
from
going
Joe
down the line. Oh, he's dropped shot.
Come on, baby.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yes!
Oh, look
But
at that
you know
beautiful
what?
beat footage.
Ruud's ready for Alcaraz's drop shots. He's chasing him down. He's getting there. He's inside Alcaraz's head, but that is a big, big break of serve
Big
from
break,
Alcaraz.
right off the bat.
And this is something Alcaraz seems to consistently be able to do. He can turn matches around in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
You know, he loses that second set 6-2. You think maybe momentum has switched, and just like that, he gets the early break. Similar to how he did in the first set.
All right, since we have James, we don't have you all night. I'd love to play some fun games.
Yeah, let's play some games. I love
Sebastian,
games.
Elizabeth, can we spin the wheel?
What is this then?
Cheesy, with the cheesy fingers. Spin the wheel. And then make it stop on 1990. Just cheat. Just cheat. Just stop right there. Stop. Oh, look at that. It stopped
wow.
on 19. Who
Exactly
would've
what
thought?
you
I would have
wanted.
never guessed it was going to stop there. Oh my
mean-
God, what are the odds?
That wasn't fair, because
Look at
it didn't stop on 1990. You cheated.
It did stop on 1990. You saw it with your own eyes.
Can we do a replay?
I saw it.
Can we?
It's on 1990.
Matt Carrera's behind the
Look at
scenes.
this.
That's what's going on here. Foul plays of
This is not foul play. These are honest. We're honest people, honest folks, James, trying to make an honest living in the year 1990. Let's check out what happened in 1990.
I turned 8 years old.
Oh, in 1990, how much was a gallon of gas? I might know this.
I'm going to say 79 cents.
Not 79 cents. Come.
I was
in
alive. I was alive in 90.
And you were driving?
I wasn't driving, but I was in the
8.
passenger seat. My dad, I sat on his lap a couple times.
In the UK, we measure gas, which we call petrol, by litre. So
Okay.
it's 4 litres to a gallon.
Say you're smart without saying you're smart.
I'm gonna say 60 cents.
60 cents?
I'm
You
gonna-
said 70?
I said
Undercut
79
you.
cents.
I'm going to say $2.30.
Is there a
Not
price?
two. No way,
No?
two.
No?
I bet it's $1.29. My second guess,
Don't even-
$1.29. I got two guesses. I get two guesses
Why do you
because
get 2 guesses?
I
Can
don't
I have
know.
2 guesses?
I can't think of why I get 2 guesses, but I do.
What
79
do we win if we get it right?
$1,000
A
bucks.
french fry.
$1,000. This is
What
this,
is this? I-
There's $1,000
Joe's
bucks
rich.
just flying all over the
Yeah,
show here.
clearly.
$1,000 for this.
All
I
right.
need to write my name
I'm
on this
going to go
as
with like just over $2.01. Okay, we have 79,
79 cents.
and you said 80.
60. I just went for the undercut.
Oh, 60. Okay, 70, 60. And the answer is, in 1990, gas was
Oh,
134.
the second time I said 129. That's
think
so
you don't
get
close.
2 guesses.
No, I get 2.
Why?
They said it. Those guys back there. They said Joe
They
gets 2.
didn't even say anything back there. There's no one back there.
Can I say this? Price is Right rules. I still won. Closest without going over.
Who wins?
1990 was the last time we had the youngest
Yes.
folks on a championship court.
Sampras,
Yes,
right?
Sampras, yes.
So
and yeah.
this is triple break point now to Alcaraz.
How much is gas now? That's the question.
No, he's on serve.
How much is gas
Sorry,
now?
game point.
Oh, he snuck it over.
Nobody knows.
Gas now 4.
That's ridiculous.
something?
Here comes the tweener.
Oh my
no, it's
God.
over the heads. Drop
He's so
shot.
good.
Oh, that's
God,
ridiculous.
they're so good. These guys are good at tennis.
Are they?
I'm on the record. These are good tennis players.
How much is gas now? That was the question.
4.
Four?
I think it's like in the 4s,
It's
isn't
like
it?
£1.60 a litre. So that times 4 in the UK is like what? $6.
It's like $6 or
$7.
something.
It's
Yeah.
expensive in the UK.
How much is-
Everything's expensive in the UK.
All the folks that said he gets 2 guesses that don't exist. How much is gas right now? Yes, thank you.
Four.
We got our hefty
We look kind of
fact
similar,
checker.
by the way.
I
Look
think
at
we
the
do,
camera.
yeah. Where are we
Reckon
looking?
could
Where's
be-
our camera?
There's our camera. Right, let's take the glasses off.
Best buddies, if you ask me.
We look kind of similar.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your father?
Steve Norwegian.
Steve Norwegian is his father.
That's a callback to an old.
That's not my father.
$4 in Jersey or in New York?
I'm taking
Average
the
in
glasses
America, $4.20-something. All right, we're up.
off. 2-love.
2-love. Third
Alcaraz
set,
is back.
Alcaraz.
What do you think, by the way? What was your prediction? I know it's on here is 5.
Oh,
We've gone for the
Alcaraz
same
and
prediction,
Ives,
by
yeah,
the way. Love
5.
that.
I think it's going to, I don't think, you know what it is? It's almost like players become superstitious. And even if he was playing the best tennis, I think some type of way he tried to still push it to 5 sets. He knows it's secure. There's a comfort in being on the court that long, I think.
So
it
if
sounds
he's-
radical,
If he's
but
two,
go with me here.
If he's 2 sets up, 5-love,
He'd lose.
he would lose.
He needs to know he's human,
There is logic in that.
He needs to know he's human.
You wanted to know what my notes were earlier, by the
Yes,
way.
what's on there? Are
I
there
mean,
like
they're just stats about Alcaraz and Ruud, but then I also put together some stats about Norway, which I thought would be quite fun.
they gave you notes?
No, I made these up myself.
Oh, because they gave me nothing.
They gave you nothing?
They did give me a chicken sandwich.
I mean, you're
They're
here-
like, hey, would
We
you
got
like
a
to
little-
host the show for a chicken sandwich?
You're here.
And I said yes.
You're effectively filling the airways for 2 matches. I think you've done a very good job with I mean, is it alcohol-free honey juice then? Is that what we decided? No, it's not.
Only for Joe.
Is this Blair's leftovers? Is it? Can I have a sip? Do you think Blair minds? No,
Absolutely.
She doesn't mind?
Take it.
I'm sure Blair said yes.
Cheers. Okay, that tastes a bit weird. The ice is melted.
We need another one.
Can we have a fresh honey juice on set?
Here.
We can get anything. Can I get a?
This one I didn't drink out of. I poured it in here.
This is also another leftovers.
Can I get a fresh pair of sneakers for the third set? A pair of fresh kicks and a new racket. How about Tiafoe changing his shirt on every changeover? That was
the amount of tees,
that was spicy.
The amount of tees on the ground and rackets thrown to the back. I took a photo. Tiafoe is definitely the messiest player I've ever
Iga
seen.
Swiatek was changing her racket regularly, and do you know what the reason for that was? Because she was having problems with the weight of the balls, and she was early on in the tournament was saying that the balls were too heavy. And I think psychologically that was in her head because the balls aren't too heavy, let's be honest. Obviously, she overcame that and won yesterday.
I mean, she's clearly she psyched herself out of it.
She's psyched herself out of it. But you guys, tennis players yourselves?
A little bit.
A little bit. You look like you can swing a racket. You look like you've hit a few balls in your
I've
life.
taken lessons. I do have a title. It's like I am the
You
best.
have a title?
Yeah.
This is where you're like, yeah, and I won Roland Garros back in. No big deal.
No, I'm
What's
the
your
best,
title?
worst tennis player you'll ever meet.
The best, worst tennis player.
I
Okay.
own that.
So you play a little bit, but like.
I practice not being bad.
Okay.
I tried to tell them how to swing a racket earlier. Show them the label, roll the wrist, and check the time. Everyone laughed at me, but that's how I learned.
What's your best shot?
My best shot?
Yeah.
My forehand.
Your forehand?
Yeah, my backhand is. I'm a baseball player, so when I swing a backhand, I just hit it about 300 courts over there.
That's good to know. If we ever play, I know what your weakness is.
What's that?
If we ever play, I know what your
I
weakness
know,
is.
you tricked me.
But when you're playing tennis, obviously you do get in a rut sometimes. And
Sure.
I mean, with Iga Swiatek, a rut for her is still winning a Grand Slam, which goes to show how amazing she's been this year.
James, you grew up playing tennis.
Yes, I still play.
Still play?
In London, yeah. I play in...
Where do you live in London?
I live in Hampstead.
Hampstead, that's outside of the city.
No, so you've got central London and then like 45 minutes outside of central London.
Outside of the city.
45 minutes away, so 45-minute walk. So we've got zone 1, which is central London,
Yes.
zone 2, and then goes all the way to zone 7. So it's kind of
still
like
kinda
on the
close.
cusp of central
On the
London.
cusp, okay.
Yeah.
I was in London for 2 months shooting a
Were
show.
you?
I was hosting a show for Netflix.
Oh, cool.
And I lived in South Kensington and Chelsea.
I mean,
you
that's
know.
posh. South Kensington is posh. Hampstead's posh as well, though. Harry Styles lives in Hampstead.
Oh,
Yes.
I know exactly where it is because I know where. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to
I
say,
love
you've been
Harry Styles,
partying with
though.
Harry Styles?
He's at MSG right now, and I did an interview with Dev Hines, Blood Orange, who opens for Harry Styles. That's happening right until the 21st.
Okay.
So, just
That's
a fun
cool.
little interview on the Mixer. You should check it out.
Nice.
Little plug.
I've been loving your Mixer show, by the way.
You watch it?
Yeah, of course I watch it.
It's so funny because
Hang on, do you not watch the changeover? Isn't that in your contract that you have to watch the changeover? Matt told me I had to watch all 3 of the digital shows.
I watch. Wow, my producer's. I'm fired. I'm leaving. Thank you, James. You come on the show. He wanted my seat from day one.
Show and go.
Show and go. I have watched the changeover.
Well, you were on the changeover.
But here's why I don't watch the shows in real time. I'm going to be honest. Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I get jealous. I do. I get jealous. Your set last year, like just the setup, the run of the show. I get the warm up. I saw the setup of the warm up, and I threw. Where's my hat? That's what I did. So what I do is I take a beat, I focus on myself, I do my show, and then after it's all said and done,
Hang on
I
a
do
minute.
watch.
Aren't you in the Emirates Lounge?
I am in the lounge.
Where they give you free alcohol, free food,
I do
and
drink.
free courtside seats. And you're jealous of us. I mean, this is a nice set, don't get me wrong.
Very nice.
I can't help. I'm being honest with who I am. We're in the day and age where you cannot make me feel. Right, Elizabeth, have my back. She has my back. Yeah, you have my back.
I see what's happening
Look at
here. So
that.
you're
Look at
updating
that.
the score.
Updating the score.
Okay, so I'm actually checking the score on our boards. It's
All right,
2
we're
games
looking
to
at the
1.
score. Let's go ahead and cut to a men's championship moment. Let's go check this out. saw Andy Murray and Roger Federer playing right there at the close of that clip. That kind of brought me back to some really great tennis I just saw a beat ago. It was between Nick McCarville and James here.
Why do you have to
James,
bring
you
that
said you were a
up?
great tennis player. Should we refresh your memory a little bit?
Have you got a clip? Oh,
We
of course
might.
You've got a clip.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can bring up. Does this look familiar?
Yeah, it
to
does
you?
actually. Are we talking through this?
You can talk through this. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, look, Nick McCarville was a very good tennis player.
Mr. Cenadakis, right there. Look at that.
That
That's
was wide.
Did you get hit with the ball?
Clearly.
How heavy is that tennis racket?
It's not heavy.
Oh,
it's
it's not?
just, you know the problem? They've cut the point I won, of course they have. Do you know the problem with that racket, right, is the strings are really loose. They were looser on my racket than they were on Nick McCarville's racket. So when you try and hit the ball with a bit of force, the ball goes through the strings. So Nick was just tapping it back, and I was going for the forehand cross-court winners, and it was just going through the net. So
Nick knew that it was fun, and you thought it was just a real game.
100%
Got it.
that, yeah. I was taking it quite seriously, and Nick obviously wasn't. And
Correct me if I'm wrong, those rackets are bigger than a normal racket.
No, they're actual
same size. That's
We're
exactly
just
what they're playing with right now.
We're just really small guys.
I see. These are huge men playing today.
Yeah.
It's easy to get distracted talking to you two because you're both really funny people, but actually there is a tennis match going on, isn't there?
It's a great tennis. And by the way, Alcaraz had another break point in the last game, but couldn't convert.
I mean,
there we go.
Ruud is really finding his feet here, I find. I think
that zone.
There was a few nerves in that first set. I think, to be honest with you, this is going to be a really tough match to call. I know we've had our predictions. This does feel like a bit of a changing of the guard, though, doesn't it? You know, we've obviously spoken about Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal, and obviously you mentioned Andy Murray then as well. They were the big four of tennis, weren't they? But Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer none of them have won here since 2019, which was when Nadal beat Medvedev in the final.
Yes.
So actually, the changing of the guards kind of feels like it may already have happened, but this seems to consolidate it. And these two, what do you both think? I mean,
oh my gosh.
unreal point. Do you think these two are just going to clear up for years to come? Sinner maybe puts his name in the mix. Are we seeing like future Nadals and Federers here? Because both these players heavily influenced by Rafael Nadal.
Yeah.
Right? Ruud obviously coming from the Nadal Academy. Alcaraz, I mean, young Spanish player. The connection between him and Nadal are just, so similar. Do you think these two dominate tennis for the upcoming year?
I hope so. It's so unpredictable because there could be a guy right now who's 14 years old right now who's going to come in. Because we had that before Rafa and all those guys. You had a Roddick going, oh my God, is this guy going to win at 4, 5, 6? And all of a sudden Rafa and Fed come in and, just do what they did.
In men's tennis, away from Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer, we've not had anyone who's really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. Medvedev, you felt it could happen. He was obviously beaten by Kyrgios.
Kyrgios, yeah.
Obviously, the winner here last year.
Is a break point.
Oh,
a couple break points. And then there's Zverev, who had the injury, and Tsitsipas. We kind of thought maybe those are the guys.
I mean, Zverev is still...
I'm not sold. I'm not, and I'm the skeptic here, and I keep coming back to the same point, and y'all can just hate me now. I'm just not sold because there's no consistency. People love, we love spontaneity. We love that underdog card, but you also love comfort and consistency. And there's no continuity and comfort and consistency when it comes on either side at this point in terms of putting your energy behind a player, knowing that the potential of getting there, the probability is high. Because they've done it before.
Yeah.
They had that experience.
That's
it's almost
true.
like, wow, this will be the first. You've heard it here first. You've seen it here first. Which aren't bad. So that's I'm a little skeptical. We saw Emma Raducanu, Leylah Hernandez last year.
Yeah.
Leylah Fernandez last year. And it was one of those things where you're just like, is she going to be the new? Is it the new? And while there were it was a sizzle and then a little bit of a flame throughout, this year.
Yeah.
In the first couple of rounds, you're just like, okay, they're not even names that we're talking about. We talked about them so much.
So true.
So I'm a little skeptical that we don't have that consistency.
Yeah.
In star power, there are amazing tennis players on the circuit, but still,
well,
I'm not sure this is going to be.
Applying that to this match, obviously Ruud was in Roland Garros final. This is Alcaraz's first Grand Slam final. And it doesn't look like it the way he's playing, does it? He looks as though this is just another final for him.
Yeah.
Won 2 Masters 1000s this year, Madrid and Miami. These two actually played in the Miami final as well this year.
Yeah.
Alcaraz won that.
Yep.
But Alcaraz, I feel, has made matches difficult this year. I mean, Sinner's a tough match any time, but obviously that was at 5 sets. Did you guys watch that, by the way? Did you stay up all night?
I did not. I know
No.
Blair asked the same thing, and I was like, no. After 2 sets, I had to go home.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I had to work in the morning.
That was the question on
stayed
everyone's lips at the end of the day, though, wasn't it? How far into that match did you get?
Yeah.
And
I
mean,
made it all the way. It was very
did?
exciting. Yeah, but I don't have a job, so I just stayed up all night. And you know, I
What
work
do you
at.
do? Obviously,
I'm
you're
a comedian, so
aren't you?
I go at night. So I was
But
up.
what's
I
a
stayed up.
typical day-to-day for you? You say you don't have a job, but you have a career, so what's the-
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 weeks I watched tennis during the day for a living.
Sounds all right, doesn't
And it really paid off
Well, it
today,
paid off.
baby.
Look at you.
I
You're
know.
my co-host.
They found me in the streets crying, carrying a tennis racket, and said, "Hey, do you want to be on the air?"
Was it one of the giant tennis rackets?
It was one of the big ones, yeah. But I mean, you know, I do wake up early. I run, I do things, I meditate, I write jokes. But when tennis is going on, it's like a holiday for 2 weeks to me. The World Cup, you know, U.S. Open, the Grand Slams, any kind of thing
Soccer
where you can.
fan as well?
I'm not a huge soccer fan, but when the World Cup happens, I'll watch that.
But it's NFL's first full Sunday today, isn't it?
Oh,
So
you're
I feel
among
that,
friends here.
okay, well let's call it football then.
Come on now.
Okay.
But yeah, I watch a lot of tennis. But Alcaraz, going back to what we were talking about for a moment, like Alcaraz does feel like a guy who could win 10, 12, 15 Grand Slams.
100%. I mean, he's only 19 years old. It's like
It's unbelievable.
It's easy to forget that, isn't it? And you know, when you think if he wins this slam, he becomes world number 1. If Ruud wins the slam, he becomes world number 1.
Number 1, number 2?
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ever since Ruud gave up the break there, he's been hot.
Yeah.
Very handsome guy, by the way, Casper Ruud, I might add.
Handsome guy?
Yeah, we look similar, Casper Ruud and I. Don't you think we have kind of a similar?
Do you want some Norway stats? I feel like it could be a good
Go
time to
for
chuck
it.
in some Norway
We-
stats. I got in fact, a quiz for you. You guys had a quiz for me, so
We have games, but you go.
Okay, I'm going to chuck in mine. So Norway has the most fjords in the world.
The most what?
Most fjords. They're like, I mean, they're like ravines. Just go with me on this, okay? Anyone know? Can anyone define what a fjord is? You know?
I don't even know how to spell
They're
it.
like
'cause I don't
Like
know
a
how to
fjord focus?
Ford
No, that's a
Focus?
car.
Oh, okay.
No, I
They're
know
like
what a Ford-
ravines that go. Anyway, let's just think of them as mountainous rivers, okay?
That sounds
That's not
great.
what they are.
That
And someone's
sounds
going to be watching at home.
beautiful.
Someone watching at home is going to be like, "What is this guy on about?" But just go with it, okay?
Like it.
It has the most in the world.
Okay.
How many do you think it is? $1,000 for the winner. The closest answer.
How many fjords? 391.
391.
40,000.
40,000. That's a big difference. It's actually closest to 391. It's 1,190.
My producer Roman just said 40,000 in my ear. I thought you were giving me the look here.
Hang on, you have
I have 2
communication with
dudes
the
on my
outside
couch.
world.
I thought you were helping me out, okay?
You have you have communication with the outside world.
Yeah.
Do you have this?
I had it, but it fell out, and I think I'm okay. I think the show
I
is.
thought you were saying, he said fjords.
Yeah.
Ford focuses. We thought were lakes.
Oh, you
So
actually
they're
were answering.
40,000 lakes. In Wisconsin, this is getting out of control.
I feel like this stat hasn't really added to the show.
By the way, I feel like we have a lot of Norway facts, but
Thank you,
nothing
Sebastian.
Spain. Do we have anything
3-2.
Spain we can do here where it's all Norway?
Casper
No, that's
Ruud.
true.
Are there any Spanish facts?
Sebastian, do me a solid and put that on No
Spanish
Norway.
I got nothing.
Yeah, right there.
I got no knowledge.
This is an interesting Norway stat. Oh, here we go. Oh, no
Shortest
Norway.
spin of history, no Norway. Let's see
Here we
what we
go.
know about Norway.
It's game time.
Here we go. James is like, I came on the show for some games and you're not
Yes.
giving me enough. I'm sorry. Norway is the home to the longest
Oh,
blank
do you
in
know
the
what?
world.
I know this because I saw it earlier. Oh, hang on.
Is it fjord?
Is it?
It can't be river.
Is it ravine?
Come
gonna
on, y'all.
say-
Tomato, tomato.
I'm going to say ski slope. It's a lot of skiing.
Do you know?
I'm going to go with Subway sandwich, like the longest sub sandwich.
Oh, hang on. It's something to do with it's something to do with public transport. Is it a highway?
Oh, wait, no, I know it. It's tunnel.
Tunnel. It's tunnel.
It's the
It is
longest tunnel. You
It
go
is
through a tunnel.
It is tunnel.
It's a very long
Do we
tunnel
have
when
like
you
a
land.
grand-
and
do we have a
and,
grand reveal?
Longest tunnel.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna because we
Teamwork.
got there. As a
That was
team.
teamwork.
Do I get an assist?
I did not
for that?
Yes, that's right. That was
So
teamwork.
You get $1,000.
Because you said highway, but I remember when you land in Bergen, you go through this long, crazy tunnel, and I remember the guy saying,
This is coming.
blah, blah, blah.
You've been to Norway, haven't
I've been
you?
to Norway many times.
Whereabouts
Big
Norway? have you
Norway.
been?
I've been to Bergen
It's
3 times.
how
I've been to
many-
Oslo twice.
Nice.
It's about 25, almost 25 kilometers.
There you go.
Okay.
Over 15 miles.
Was that in the outside?
No, that
world?
was in here.
You knew that?
Right
Amazing.
right here. Like, there's a thing up here. I know there's a thing in here, but there's something up here. No, that came from in here. I won't lie to you.
This set is definitely moving slower than the previous two.
Yes, the first two flew by. They played
Yeah.
2 sets in about an hour and 15, but
Do you realize we've been talking for 2 hours?
that's crazy.
Mostly
I just
me.
realized
Just
that.
want to.
No, I had some stuff. I had the
That's why you're
the
eating your
Ford
lunch halfway.
Focus.
How long is a typical comedy set?
Like 50 minutes or so, 45, 50.
No, because I haven't
Ish.
told you this yet.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you do stand-up.
Oh, really? Oh, I hope you liked it.
Me too. No, I'm just kidding.
Where did
You're like, yeah, it was the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm like, oh,
No, but it was shorter though. I think it was like
damn. I like the Comedy Cellar or something like
Yes.
that, maybe? Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's short. You didn't do 50 minutes.
No, in New York, you do just kind of spots. So everyone does like 15 minutes. But on the road, you do like an hour.
Ah, okay. Because I was like, wait, you didn't finish then because it was
No.
it was so quick.
It was going so bad, I just bailed. I
No,
got
you
to
were
do it.
great. You were-
oh, thank
honestly,
you.
you were great. You were
Appreciate
great.
it. Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
really your job is really hard.
Thank you. I agree.
I agree.
Very
They
difficult.
always ask me about jobs. I've always wanted to be a tennis player, hence why I'm sitting in the seat talking about tennis. Fortunate enough. But I think the hardest job, one of the hardest jobs, is to make people laugh like 20 times in 2 minutes.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on that, isn't
It's
there? And on that note, can you tell us a joke?
All right. How many skunks does it take to stink up a room? A few.
Wait, I didn't get a chance to answer. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you, folks.
A few.
At Joe List Comedy, Twitter and Instagram. Check out my specials on
That's
YouTube.
a dad joke, though, isn't it?
It's a dad joke, but you know, I'm not a dad, but I have a wife, and we
You know a dad.
yeah, I have a dad.
Can you do another joke?
James is not satisfied.
On the spot. I mean, I have multiple hours special. I have a special on Netflix. I have 2 YouTube hours for free.
Did you just tell James to Google me?
I didn't say Google. I
Basically
said go to
did.
Netflix. What am I going to do? My act here?
When the bros become foes. Da-da-da-da.
We're still bros. We're
We're still
broing.
bros.
Big
We
time bro.
If I put my glasses on, we're basically the same person.
Let's get to
Do it
the
again.
bro cam.
Oh, here we go. Fjord, a long, narrow
coming at you.
inlet with steep sides. Yeah, a
Oh, there you
mountainous
go.
ravine.
A fjord.
That's basically what I said.
Fjord Focus. Boy, I look great.
Fjord Focus. There's the most in the world in Norway, 1,190.
Here's the serve.
Game point to Alcaraz.
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna. You know how people are quiet quitting, quiet hiring. I'm gonna quietly
out,
leave
right?
this show.
That was out, yeah. So Alcaraz holds.
All right, y'all.
Could we
We're
be heading to
changing.
our first tiebreak of the
We're
game?
3-all in the
Could be.
third. So
2 hours
I
into the
will
match.
say that we do have our own jokes.
Oh, really?
We do?
We do.
I'm excited.
Elizabeth, can you put You Cannot Be Serious? Spin the wheel until it gets there. Just keep going. Spin it until it lands.
I feel like the spinning thing's kind of pointless.
You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious.
Just
You can
answer the question,
not
you
be
jerk.
serious. You cannot be serious. Let's see what we got. It's John McEnroe on the. Okay.
2 rackets started
Two rackets
dating.
started dating. ... ellipses, like finished, I guess. Wait, we can't. Jeez. Did you know the answer already? 'Cause
I
we
didn't
put
know
it
the
out.
answer. I was trying to think of it.
I thought it was on my cue, folks. 2 rackets started dating, but one was stringing the other along.
Hey.
But
I quite like that, actually. That was better than Joe's joke.
No way. Skunk a few? Are you kidding?
You have,
I liked his better.
I think we should do.
What about this one? How about this joke?
Go on.
A grasshopper walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we have a drink named after you." And the grasshopper says, "You have a drink named Steve?"
Steve is the
a fun
name.
one.
Steve is the name.
I know.
Of the
I
night.
realized.
Steve is the name.
I
of the
just
night.
realized I used Steve again. I've used Steve like 3 times.
I love
liked
that. That's a
That
good
was
one.
All right,
good.
one more. I got one more.
Okay,
this is
I'm
my
in.
favorite joke. This is an all-timer. You guys have probably heard it. This guy gets a knock on the door. He opens the door. There's nobody there, but he looks down. He sees a snail. And he goes, "What the heck's a snail doing at my door?" So he picks up the snail and he throws it across his yard.
Wow.
3 years later, he gets another knock on the door. He opens the door. No one's there. He looks down. It's the same snail. And the snail says, "What the hell was that all about?"
Because snails are slow.
It takes him a long time
Yeah.
to get back.
I get it.
But the joke is he's been holding on to the grudge
Yeah, he's
for
fuming.
3 years. He's an Irish snail.
So we basically seem to have settled into a bit of a rhythm in this third set. Both
Do
players
we think
holding their
Carlos
serve.
Alcaraz is in trouble?
No. No. Not at the moment. I think it's a very interesting point of the game. We're kind of sort of heading into the halfway point, aren't we? We're 2 hours and 2 minutes into this match. We know Alcaraz can go the distance.
But do you think he's tired? Because I know we come back to that.
I don't think he is.
You don't think so?
No.
He's a machine.
He's 19 years old.
Why do everybody keep saying that? I got tired at 19. That was like 3 years ago. I was tired then. I'm tired now. Like, people get tired at 10.
I can't even remember being 19.
Many moons ago.
Yeah, you're similar age to
I'm
me.
40.
Yeah, you're my big brother, basically.
I'm the oldest person on here?
I would imagine so.
No,
That's
Elizabeth
appalling.
is like 52, right?
Yeah, she moisturizes.
It's Elizabeth. That's cool. Have you been here the whole time? Oh, cool. Just in the back of the shot.
Wait, when you came on, you didn't notice our incredible ball people?
There was
We are
two.
the only people outside of Arthur Ashe, maybe not, and other courts where
There's
it's
a
raining
few,
right now. So
but it is
Arthur Ashe,
raining.
this ball people, they're the most amazing people and integral folks to the game. With us.
Yeah.
We roll deep,
Hi, I'm
okay?
James. Nice to meet you.
Only 4 double faults the whole
she
match.
did not like that you just recognized her. I want to let you know.
There was 2
She
ball
was like,
people
oh,
earlier,
no,
though,
he
right?
did. Elizabeth gave her the little like,
I know.
okay.
I'm not making friends here.
I would watch her back. I'm not watching it for you. See?
Oh
Ooh!
I don't know if you guys heard that, but she just threatened me.
She said, no, she said watch yourself. She was giving you.
It was
she
a
didn't
polite
threaten you.
threat.
That was advice. Yes, she said watch yourself. It could have come off in any type of capacity. As you should watch it.
Solid
oh,
hold.
she's going, I don't know. She got
Oh,
close.
God, that scared me. I thought you were going to get whacked.
Thank you.
Solid hold from Ruud there. Now, if Ruud breaks here, he takes the third set. Look at Ashe, by the way. It's absolutely packed.
Fantastic
All right,
stadium.
more games. Sebastian's walking into my shot. We got a little.
See, there we go.
Look
Hi,
at that. We had to
Sebastian.
remove
Here's my
Elizabeth
friend.
because she was going to get you. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
She's great. Sebastian, you're here. Let's
Been
spin that
escorted
wheel.
away by security.
The game of wheels.
We're letting it spin this time. You cannot be serious. We did that last time.
cannot
Right?
All right.
Okay.
So we get another joke then, right?
Another joke?
Let's do another joke.
Can the audience take this many jokes? That's the question.
Thank you. I think they're going to pop it up on the screen, no? Or do you want me to read them? Let's pop it up. Read it, pop it up on two different things. All right. Don't give the answer just yet.
Okay.
What comes before tennis? I know the answer to this one.
What comes before tennis?
I know the
This
answer.
feels like a teaser, a quiz rather than a joke.
What comes before tennis?
What comes before tennis? The warm-up. I know it.
What is it?
I know it. Ninus.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it.
Yes.
Minus. Tennis.
That is so
Yes.
bad.
Yeah.
Can we call
Let's
that?
do another joke. I feel
Can
like
we
we're
call that a
we're
joke?
cooking now. Just like this match. We're cooking. Okay, what do we have? Cannot be serious. An apple and an orange sign up for the US Open. An apple and an orange sign up for the US Open. So is it like red and orange? Is it like
Fruit, something fruit related, right? Something
Apple
punch,
and orange
salads.
signed up for the U.S. Open, but they
Fruit
didn't get
salad.
in, maybe. But something. It's going to be but.
sign up for the US Open?
But
Aren't you glad you're not an apple?
signed up for the U.S. Open,
Aren't you an apple?
but something happened.
But aren't you?
There's going to be another fruit pun. Love, hold,
But aren't you-
backhand.
Apple Deuce. Aren't you at Apple Love? Aren't you?
It's got to be a pun. Seated.
They were all seated.
They were both seated.
They were both seated.
Nice. I think we could just come up with some of these.
These are great.
All right, a can of Pepsi plays Agassi.
And you're making jokes up as we go
I'm
along here.
trying to just write something. I don't know. I
Keen to
ran
see
out
where
of
this
steam.
goes. Keep
I
going.
like it.
No, it was gonna. I don't know where it was gonna go.
I feel like it's a sip. It's a bubble.
This is a really important game, by
It's
the
a
way,
burp.
for Alcaraz.
Yes.
If Ruud breaks Alcaraz here, he's serving for the set.
This is a big moment. The first two games just.
That's wide.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's in. Tweener.
Oh,
Tweener.
wow.
Oh.
That wasn't even a tweener. It was next to him.
I
That
think
was-
I think Ruud wins this match, by the way.
I think
I think Ruud wins this match. The
I've never
match,
s-
not just to set the match.
I've never seen this.
Yeah. Now that he's kind of in his zone a little bit.
But I had that with the Sinner match the whole time. I was like, Sinner's got this one up until the last moments.
What about TFO? I mean,
The beginning came
Yeah.
out hot, heated up. Didn't even have to simmer. Just went right into a full-blown explosion and then fizzled out. So anything can happen when Carlos Alcaraz is on the court.
Ruud is setting records as well, isn't he? First Norwegian inside the top 5 would be the first Norwegian male.
He needed to do more with that. Oh, it went long though. Got lucky.
I literally do talk at the ball sometimes, like while it's in the air and I don't know where it's going. I'm like, go, go, like I make noises. I do make noises. I scream at home. I'm a fan who watches sports and I scream.
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite player, by the way?
In tennis,
Yeah.
on either side, Serena Williams, definitely.
Williams. And in the men's? In the men's?
In the men's, Roger Federer. I think
Federer.
that just like he wasn't always that cool as a cucumber situation, but it's just something about his game that there's a level of finesse, there's a level of excellence that I think is associated with his skill ability to play.
So obviously we've got the next generation of tennis players playing in this final.
Yes.
Do we think any of the big three or big four, because Murray's obviously still playing,
will come back?
Come back. I mean, Federer probably not, right? Would we agree on that? Federer's probably not going to be winning slams and titles anymore.
No, winning, maybe playing, but not winning. It doesn't feel like.
No.
That Wimbledon. Oh, he had the tournament on his racket.
I'm not ready to give it up, so I want to answer just out of selfishness and say, yeah, they're coming back.
I think Rafa's going to win
you don't
another
think
one.
Djokovic is coming back?
No, Djokovic, yes.
Djokovic will win.
I think
25-year-old
Djokovic is a worse player than 35-year-old Djokovic. I think Djokovic could win 3, 4, 5 more slams.
His routine is incredible. Like
Djokovic?
Yes, he has to eat the same things, do the same things. Like everything is like measured.
But what about Nadal's routine when he's about to serve, where he does the whole?
Yeah.
It's like the Macarena.
The Macarena?
Yeah.
Now he's got a little opening here. He's at 30 already, Ruud. Alcaraz's serve is kind of stinking it up the last few games.
Second serve.
Here's the pitch.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's a big.
Another thing that always captures my attention when you're watching tennis is the photographer's pit at the back of the court with the little.
Yeah.
How many times those balls go through those holes? It's an
just
occupational hazard, isn't it?
It's a relative. So I just got to. They took me on a little tour, and during the women's doubles final, I got to sit in there.
Oh, you did?
And the first serve came whizzing right at our face, and you feel like you're watching on TV. I'm just looking, and all of a sudden it goes, "Gugh," and you go, "Oh my God, that would have hit me in the face!" But I'm watching it like I'm watching television, like a dum-dum.
Do they give you like a warning before you go in? Like this is.
Nobody warned me. They just said, "Sit here and."
Who do you know here that takes you around? I've worked here for years, and no one's ever taken me anywhere.
They let me serve a point. I walked on court and served.
Next year, we'll go to the photographer's pit. I've never been. I know where it is, though.
I don't even know how to get there. No.
It's right behind the baseline.
It's in the image of Ashe. Like Arthur Ashe Stadium is just a maze, isn't it? Right? Like all these little
nooks
walkways.
and crannies.
And the players obviously have their own area, the locker rooms, the
Alcaraz holds.
Look at that.
Alcaraz holds.
Do you saw how far back Casper Ruud is when Alcaraz is serving? Sometimes it doesn't register for me when I'm watching just how far back a player is standing from that baseline because it's coming so hot and heavy. Like, that's always incredible.
You think more people would do the underhand. Kyrgios busts it out every once in a while. He's the only one that really does it.
I don't remember seeing
Yeah, he did.
many this year, other than obviously Kyrgios, but
yeah,
it's a legitimate shot now, though, isn't
yeah.
it? Like,
Well, Rafa stands so far back. He sits in the front row.
He's like.
So you think more people would try it? We're heading to a tiebreak in this.
it feels like it,
in
doesn't
this
it?
set.
You just get into that almost like that rut in tennis where players just seem capable of serving it out.
Can I just say to whoever the powers that be, after this set, I'm going to need a restroom break. I mean, I'm dying over here. No breaks?
No breaks.
All right, I'll go behind the couch.
I'll empty this cup and then
you're going to have to scooch over here. I mean, I'll water some plants if I have to.
Oh no!
It's a lot of fluids I'm taking in here.
You can go to the restroom. Even though Matt said no, I don't know if you can go to the restroom.
All right.
Are we
I think
allowed
for
to
health
stop
reasons.
people? It's like when you're at school and you ask teachers to go to the toilet. No, you got to wait to the end of class.
I know. Why did they say that?
Have you guys seen these, by the way? Just
It's
a
just
card.
cards. It's just
They're all aces.
Yeah, this is our set design. What are
I
you
like
doing?
it.
It's like when I serve, all aces. Hello, folks.
See, that's your best joke so far today.
I'm on fire right now. I'm like Ruud in the third set, just hot.
Do you want some more Norway stats, by the way, whilst we...
Nice.
Wow.
Clinic. Ruud with the fist pump. Ruud's trying to get the crowd back.
Did you know Norway introduced salmon sushi to Japan?
No
so
way.
Before Norway, you see, you're intrigued by that. That's the kind of reaction I wanted.
That's
you know, the last Norway stats sunk hard, but that one got a good reaction.
I like that.
In 1980, so sushi existed in Japan, but Norway provided the salmon inspiration for
Norway.
All right, there we go.
Ali looks mightily unimpressed, to be fair.
I've had salmon in
but
Norway.
Joe's like, that's a stat.
Did you guys know I've been to Norway? Have I brought that up at all?
I had no idea.
You told me
I
3 times. You've been 3 times.
Okay, yeah. I brought it up in the first
And you've
2
only
sets
been on
too.
here for like a couple,
Yeah.
a couple games.
2 days in, you're like, yeah, we know.
I've been to England too.
Were you
many
here
times.
yesterday? You weren't here yesterday either.
I was in the stands
he was
yesterday.
not here.
They hadn't quite hired my prowess yet.
They saw him being an amazing fan in the stands. They're like, "What are you doing tomorrow? Come on down."
I went to
And he's like, "Well, I've been to Norway," and they were like, "Fantastic."
Yeah. And they're like, would you mind mentioning that a lot throughout the match? And I said, I'm happy to do it.
So it was another guy, like
Drink
it
every
was
time you
another
mention
guy,
Norway.
Ted, who was like, "I've been to Norway twice." They're like, "Not gonna cut it.
Oh.
Needs to be 3 times."
Get out.
I went once this year though.
Oh, nice.
I went to Lillehammer, which is where the 1994 Olympic Games were.
Yeah, of course.
Very
That's the
beautiful.
Nancy Kerrigan Olympics. Right?
Yeah. Well, I've been to Madrid.
You've been to Madrid?
Yes.
Throw us some Spanish stats then.
It's beautiful.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Spain is beautiful.
It's beautiful. Great food, great. Here's the thing about when you travel. It's one thing to have great food. It's one thing to have great people. It's another thing to have great culture. It's another thing to have just like beautiful country. When you have a combination of those things, that's what makes travel great or a place exceptional. And I think that's what it's Madrid. It's the people, it's the food, it's the culture, it's the landscape. You're getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And so for me, it's a combination of those things. I think that's what it is in Spain.
This is a
Oh
crazy
my goodness,
rally.
mate.
Oh, my God. Oh, no,
And
no
he
way.
gets it
No way.
Oh.
Wow.
He's on the floor.
That was dynamite. That was really something else. Oh, Jerry loves it.
Mike McNulty as well.
And if Jerry loves it,
Jerry
and if
Seinfeld.
Jerry loves
What's
it.
the deal with that point? It just kept going.
Longest rally of the match there, 17 shots.
That was a long
I think
rally.
the last one was 11.
I mean, these are insane. Look at the defense by Alcaraz.
You know what, though? That's
The
not
fact
actually...
that he got to that ball, that is
Just to play devil's advocate, that's not actually that long. I mean...
17 shots?
No,
I
just
think Alcaraz
amazing.
and Cilic had a 54-shot rally.
Was it?
Or maybe it was Alcaraz and
55.
Sinner.
That was, they had a 55 Friday.
Yeah.
What's his toes?
Is that his name?
Karen.
What's the toes? Hachinov.
Hachinov.
Hachinov, that was it. Hachinov.
55.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
You got to learn Karen's name. Two people
Kachanov.
told you to.
Kachanov.
Hachinov, drop the K. It's
Hachinov.
He's probably
Karen
watching us.
Hachinov.
I know he is. It's free time. He's watching.
Karen Hachinov is the ultimate gentleman, by the way, as well.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Ultimate what?
I saw
I've
him
interviewed him a couple of times.
when I was in Madrid.
You've
I
been
saw
to
him
Madrid?
There
Oh,
you go.
it's Deuce. Oh, I forgot
What does
about
that
Deuce.
mean? We have to
I can't
drink
even move my bladder.
What do you have to eat? A fry?
At
What's
Roland
torture?
Garros,
A
I got
chip
to see
or a-
Kachanov and Alcaraz play each other. Yeah.
in Madrid?
Yes.
The Madrid Masters. Nice.
No, sorry, Paris. Why did
Oh,
I
in
say
Paris.
Madrid? Now I'm trying to get 3 times. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to. I'm in a competition in Roland Garros in Paris this year.
So reduce 4-all business end of the third set. I still feel momentum is with Ruud at the moment. But momentum changes quickly, doesn't it? And Alcaraz just doesn't go away.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's, nah, it's poor. It's poor from Alcaraz.
You heard somebody who's doing commentating? They said stop with the drop shots.
Is that what they
now.
just said?
Yes.
Stop with the drop shots?
Stop with the drop shots.
Sometimes players get in that rhythm of just over drop shotting. Andy Murray used to do it quite a lot.
Yeah.
You just get frustrated with him because he'd throw in a drop shot when it wasn't necessary.
It just wasn't working.
But that one wasn't even a bad drop shot. It was a terrible drop shot, straight into the middle of the net. I think,
Is that
yeah.
rain? Oh, it's storming here, y'all.
Oh no, that's the fountains.
Oh.
Fountains.
I was like, is that rain? It's storming here. Another honeydews. Wait.
Oh,
There
he
we
missed
go,
it.
Ruud takes
It's
it.
over. Ruud holds.
5-4.
All right, Joe. You can go to the restroom now.
Can I go?
We're going to let Joe go on a little break. We'll see you in a little bit.
I'm hooked
Sounds
up
good.
though.
We're gonna go to another. We're gonna go
But
to
I'm
another
attached,
championship
aren't
moment while Joe takes a little bit of a break. Check this out.
Yeah, see, I'm attached. Did you do it?
Gotcha. So we're gonna clear you for a fabs and break.
Oh, thanks. That's cool.
Okay, you're good to go. Thank you. Oh, sorry. No, you're not. Okay, now you are.
Watching a guy, John McEnroe there. Speaking of the guy, James, get closer to me. Come on now. Joe's gone.
I'm not sure if my wire will allow me to.
He's finally gone.
We're all tied in here.
Yeah, if you can't get closer.
I've got a lead. I've got a tail. Hello.
Hello.
I like this show because they give us presents.
Yes, you just got a pin.
I'm trying to put the pin on. I'm struggling quite a lot.
You have it. Here.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
It's on. Okay, good.
I'm also covered in honey juice. I'm a mess right now.
You're fine. You're fine.
You guys give us chips. You give us honey juices.
This is the place to be with the people to be. Thank you for continuing to tune in. You're in and out. John McEnroe. We just showed a little bit of a clip of John McEnroe. It's usually now cooled down over the years.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, watching him back in the 80s, it's quite exceptional. But I don't think at the time, even though I wasn't born yet, but when you look back, you don't think it's great tennis. But it wasn't great sportsmanship. And that can frame Nick Kyrgios.
I was just about to say.
That can frame a player. That can frame the reputation.
Well, yeah, that's a really good comparison to make because John McEnroe was a bit of a bad boy of tennis, wasn't he? But that has made him the legend that he is today. He's still got that sass, that fire in his belly as a broadcaster. Broadcast at Wimbledon as well. He's a very popular man in the world of tennis. Nick Kyrgios, he's a kind of love him or hate him kind of character, isn't he? I think most people in that stadium right now would have loved to have seen Nick Kyrgios in the final.
I concur. I think something this is entertaining, but that entertainment factor, it goes a long way.
But then obviously consistency. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're
Consistency
good.
is so important in a Grand Slam, and Nick Kyrgios, I feel, still needs to bring more consistency to his game. But we're at quite a key point here, aren't we? Love 15 on the Alcaraz serve.
This is a big moment.
Massive forehand that from Ruud, but that's ridiculous from Alcaraz.
All right,
do you get nervous watching tennis ever, by the way? I do.
I do. I get nervous, and I try to talk myself out of getting nervous. I'm like, there's too much in life already that I need to be stressed out about. Why am I stressed about these people making money and getting titles?
Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win?
I do want Carlos Alcaraz to win.
Do you?
I think there is
there's a lovableness about him, isn't there?
Not even that. He's okay to me. I'm not going to lie. Carlito, you're all right. I don't really fall in love with players. I think I fall in love with their game. I fall in love with, he's been on and Nick said it earlier, he's been on the court for 20 hours here at the US Open. That
he's
to
earned
me
it, isn't he?
is like put respect on my name. That to me is put respect on my name.
I have a question for you. What are we calling him? Is it Carlito? Is it Carlos? Because Charlie is another nickname for him as well.
Yes, Blair came on and schooled us that
of course, Blair knows everything there is about tennis, by the way.
Everything. She said that he prefers Carlito. Because I said, when are we gonna move? Growing up, it was like Little Bow Wow, and then he became Bow Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, Young Jeezy is now just Jeezy. Like, if you think about these folks.
Young Dylan, have you heard of Young Dylan? He was here on Our Thrash Kids Day, like presents on Nickelodeon. He's a rapper now. And I actually said to him, one of the first things I said to him was like, when you're like 28, what's going to be your name? Because it's not going to be Young Dylan anymore.
Because you're not young.
You're not young. So he was just like, I don't know. He's like the coolest kid. He's 13, has the stage. But you check him out, honestly, Young Dylan. He is a star, an absolute star.
Lil Wayne is just Wayne. I mean, I'm just saying. But the point is that Blair schooled us and let us know that he likes Carlito right now.
Okay, she knows him well because obviously she's followed him across the season.
Yes.
So
Carlitos is what it is. Carlito is like his name.
Yeah.
But it's little Carlos. I wonder, when he gets big,
is he still going to be little Carlos?
He's like 54. Please welcome 54-year-old.
You speak Spanish, right?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
I do.
You learn at school, or?
I learned in school, but also have really good close friends in Mexico, and so we vacation a lot, and we try to see each other at least once a month.
Have you been to Spain before as well? You went
to Madrid? We actually vacationed in Madrid. Actually did like 3 months ago. This was a different trip to Madrid. I've been in this year alone. Seriously, I've been to Madrid 4 times.
I said I had to drink every time you mentioned Spain, or every time Joe mentions. Where was it Joe went again? Norway.
Norway.
Woo! This is one thing.
He said, "Vamos aquí. Let's go here."
Let's go here.
Look at you. Do you speak Spanish?
No, but I mean that was fairly basic Spanish. I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I love about Carlito, I'm going to have to get in that habit. You know when you're like used to calling someone the same name and then suddenly, I feel like I put my glasses back on now that Joe's gone and people won't just mistake us for the same person. I can see you again.
Wait, why do you take them off?
They're new. They're a new addition to my life. I only got them like 3 weeks ago, so I'm still getting used to them. So it's kind of like a bit weird to wear them.
You wear them well.
Thank you.
Really, really nice.
I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Gets a compliment, loses his mind.
I've lost it.
Carlito getting accustomed to saying his name.
No, it was...
Look at that, Devin. Is that Devin Booker? And which Jenner is this one? Do you know?
No, but I know he's
Kylie? No, Kendall. Somebody said it's Kendall Jenner.
Oh, it's Kendall Jenner?
I don't know pop culture that well.
No, what I was going to say was Carlos Alcaraz. Let's see if he does it here. Every time he wins a point, this is ridiculous. This is like table. Oh my word! And Ruud apologises.
He did. He said sorry, did he?
Keep an eye out for this, right? Because every time Alcaraz wins a point, it's a little fist bump. Yeah. Like he pumps himself up every point he wins. He works the crowd as well. The crowd absolutely love him and work back with him. I think there's a star power about him. I think that stage presence. Nick McCarville's in the house, by the way.
I'm like just...
I wish we could just pull him in.
You can. You can do whatever you want on this show. Have a seat. Joe's not here.
You don't need a microphone. Just come and shout.
There's a microphone right there.
He's like thinking about it. He's got the coolest pink hat on that I've ever seen.
Oh, Joe's coming back. Fine.
He can't hear us.
He can hear us.
He's just come for the banter.
He just came for the banter to see what's going on.
And also maybe to gloat a little bit on the fact that he beat me.
They think this is going to tie break.
Oh, here we go. Everyone's coming back now.
Oh, Joe's behind you.
Aces.
Joe, come in and tell us all about the U.S. Open restrooms.
That's an interesting stat. Only one ace from Ruud all match.
Joe, how was the restroom? Pick up the mic next to you. It's on the floor. Look next. There you go. We'll get you mic'd up.
We've really mixed things up here. This is the beauty of live TV, though, right? Yeah. You just go with it. Oh,
well,
you've got a handheld.
Those of you that tuned in yesterday. Yesterday, we were just all messy and all over the place. And, like, y'all are very formal. We had all of the hosts here on the U.S. Open grounds who were telling you about tennis and this and that. And yesterday, we ate fries, drank honey deuces, and talked about nothing. We just literally talked about nothing. So, Joe, continue to talk about nothing. How was the bathroom?
Bathroom was good. I forgot my pass. I must be in the couch somewhere, I think.
Oh, they didn't let you in?
No, they wouldn't let me in.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to it.
I think Matt has all of our passes.
But I want to get the pass back because it's a great keepsake. So I got to find it.
Do you feel like you're on stage doing stand-up now that you've got the handheld mic?
I feel a little more at home, you know. But still, I don't want to do stand-up here.
Strong hold there from Ruud.
But it was nice. It was a good bathroom break. It was quiet. And I'll probably have to go again. It's a lot of beverages.
Said it was quiet.
It's because everyone's Billie Jean King in the house is so wonderful.
I mean, I feel like Billie Jean King should be like Dame Billie Jean King. You know how you have dames in the UK? Like you're knighted or something like that?
I agree.
She should be Dame Billie Jean.
So nice story about Billie Jean King. Last year, after Emma Raducanu won, obviously her first maiden Grand Slam here at the US Open, Billie Jean King was in the player tunnel with a signed copy of her book. And just as Emma Raducanu came off court, Billie Jean King gave her the book, which I thought was really nice.
Beautiful.
A nice little, like, you know, look, Emma, here you go. Here's a bit of tennis background for you when you go. Do you think Emma Raducanu comes back and wins more slams, by the way?
No.
You don't?
That's
Whoa.
it's very confrontational. I know I'm a confrontational person. I think she's great. I think it was the luck of the draw. That happens in tennis. You get a side of the draw where people knock out some of those key folks. Serena wasn't here, like having some of those.
So Emma Raducanu in Cincinnati
she
beat Serena and also more impressively, I would say, given how Serena was playing in Cincinnati, she beat Victoria Azarenka quite comfortably.
Who's still trying to come back. She also lost. Who did she lose? It wasn't Tomljanovic. She played Pliskova. No, who did in the U.S. Open?
I know. Where we are now.
James, you know tennis. Tell me. You're my.
I don't have that. Someone help us.
Azarenka lost to not Pliskova, but.
She did. It was Pliskova. Nick McCarville's changed.
Thank you. Nick said proud of you.
Nick McCarville's changed hats, by the way.
He's stealing all the hats.
And he's got a pink tennis racket. I feel like Nick McCarville needs to be on this set here. He's just rocking all different kinds of
take that question for yourself. Emma Raducanu, you think she...
Oh, so I think Emma Raducanu, now that she doesn't have the pressure of being the US Open Grand Slam winner, world number 10 or 11 or whatever she was, I think we might start to see her make her way back. Okay. Now, it wasn't a one-off. She played Wimbledon before the US Open last year, got to fourth round, looked like she could have even gone all the way there. She had some kind of like panic attack or something in the fourth round, which she spoke openly about.
Very true.
And seemed to get over that. I think Emma Raducanu will come back at some point. Billie Jean King again on your screens there. I think she could come back. I think we could, I don't know, will she win slams again?
I want her to come back. It's not like I don't want her to come back. It's just that I think it is, I mean, seeing what we've seen, she's a great player, but there are many great players out there. I mean, you only consider fourth round because she won.
Right.
Open. So that's the thing. It's like it's only weighty after the fact. It wasn't like, wow, she got the fourth round and everyone's talking about her.
We were excited about her in the UK after that fourth round. So when coming here to the US Open last year when we were on the changeover show, I actually said keep an eye out for this player. That's wide from Alcaraz. I feel like you guys are going to throw me off after the set, aren't you? I feel like if I don't get all my Norway stats in before then, I will leave disappointed.
Can I pass the Norway?
Did you know Norway is not actually called Norway?
James came. Folks, I need you to
All I
understand what's
prepared was
going on
Norway
this
stats.
set.
What's it
this
called?
This gentleman came with an agenda and was like, I'm not going to let your show derail my agenda. I need to get my facts off. Go ahead. And the stage is yours.
I'm just here to teach people about Norway. Did you know that Norway is not actually called Norway?
What is it called? Your way?
Norge.
Oh.
Norge.
Like there, you mean? In Norwegian?
It's not actually called Norway, it's Norge.
But that's how they say it. But
I
we say
can't
Norway.
back up these stats, by the way. These are just one-liners. Like, I don't have follow-up responses to any of
Joe's
these stats.
challenging
Just
you.
take my words for it.
Okay, I got you. Like there, they say North. Like, but here we say.
How would you know that? Have you ever been?
I have been to Norway,
All right, that's another
where
thing.
I ate salmon.
And have you been to Madrid recently?
Yeah.
My wife has been to Barcelona, but I didn't
Can
go.
we just put our attention on this match? Absolute crucial point here.
30 all.
30 all. We're 1 point away from a potential set point.
For you folks at home, 30 all means they each have 30.
Two things I've learned from you. Tennis is a good game. These are good players.
These are good players
Three
here.
things. And 30 all means that they both have 2 points each. Is that what you
All
said?
yeah, all means tie for the folks at home.
Here we go. Massive point this for Alcaraz. Oh,
is
that's
that in?
unbelievable.
Wow.
Ruud
Now, this is
with
a set point here.
Forehand winner down the line. Sets up set points.
Big old
Are
fat
you okay?
set
That
point.
was massive.
Look
Ali's
at-
lost for words.
Look at this, folks. Right in your living room, folks.
Clips
down
the
the line.
outside of the line. Wonderful shot that, by the way. That camera operator's risking
Players
his
don't
life
challenge
with
anymore
that.
because it's computerized, yeah?
Set point.
Set
They
point.
do?
The crowd is roaring.
When is the computer ever wrong? Has it been wrong since it's been like the new technology?
I miss line judges.
You missed the line, folks?
I missed the visual.
Here we go, set point. Oh, no. Oh!
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
That looked like a
unreal.
winner. That looked like a backhand winner there.
I know. They need to give me more
Hip
slack.
thrusts
I'm a
to
very...
save set point.
Deuce. I'm eating a chip.
You
How-
do you,
How
Joe.
long have these
You
chips
do
been
you,
here?
Joe.
Have these chips been here for too long to eat?
Never too long,
They'll be
Joe.
fine, I'm sure.
You'd eat them if it was at a party.
How many of those have you eaten over the course of this
Quite a
2.5
few.
hour match?
Double digit.
I've had nachos every day since I've worked. So I've had nachos
So
consecutively
here's an
every
interesting
single
fact
day.
for you. We call chips crisps in the UK.
I do know that.
Yeah.
That was out.
long.
And we call fries chips.
Chips, yeah, fish and chips.
How different.
Also, fish and chips suck. I
Wow.
promise you, they do.
Wow. I take that as a
Bad
personal
take.
insult.
I hope
Bad
y'all are, I
take.
hope y'all are coming after me right now. The reason for that is because you have to. No one tells you this. They don't. By themselves, they suck. You have to put vinegar. You have to put ketchup. You have to put like tartar sauce. You have to put so much
Sauce
sauce.
and vinegar.
Basically, it's just
I
sauce.
think sucks is quite strong.
Okay, I take it back.
Good fish and chips as well.
What makes
As
it,
if
okay.
we're talking about fish and chips
Yeah,
at
let's
this
talk
point in
about
the
this match, okay?
We digress.
Oh, my
goodness.
God.
Deuce. Big deuce.
Unlike fish and chips, that was very seasoned.
Ruud just seems to be finding these big forehand winners at important points. Look at this. Absolutely hammers it. Bang. It's one of those shots you either, it's clipped the net on the way past as well. Don't tell me he apologized.
I like when you click into your host mode. Like, I'm hosting this show. Let me give you
sorry.
commentation and a playback of what just happened.
Just get overly excited.
I'm here for it.
Business end of the set. Back to juice. Carlitos being made to work for this hold. It's raining again.
It is.
That was long.
It's going to be a second serve, which could set up a second set point now for Ruud.
Ruud's still playing way back here.
It still feels like this has got tiebreak written all over it. Oh, he is playing way back, but he's got that ridiculous forehand. Oh, there's
a nice slice
a
backhand.
volley at the net there from Carlito, and we are looking like we're going to a tiebreak here. And we felt that all the way through, didn't we? Yeah, you're right.
You were entertaining me. Look
I'm
like
sorry,
we're going
I'm
to
just
a
getting
tiebreaker.
really into this now.
No, do it.
There's that fist pump, that celebration. You know he's pumped.
I love the fierce eye contact to the box. Like, that always makes me feel invited.
Yes.
All right, let's win this one. Get right into that tie
I
break.
love that inclusive relationship that the players have with their player box, you know? Where you feel like they're performing exclusively for their player box. Where would they celebrate to if there was no player box?
We had this question earlier.
Did you?
play box, not that question, but a similar question of your player box, would it be full or empty?
My player box?
Yeah.
I would fill it up with random people.
Oh, boy.
Just like that random
Everybody
shot?
here is invited to my player box.
You would just fill it up with random people?
Yeah, I'd fill it up with randoms.
You don't
Hang
know
on a minute,
enough
these aren't randoms. This is my friends and family here.
Yes.
Would you come to my player box?
Absolutely.
Love that.
I would be right there.
I'd come to your player box.
We'd be like, fish
I'd have
and chips.
I'd have like a T-shirt with Ali Love prints on it.
We got a 7-minute game
I just
going
wear
here.
fish and chips. To be like, you got this, fish and chips. I do love fish and chips. I do get it. I eat it a lot.
No, I like
It's just
the
that
controversial opinions.
No one told me before.
Oh, you gotta have salt and vinegar.
So I ate it by itself, and I was like,
Oh!
What a winner!
Massive.
Another set point for Ruud.
This is 2022 US Open Ruud. These massive forehand winners. Look at this cross court.
Ruud awakening, folks.
It would be rude not to.
Am
Bang.
Ruud.
Just knew he was defeated there. He
How
gets this
rude.
one.
Can
He
he hold
gets
him
this
off?
one.
Can he hold him I hope he off? Gets this
Are
one.
you on next, Nick?
Ruud.
Come on.
Oh. Oh, no. There we go. It's an
This
easy.
game won't end. It's a
Easy.
9-minute game. New York.
Alcaraz.
Alcatraz. Escape from Alcaraz.
The fountains. Noisy fountains.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of...
Huh?
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of...
Alcaraz.
Azkaban?
Azkaban
It's tenuous,
is
that one.
the
I was just trying to play
Are you a
one.
Harry Potter fan?
Massive one.
Oh,
but of the books more so
yeah.
than the films.
Okay.
You?
I like both. I love Harry Potter.
Favorite character? I don't know why I just throw these random favorites at you.
Hermione.
Hermione?
Yeah. I feel like she's so likable and unlikable at the same time, and that's how I feel about myself, so I like that.
Which house are you in? Have you done?
Hufflepuff.
Are you Hufflepuff?
Yeah. What about you?
All right. Here we go. Force the tiebreak.
Don't you wish life was like that, though? You put on the hat, and it tells you, like, do this for a living, or go in
The
this
sorting
house.
hat. Yeah. Oh, no, because you know you can go on Pottermore and you can do the Harry Potter quiz to see which house you're in.
Oh, no, I've never done a quiz.
You need to do that.
I have to do the
and
quiz.
you can legit find out which house
the
you're in.
quiz.
Do the quiz.
On the break.
Here we go then.
Crowd going crazy.
Game
Alcaraz.
point to Alcaraz.
Yes, lady. Overhead clap.
Yeah,
Work it.
she's loving it.
Levita scapulas in play. Yes.
New York crowd is just so brilliant. Oh, he's approaching
Oh,
the net
serve and
again.
volley.
Oh! Ruud's got this sus, though. He knows Alcaraz is approaching the net.
Who do you want to win, Elizabeth? She just has given me the nod, the New York nod, like that one.
I'm
she
still,
said,
I'm still
whoever's
quite,
done quicker.
I'm still quite scared of Elizabeth, by the way.
You should be scared of Elizabeth. I am scared of Elizabeth.
Can I have
Oh.
security escort me out when I leave, by the way?
Him and Elizabeth,
Can we make friends?
make up.
No. Okay. Sure.
She said no.
Oh, okay.
She said no.
She said no.
She's a one and done kind of person.
Yeah, I get
She's
that.
Like, the
You don't get
first
two chances
impression
with Elizabeth.
Counts for a lot. And I respect that
I
about
do.
you.
I like the sass.
I respect
Elizabeth
that.
doesn't like me, but I like Elizabeth, so.
Yeah.
This is an over a 10-minute game we got going on here.
Yeah.
Alcaraz.
How
Chance
long
to
was the first
force-
set, by the way? Oh, yeah.
Oh, like 30 minutes. 30-something minutes.
This
Oh,
is
no,
like-
that was the second set.
This is like a third of one set.
Yes.
In this one game.
There we go. Nice serve.
Aye. Holy
Whoa!
smokes, Batman!
Oh, no.
my
Trina, smash, see ya.
Wow.
I've lost my...
Let me see you, Millie Rock. Let me see you, Millie Rock. Millie Rock.
I lost my
Do you
headset.
know how to
Eddie,
Millie
so
rock?
I can do, what's that called again? Floss.
This is them Millie rocking.
I keep losing my headset. What's a milli rock?
What's the
Is that the
This
floss?
is not the. This is
It's
not the Millie
flossing.
Rock. This is the Millie Rock.
Do us a milli rock?
I gotta teach you all everything on this show. No, I was just kidding.
That was a ridiculous point.
That was absolutely incredible.
ridiculous. There we go.
Vamos.
Brilliant. Superb.
So we're on a tie break.
All
We
right,
said it.
tie break.
You guys have pretty much put me on the graveyard shift here, by the way,
Yeah.
haven't you? Just pop in for a quick set, they said. It won't take long, they said. An hour and a half later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I told you guys, I want to be here
That's
the whole
a face.
time.
I really wanted I want a big couch and all of us.
I know.
Yeah, let's get everyone in here.
The problem is they run out of headsets. They've got limited headsets.
We have a mic. You pass the mic.
got a
You know
mic?
how fun that would be?
Really good fun. Oh,
Yeah.
and that's connected to the
Yes,
speakers.
this is. I'm on like the loud.
Can you
30
say hello
love.
Can you say hello to great people in the crowd behind there? I've got to calm down.
Advantage.
No.
I'm not a narcissist. I just like the sound of my own voice. Okay, here we go.
Alcaraz, second serve.
Mini break has definitely become like a real popular term in tennis, hasn't it?
Mini break?
Who gets the first mini break of serve?
Oh,
here?
of it, yeah.
I think Ruud wins this tie break.
Really?
Yes.
What's the stat on tie breaks? Because I remember when Carlito was playing.
Oh, he shanked it.
When he was playing Big
Tiafoe.
Foe, yeah, he was like.
Tiafoe
he
has
was
not lost any tie breaks to the US Open, right? Is that the stat you were going to say? Have I just
I don't know. You spoke over it, man.
Oh.
I like when the fountain
Let me
turns
put it
off.
back in,
Oh
please.
boy. It's getting tense here,
Yes.
folks.
Yes. Oh. 22-12, 19-15. Yeah, it's really hard for me to see that.
What, are you reading that off your burger?
I got stats on chicken sandwiches.
Third set tie break. This is everything we hoped it would be, isn't it?
Oh, baby. Alcaraz.
But you still
Well,
think
we're on
Ruud,
serve.
though.
I guess so. I mean, we're still with serve. I felt like Ruud was going to win this match. Then obviously Alcaraz won the first set. Here we go. Tie break record as if
There we
they
go.
heard us.
They heard us. 4-3.
Hang on.
0.
Alcaraz
Alcaraz
0-4.
lost all of his tie breaks.
No bueno. Bless you.
Crowd is going wild, folks.
There's no denying that the US Open crowd on Arthur Ashe Stadium do help. And they're behind Alcaraz, so...
Are they? I can't hear. I didn't know who they were behind. I didn't know.
Why you gotta be so crude? So I got that song stuck in my head now.
This could be a 5-hour classic, couldn't it? Oh, he shanked it again!
A mishit. He
What?
mishit it, folks.
But that happened earlier on. That's the second time out of 4 points. 2 have been Ruud shanks.
2 mishits. You heard it right here.
Whew.
It's getting wild.
Now I'm getting
This is like you watch sports with your brothers. This is what I'm doing right now. Just watching sports with my brothers.
Ruud down a mini break.
I'm getting the tennis nerves now.
You getting the
tennis nerves that we were talking about?
Oh,
Ruud's
he's up
all
a
over the
double
place.
mini break. Oh, goodness gracious. Alcaraz up 4-1 with 2 serves coming.
We're falling apart here because it's
What?
getting later
We're falling
and
together.
later and later. This is about to turn
We
into a thing.
are locking in. We're gelling as a team, I feel.
Guys have potentially got another 2 hours of this, by the way.
Yeah.
Just
No.
To let you know. Just let y'all know.
No way.
Okay, so Alcaraz wins
I
this
hear
set
the,
for me.
I can hear the crowd outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They want Alcaraz to win this, but I want 5 sets. I know you guys are probably like...
I want 4.
No, I do. I really do love my job here. So I want to be here as long as possible.
That was...
Oh, Alcaraz running away. They're going to switch ends, but Alcaraz up 5-1. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
I tell you what,
I don't know. Sorry, I went crazy.
This is a different... Since you went to the bathroom...
I know.
I had to pee so bad.
Joe pre-bathroom and Joe post-bathroom, completely different people. And if we had to choose, we like both, but we prefer
You know another reason as well, he's got the backwards cap and the microphone. He's more in his element.
He's in his zone.
I think you're more comfortable on that side of the sofa.
Well, you got to show him the label. Roll the wrist. Check the time.
Ole. Joe's in the bag. You're in your bag. You're in your bag. Somebody's cooking or something.
Yeah,
It's like,
something's burning.
What is happening?
Someone's burnt some lobster rolls.
Everybody's
or
coughing.
It's our passion for the game that's
Studio's
burning.
on fire. Let's go.
It's because Carlos Alcaraz is on fire.
That's
Carlito's
what's
on
happening.
fire.
We can smell the flames. Into the net.
Wow. Wow. I mean, this could give him momentum going into the 4th set.
Now. This is absolutely done. My prediction of Ruud taking this tiebreak has not really gone quite to plan.
I wanted you to leave on a high note,
I
but now
know.
you're leaving. Do you have one more Norway fact before you leave?
Yeah, I do actually.
All right.
The Nobel Peace Prize is awarded in Oslo.
We had enough time for it, Matt. Nobel Peace Prize awarded in Oslo. We had enough time.
That was my worst one.
We wanted we're gonna.
Alcaraz could win the Nobel Peace Prize if he can hold on to this set.
I'd say Ruud could be for becoming the first Norwegian male Grand Slam winner of the US Open, right? Maybe.
Yes.
He needs to win the next 5 consecutive points if he's to win this set. It's not going to happen.
Is that a double? No.
No, it's just the one. First was let.
Oh, you asked about let. Did you ask, who asked earlier?
I was talking about the let.
Do you believe that they should take it away?
No. Here we go, set point. He shanked
There
it
it
again.
is.
Terrible,
Wow.
There it
terrible
is.
tiebreak from Ruud, that.
We're watching incredible tennis. The heating is happening right now, okay? We were slimmer, we were flickering, we were flaming, now we're on fire. These are the moments that we've been waiting for. We have to say goodbye for now.
Thank
I feel like I don't want you to leave.
You guys have been so much fun.
Absolutely.
I don't want to go. You guys have everything going for you here. You've got great tennis, great company, great food, great drinks, great production team, great banter, great jokes, great stats.
Okay, fine. Then you stay. I'm actually going to leave. We're going to check out this little clip around Serena. Seriously, you stay. Y'all check this out. I'll be back. Seriously, you stay.
Here's the thing about New York City. It doesn't matter what your last name is, or how much money you make, or were born with. The second you close your front door, you're on the street with everyone else. That's why there's a special kind of respect given in this city to those who earn their place. Whether it's in the best seats, in the biggest stadium,
We have just witnessed a staggering achievement.
or in the history books.
Nadal has carved out a place in tennis history.
So it makes sense then that the excitement that comes with this US Open is tempered with weighted emotion. Because nobody has earned their place more than Serena Williams.
There it is, Serena Williams.
And it's Serena time again.
Serena, along with her sister Venus, has set a powerful, courageous example for women of color. Sloane, Madison, Naomi, Coco, all able to embrace the possibility of a magnificent life in tennis. And there will be more. Serena's legacy will not be measured by the doors she walked through, but rather by the doors she held open. Some of us have been lucky to be there, voices in the crowd through joy and agony. And so many more have been there too, shouting into their screens. All of us with the single belief that our will could push her through. But all these years later, it turns out the opposite was true. Serena was willing us. Her passion became ours.
Love. I am so sorry to tell you. Welcome back to our live matchcast here at the US Open. We are headed to a 4th set, and we are delighted to have you along for the ride. Nick McCarville, myself, with my good friends James and Joe. We're having a pretty good time here. I'm left out on the glasses memo. I did not get the glasses memo, boys. Oh, thank you.
Try them on.
It's going to be dangerous.
Wow,
those look nice.
They actually look really good on you.
Glasses.
I
Is
mean,
there any prescription in these?
You can't. Not much.
Okay.
Left eye a little bit weak. Right eye's
the
fine.
tiniest of.
Fake glasses.
Now listen, we've had an intense match happening here. Carlos Alcaraz leads 2-1, and I want to get a little bit of a reflection from Joe because you were losing your mind at the end of that 3rd set.
Well, it's very exciting. It's all,
happening.
Spicy.
Yes.
And the match had been moving along, just cruising along. We had like a couple of back-to-back 35-minute sets, and then we had an 11-minute game at the end of there. And then you think, tie break, this is going to be wild. And then Alcaraz just blows him out. So it's hard to say. I still think Alcaraz has the edge because he's broken Ruud more times than the other way around. Well, I guess now in the 2nd set. But in the 1st set, Ruud never broke Alcaraz, right? Or I guess he broke back, actually, now that I'm realizing. I don't know what I'm talking about, folks. I guess they broke each other in that 3rd set.
You peaked at the end of that set.
Honestly, I think we all feel the same way. There's been so many twists and turns.
Yes.
There's been twists as well as turns.
As well as turns.
Yes.
Obviously, Carlos Alcaraz, he's won 3 consecutive 5-setters. He'd love to put this away in 4 sets.
But is this the first time he's been down 2-1 in those 5-setters? He was definitely up 2-1 against Tiafoe. Was he?
Well, Alcaraz won that third
He was
set.
down 2-1 against Sinner.
Alcaraz is up 2-1.
Sorry. Let me catch up. It's been a long week. Yes.
But maybe he doesn't want to be up 2-1. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he hits all. Yeah, that's true. So does he? I mean, it's 15-30 now to Ruud, and he absolutely walloped Ruud in that tie break. It was pretty much one-way.
It was electric.
7-1.
Yeah, it was. Joe, what were you most impressed with from Alcaraz in the tiebreak?
I mean, he just whooped him. I mean, it was crazy. It almost felt like Ruud just gave up after the first 2 little mini breaks there. I mean, that's easy for me to say. It looks like he gave up, but
I think the crazy thing to me is that Alcaraz makes it so physical, and then it becomes so mental.
Right.
Where you're just kind of like, what's going on?
The thing
How
is,
he beating
you're
me?
never beaten. You've never successfully beaten Alcaraz in a point until the point's over. You know what I mean by that? Like, you can hit what you think is going to be a winner, and Alcaraz still somehow manages to get it back.
Yes.
Especially that net play. He can volley as good as anyone in the game at the moment.
Okay, and Joe, you've spent a lot of time inside Arthur Ashe Stadium this tournament.
Yes.
What's kind of the biggest thing that the players are trying to play off of right now, and what are you trying to give them as a fan?
I mean, as a fan, you can really feel when the crowd is behind somebody. I mean, this is a long rally here.
Sure is.
Very spicy.
Longest rally so far.
Love a spicy rally.
4 shots, I believe.
Ooh, inside out forehand from Alcaraz. I like this. Oh, that's going to be wide.
But you know what? We're starting to see unforced errors creeping into Ruud's game. There was at least 3 unforced errors in that tiebreak. Those shanks wide, as the woman on the screen there is
covering
just
her face.
Absolutely.
But it does feel like the sport is a sport where when the crowd is really behind you, especially a place like Ashe with 25,000 people, it feels like you really can swing the momentum
in football,
as a crowd.
In football, we call that the 12th man.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
The extra player on your team. And Arthur Ashe is one of those stadiums where if the crowd are behind you and you feed off that like Alcaraz does, you see him getting the crowd going.
Doesn't he, guys?
Fist, look, here we go. Oh, that was just wide. If Alcaraz wins this point, watch him fist pump.
Okay, Alcaraz has a game point here to
Second
go up
serve.
1-0 in the 4th set. He won an electrifying
But
third
again,
set.
Ruud putting pressure on the Alcaraz
And Ruud's
serve.
returning essentially from LaGuardia.
Yes.
Standing on the runway in LaGuardia.
He's so deep, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh,
there
that's
it is.
nasty.
There you go, the fist bump. You see that?
Escape from Alcaraz.
Escape from Alcaraz.
Good stuff there.
Solid
now,
hold.
Thank you, Sebastian.
What's the sad face all about, by the way?
That's the ghost face.
The ghost face has relevance
Actually,
to that?
Sebastian, come hang out with Joe on the couch for a second.
Yeah, I like that. Because we've
I
got the
wanna
microphone.
Know, come on over.
Come on, budge up.
I want to know for the ball crew, what's the conversation right now? How are they doing? If you're out there on court and you've got an intense match going on, how's everyone doing?
Is there conversation?
Is
Do
there
you
conversation?
talk to each other?
Usually we don't talk to each other, but I would
Shut down.
I would think that the nets they want to be on the same page.
Yeah.
So then if a ball goes onto the opposite side, they'll know who's going to run out first, who's going to go first.
So it's an unspoken agreement. The
Correct.
way you guys coordinate with each other is something you practice, something that is instilled to you from ball person school.
The most thing that we do hand signals.
Show us a couple signals.
Good
Come
shout.
on.
A couple signals.
But you hang on, you had
I
training.
tried out to be a ball person,
So
and
you
look
should
where I
know
am
this.
now. I'm not on court, so obviously I didn't make it.
So if I have one ball in my hand, my left hand would be up, and if there's a ball at the net, you'll tell them with a nice roll, I'm
With
ready
that
for
ball.
you.
Yeah.
If the other person has, say, on each side, we'll have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 with the player. If a play happens and the ball ends on the other side, your partner's going to have 3. So then they're going to throw you 1 over.
You want 2 and 2.
2 and 2. It's
wow.
communication.
But some players only want balls in one corner, right?
That is
sometimes.
true. There are players that will only pick
the deuce or ad court.
There you go.
Yes.
And then something that I did notice I'm not sure if you saw Sinner when I was on Sinner's court.
Were you?
He does when he was on in Armstrong.
Yeah.
He does a little routine that if we throw him one, he'll take his racket and he'll throw it to the other side. So he'll tap it to my partner.
So you start to learn the player's routine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will get to learn new routines.
It is.
That is something that I did notice from Sinner.
Okay, I have a very important question. Joe, how would you be at being a ball person?
I think I would struggle because it's so much pressure. This is loose. I mean, I'm nervous here, but I feel loose. But that feels so militant. I mean, it just feels like I would bump into my partner, or I would upset somebody. Are you scared? Are you like nervous there, or does that start to go away?
That starts to go away when we first start. Remember, this is a year tournament.
Right.
So when we get back into the qualies, that's when all that nervousness
goes away.
Goes away. You start.
You get it out of your system, right?
Yeah.
Do a little quali shake.
And then how?
Oh, not really the shake, but
not a shake.
No, you gotta be.
This was my shake, just so the camera gets it.
I don't know about that.
How is it decided who does the finals, the semi-finals?
Nice.
How, as a ball person, do you progress through to a Grand Slam final? What qualifies you to be that person?
Well, everybody that comes into as our ball person wants the ability to be on these courts and these matches. Every day there in the morning, we have supervisors that come out. They evaluate us, and then everybody's trying to obtain that.
Do you bribe them ever? Be like,
of course not.
There's $30. Sit me on Ash for the final.
No.
$50, $100. Everyone has their price.
Myself, I would never do that.
Uh-huh.
It all comes
I
with
love how
skills.
seriously he's taking this question. Absolutely not.
No, you cannot.
Okay, absolute best part of being a ball person at the US Open.
Okay.
Appearing on this
What
show.
does it have that?
No, not being on this show. I mean, the MatchCast is pretty good, but you're on court with the players. You can smell them.
I love how you went there as the first thing that's good about being on court with a player.
Think about it. We're talking about their tennis, actually getting the feel of the action.
What does Sinner smell like?
No, that was your question, not mine.
There's no smell.
There's no smell. He's odorless. Sinner is odorless.
What happens is that in Armstrong, you do have the roof open.
Yeah.
You get regular air.
Yeah.
But
no, sorry.
This has gone down a weird route, hasn't it?
Favorite part.
The favorite part is when you have known players and then the crowd is packed.
Yeah.
There was a match that when Galan, he was a Colombian.
Galan. Yeah, against Tsitsipas.
Yes.
That match was crazy. Were you on it?
No, I wasn't on that one, but I was on his courts outside.
Nice.
Love how
And
he's
it's
referencing
before
a match he wasn't on. That's really cool.
No, but he was on his next match.
It was before he got into. He started qualies.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Played
the match
Tsitsipas
before
first round.
Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
Court. The Colombian community came out.
They
it
love.
was
yeah.
full.
There we go.
It's like
full of
Farah and
energy.
Cabal in the doubles.
Yes.
They always bring along.
Yes.
The Colombian crowd are underrated. Seriously, right? In tennis, the Colombian crowd are
hugely
underrated.
All right, Sebastian, hang out with us
Yes.
for a couple minutes more.
Will do.
We've got Alcaraz at 1-130 love, and Joe, you are intently keeping track of what's going on. Give me a little sideline update, baby.
Yeah, I'm watching. I mean, Ruud had a relatively easy hold. Alcaraz right now is up 30 love, obviously. So it feels like it's going to be one of those ones where they start to feel each other out here in the fourth set. I feel like we're going to see some again, relative.
Yeah.
Also,
easy
we start to see pressure taking part now as well because
yes.
Ruud knows he's one set away from world number one and from his first slam.
Alcaraz.
Why do I keep doing that? In my head, Ruud has won the last set.
Ruud had won that.
What is going on here? In my head, Ruud won that third set.
Alcaraz won that third set. He was blazing in the tiebreaker. He was losing his
Yeah.
mind.
Alcaraz, he had more points is what happened.
I feel
that is what happened.
Now,
how does that work? He won more points.
He won more of the points is right.
See, I need to get up to speed with my tennis.
Can I ask a ball boy question?
Yes.
Have you been drilled at all? Because every once in a while on a serve, you have to stand there. You have a late reaction. Have you been hit at all personally, or do you know someone that has?
I personally know the best feeling is when you catch those serves or when you put your hand out and you get it.
You just go straight in.
Sometimes you got to, you won't catch all. I'm going to be honest with you.
I've got a question relating to that. So warming up for this match, I was sat in Ash watching. Funnily enough, the ball people stood there as the players were warming up their serves, trying to catch the serves. And there was, because you change obviously during the match, don't you? You don't do a whole match, so they won't be the same players. But one of the lads he caught every single Alcaraz serve, and he was smiling, he was smirking. That he knew he was peaking there. It was good to see.
It also is that since Arthur Ashe, it's sold out. So I bet every person is looking at them, and then you just I caught that. I'm a part of the show.
Awesome. You are a part of the show. Thanks for being a part of our show as well.
We love you.
We've got intense action happening now. We're on serve early in the fourth set, but we've got some light-hearted moments here at the U.S. Open as well. Check them out.
Once he missed it, he came right into your living room, really.
Yep, got up close and personal.
Check this out. Boom!
Safely
taken care of.
Safe.
Animal lover.
Relocation. Not sure the ball people are trained for this, are they?
All right, y'all, and I'm back. I didn't come back empty-handed. I came back with ice cream. All right? Your ice cream? You have ice cream?
My ice cream's on its way.
Okay.
I ordered Uber ice cream.
Uber ice cream. What did I miss? Fill me in.
Sorry. You missed. Well, you saw Alcaraz win the third set. You missed James Cenadakis being convinced that Casper Ruud had ghosted his way into that third set. He had not alley
Oh,
love.
you're back with ghost jokes?
Oh, yeah. That's all I got is ghost jokes.
I
I'm
forgot
sitting
about the
next to
ghost
a
jokes.
Professional comedian, and all I got is ghost jokes.
I'm loving the ghost. I'm all over the ghost jokes. I can't think of one right now, but I did a couple
they're
earlier.
just floating through the show.
They're floating.
You know? Oh, James.
Look at this.
Many
Can we get a shot of that?
Looks a little
He's
melty,
back.
no?
Thank you, James. It is
James
very
delivered
melty.
melted
What did you?
chocolate ice cream.
Did you get that in the microwave?
I don't know.
He warmed
Thank
it
you,
up for
Emily.
you.
Where's Emily? Thank you.
I no longer have a wireless mic, so I'm gonna eat ice cream. You guys.
Okay, do your thing.
I'm just
Eat
gonna
your
be
ice
here
cream.
eating. Yeah.
What flavor of ice cream did you get?
I have cookies and cream with a topping of vanilla.
Ooh.
It's really good.
I'm
I
just
don't
straight
mean to rub
vanilla.
it in, but if you have ice cream at home right now while the match,
eat
this
like
is
a
the time to
7-year-old.
cool off a little bit.
Vanilla rules. By the way, I got a couple of texts saying I'm 100% behind you with vanilla. So.
Did you?
Yeah.
Who were those texts from?
Plenty of people texted. It was my parents, but still, it's the first time I've heard from them in a couple
Your
years.
parents are coming up a lot in the show, just so you know.
I know. You miss them.
I do.
Well, I mean, we talked about it at the beginning of the match, right? Is the physicality of this match. I just want to go back to it.
Okay.
Because 3 hours now on the clock is you see Casper Ruud. He's down 2-1, but I just don't feel like we can count him out at all because of the way that he's built through this tournament, because of the way that he continues to challenge opponents that he's taking on. And even though Carlos Alcaraz obviously in the lead here at 2-1, it feels like if Casper can hang around with him in this fourth set, push it into 5-7. Thank you, Elizabeth. You're the best. If he can hang around deep into this fourth set, he certainly has the opportunity to push it into 5. And who picked Casper Ruud in 5?
I don't even know.
Just checking our very handy napkin graphic.
Napkin graphic.
Blair Henley
Whoa.
Blair?
picked Casper Ruud in 5. Records say.
But you picked Alcaraz in 4.
I picked Alcaraz in 4 because Stefan Edberg did it in 1990 when he had won 3 back-to-back 5-setters. Are you following me there?
Yeah, and I'm frustrated because, and I'm
Oh,
on the record,
Joe's
I
eliminated.
agreed. Well, I agreed
Sorry,
with you,
Joe.
but I wanted to make good television.
Oh, right. Well.
And so I had to just say Alcaraz in 3 because you had said Alcaraz in 5, you had said Alcaraz in 4.
Ooh, Alcaraz in 5.
But I did believe then and now it'll be Alcaraz in 4.
Oh, all right.
And I'm hoping for
You're
Alcaraz
changing your
in 4.
answer.
Well, I'm not changing my answer because I'm on the record as
So wait,
Alcaraz in 3.
what did we all say?
Okay, so Allie
5,
Love
3, 4.
said Alcaraz in 5. Joe said Alcaraz in 3, but he's changing his answer to 4.
I'm not changing
Do we allow
it.
that?
I prefaced.
Do we allow that?
No. I'm not
Judge
asking.
Judge Love?
I'm not asking to change my answer. I'm
Order in
simply
this court.
explaining.
Order
simply
in this
explaining
court.
that
Order on this tennis court.
I thought Alcaraz in 4, which I said, but I wanted to make compelling TV.
Do we have tape of that?
So we have it. Play it back. Play it back.
Wow, producer Matt said you said
But
it.
as
Okay.
a team player, I said Alcaraz in 3 because I wanted to be contrasting with you guys.
Change the graphic, everyone. It now says 4 for Joe, but with an asterisk.
With an asterisk.
I wasn't even asking.
said
for
I think he
that.
just has people in high places vouching for him.
I mean, I'm getting
also,
picked on.
Look at this graphic. Our graphics are done here
You're not.
by
You're changing
IBM.
your answers.
I'm not changing
Cross-country
my answer.
skiing.
I'm not changing
This
my
isn't working
answer.
at all. Roman, I can't hear you
Thank
at all,
you.
just so you know.
Why? Okay, so then Blair said Casper Ruud in
makes
5. Don't see Blair. She can't defend herself.
Oh.
James said Alcaraz in 5. So, Allie, you're on a mixed doubles team with James. How do you feel?
Great. I love James. He's all over the place like me.
Oh,
But he's a little more focused. I'm all over the place. I'll take that one.
Now, so far, this set is kind of cruising along like the first 2 were. So far.
Yeah, 2-2, 40-15. Allie, you were out and about for a second.
Yes.
How are the vibes on the grounds?
It's a little wet out there.
It's
It is a
pouring
little
rain,
wet out
right?
there, so a lot of umbrellas, but still, people are in great spirits. It's a great match. So right here next to the fountain, people have umbrellas. They're watching it on the big screen. They're waving at us. There's good energy right here. And this is what I love about the U.S. Open, especially in New York.
Good focus.
I mean, I am biased because I live here, but the fans are incredible.
They are.
Even a rain situation, it's not going to scare them off.
Are there tons of fans out there? What's happening with the fans? Yeah, with umbrellas? With umbrellas. Live weather report from Elizabeth, everyone. Rainy fans, and they've got umbrellas.
Rainy fans, let's go to 1990s. Let's throw it back a little bit. It's a little wet here. Let's throw it back to the 1990s. Let's check this out.
Throwing back to the
Here it comes.
1990s.
It's coming.
90s.
There it comes. Oh,
Okay,
the year was 1990.
Oh, this was Pete Sampras' run to the U.S. Open title. The youngest.
We haven't asked you anything. There's something that's supposed to come up here from here. Okay, now here's the question.
Okay, here we go.
Nick's like, just
Here
give me
we
a
go.
prompt and I'm just going to start
I know,
talking.
sorry,
You're
I'm
like,
so sorry.
This is what happened that year relevant to tennis. No. What was the #1 movie in 1990?
I'm going to say Goodfellas came out
that's
that
good.
year, which was the best movie of the year and of all time.
Okay.
Home Alone was a smash hit. So I'm going to go with Home Alone.
Okay, I'm going to go Ghostbusters.
Oh, you know what else?
Wow.
Oh, you know what else is
that good?
Ghostbusters was 84. You're way off. Way
When was
off.
E.T.?
Oh,
And-
83.
No, that was 82.
Shoot, he knows.
Dances
Okay.
with Wolves, I think, was 1990. That was like the best picture.
All right, well, let's check out the answer.
What was your answer?
You
I
said
threw a lot of answers out there.
this is how-
What are we going by? Box office
No.
or
No,
box
come
office? I'm
on.
saying Home Alone.
Joe asked clarity after he's given his answer. It's like being on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you're gonna give definitely B, unless
C. It might
C
be
is
A.
very C. It sounds like it's the right answer. No,
I'm saying Goodfellas is the
say-
best movie. Home Alone, best box office.
the Home Alone it is.
Wow, come on. Let's go. Yeah, get that.
Again, friends in high places. He did not know that, y'all. I'm pretty sure. He
man.
didn't know
No, I'm like Rain Man. Best picture, 1988.
What was
Ghost-
the best movie in 1991?
91, Silence of the Lambs. Best picture, best director, best actor, best actress.
93.
Best screenplay. 93 was Schindler's List, of course.
Wow, of
I think he's
course.
is he making this up? I don't know.
No, these are all right.
No, these are right.
94, Forrest Gump. 95,
Why do you know
Braveheart.
this? How about a better question?
96, The English Patient beat Fargo somehow. Are you kidding?
How? Fargo, recount. Recount,
Fargo rules.
I was not old enough to know any of this.
I watch
But
a
how
lot
do
of
you
movies.
know this?
Well, I was really obsessed with the Academy Awards as a kid and film. I really enjoy it.
Very
was
popular person.
amazing.
Very popular.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Is that
Seriously,
sarcasm?
you have no. You really popular. That wasn't sarcasm.
No, that was
People-
amazing.
That's
Thank
amazing
you.
because it's great dinner conversation.
Yes. Yes.
I know there's not very many classic tennis movies. I will say King Richard is incredible. Have you
Yeah.
seen King Richard yet? The Williams sisters movie?
Oh, you said classic, so I was thinking like old.
I know, but are there
I see,
classic
yes.
tennis movies? Wimbledon was bad. It was bad. No, Wimbledon. The movie.
I was going to say
was
Wimbledon.
bad.
Didn't you see that? But I don't know what. Classic
What
is
are
really
good tennis movies?
I told you, classic is another word for.
Any other tennis movies out there? I don't know. King Richards, Wimbledon.
I don't know.
That's it. Oh, what was the one with Reese Witherspoon where they're like
Sweet Home Alabama.
match? No.
This Match Point, the
Got
Woody
that
Allen
one.
movie.
Love match point.
Little danger
Uh-oh.
here for Casper Ruud, huh? God, Alcaraz is just the energizer bunny
The
of
endurance,
tennis.
the ability
the
to
endurance
endure.
battery.
He has a really, his agility, ability to pivot and shift on the drop of a hat is incredible, and that is something it takes to be a great player. We see that often, but I think it's the coupling with the endurance that you don't see. It's almost like you believe they can go the distance, and then all of a sudden, something will shift, and the energy goes down, and they lose their game. First serve goes away.
This is a big point
Big
for
moment
Casper
here.
Ruud, yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh,
he pulled it.
wow. That
Oh.
was a rare miss from Alcaraz. I know you're a huge
Son of
tennis
an
fan.
onion. Yes.
Are you, and I know you're a Rafa fan. Are you getting on the Carlitos
Oh, big
Alcaraz
time.
bandwagon?
Yeah,
But
big
why?
time.
Like, what about him?
I love his energy. I love that he gets to every ball. I love his celebrations. I like that face he did the other day with the that thing. That was very endearing. And he's charming and fun, and he gets to everything. And I was talking about this earlier. He looks like an athlete. He looks the part.
Wow.
Look at this.
Oh, he missed
He's
it.
just never out of a point. He's got a big break point here. This is huge. This is a huge point.
Are you on the Alcaraz bandwagon?
I am.
Yeah.
Mad respect.
I mean,
That's my answer. His answer was like this. I'm like, mad respect. Super New York. That's all you have to do. Mad respect.
It's almost like I'm from New England, but in the 90s, I'm a big baseball guy. I still enjoyed the Yankees because they were so good. Yeah. It's like Alcaraz, if you love the sport, you just have to love this guy.
Ooh, this is a big break point for Alcaraz. Oh, and you can just, the physicality is still what really blows me away. And what I love about Alcaraz is every point feels like the first point of the match.
Well, y'all say this is a big point every time. Every time I'm like, you're like, this is a big point. This was a big point.
That was massive.
Was a big point.
This is massive.
Wow. Welcome to the Carlos Show.
That's one of those big moments where all of a sudden you're like, this could be over in 10 minutes. It could be over in 2 hours also.
Yes. Anywhere between 10 minutes and 2 hours.
Yeah.
You heard it here first from Joe.
I am going on the record and saying this match will be over sometime between 10 and 120 minutes from now.
Can we just, Juan Carlos Ferrero's hair is everything. Hair envy. I have
your hair
I have full
this year,
hair
it's
envy.
like
that is gorgeous.
You always have a great head of hair, but you've been letting that hair flow, baby. I love it.
That is stunning. I would say stunning.
This is after 15 days of hosting the warm-up and doing radio.
Day 14 of the U.S. Open hair.
I'm stunned. That's stunning hair.
So scary.
That's
Ali said, is it?
No, it's like.
No, I'm with you. I'm
like,
Team Ali.
You know what it is I tell it like it is in the most loving way. No, your hair is, I have hair envy. I could see your hair anywhere at Ash when I was there. I was like,
could.
and there's Nick McCarville.
Oh, man.
Another great point right there. That was a beauty. Back and forth. Ruud's a good-looking man, too. Let's not sleep on Ruud.
Yes. Second time he said that, by the way.
Very handsome guy.
Second time he said that, folks. Not keeping count over here.
I've been to Norway, and I really think Ruud is handsome. I think those are important takeaways from today.
Also, one thing I love, and I know that you love the night sessions at the U.S. Open.
Yes.
I love how the finals transition from an afternoon match to now it's full night tennis, right?
Yes. I do love it. I think it's some of the best energy in New York. You're okay?
This is...
You're living the match.
Point.
I love it.
It's a big point for him.
It's a big point.
You asked Joe.
That wasn't a big point,
Joe,
but
what do you think?
we could.
They look good. The points are big. I love it.
Well, this wasn't quite a big point. This is now a big point here. But, Alcaraz, you got to consolidate. You get the break.
It's not a break until you
I know.
consolidate.
Yeah. He's like, Alcaraz, he looks like an athlete. Casper Ruud, he looks great. Big point. I love this game.
By the way, very few aces. How many aces in this match?
Yeah, not very many.
3?
Very few.
That happened yesterday in the women's finals as well. Wasn't many.
I think it's because these guys don't have the biggest serves, but
Mhm.
also the returning has been world class. And we saw that from Swiatek last night. She
Right.
was world class on the return.
Very few doubles also. I think last I saw they each had 2.
2?
There may be more. We're getting silly in here. I haven't
Yeah,
been-
overall, we've got 14
That's good.
aces in 4 sets. That's not very many. 5 double
There's another one,
faults.
15 now.
There you go. You called it.
On cue.
11. Oh, so Ruud only has 4 then, if my math is right.
Also, can we shout out to Van Leeuwen, our
Great.
local New York fave ice cream?
Really good.
Very good.
Do you not eat ice? You ate your ice cream?
Oh, I ate some, but I you know what? I had a lot of fries, plenty of chips. I had some kind of cocktail thing. I have to pee again. I mean, I'm just exploding over here.
Oh my God.
Another ace. Wow. As soon as I said it, he's rifled off 2 in a row.
That's the commentator's blessing. Usually it's a commentator's
Right.
curse. That's a commentator's blessing.
Vamos.
So we take it to social really quickly in 2022, which is this year, U.S. Open. Set an all-time attendance record, 888,044 coming through the gates over the last 3 weeks for
Wow.
their events.
Let's
That's
go,
a big
fans.
deal.
Three
Let's go,
of
fans.
those are me.
3?
It would only be 41 if it weren't for me.
How many are you, Allie Love? You were here every day.
Well, you guys aren't buying tickets, I assume.
Hold
Oh,
up.
we're coming through the gates, baby.
Some days I work and some days I'm a fan. I buy my tickets. Yes, I too have to service the U.S. Open who don't have a lot of money.
By the way, I am donating $100 to the U.S. Open. Consolidated, baby.
One game away
Consolidation station.
from championship. Can he do it? This will be
Wow.
This means, Joe, you would be correct.
Wow.
After Joe changed his answer.
I did. We're on the record. My answer is Alcaraz in 3. I'll take the defeat. But
Nick and Allie do not believe you.
Yeah, sorry.
a switch. What happened?
Elizabeth, high five. Can you hand me the
Elizabeth
giant
says,
tennis racket?
it's almost over. Who you have?
I mean, in all seriousness, this has been a great final, and it is going to be interesting. Thanks.
Did you ask her to give you this?
Yeah, I just needed this
Oh.
as my...
I thought you were being very cunning. You're like, here's your racket, Nick.
I mean, in all seriousness, this has been a great match that we've seen from both these guys. But for Alcaraz, who we're taking a look at... Thanks. Thank you, Vanessa. Alcaraz
People
is
keep giving you things.
I know.
Here.
Thank you.
What happened to the ball? Is the ball missing?
Here you go.
I'm concerned about the authentic ball.
Okay, what were you saying?
I was saying that in all seriousness, it has been a great effort from Carlos Alcaraz. He's a game away from winning his first Grand Slam and
Yes.
being world number 1.
World
Numero
number 1 at
uno.
Grand Slam. I love
Wild
energy.
It's not over yet.
Man, the sugar's kicking in.
That's the thing about tennis. You can't run out the clock. You got to get that last point. And we all
All
know
right.
how hard it is.
It's
Big
so hard.
game.
What's that?
Big game.
Big game. This is a big game. This is
Allie,
a big moment.
Allie, big game.
Big.
Wow. Oh, I thought he had an ace.
Oh, but Allie, big point.
Big point.
Big point. Ghost joke. I've been to Norway.
I mean, honestly, though, the first point is big. So he can get up 15 love, put the pressure on Alcaraz.
That's wide. Oh, it's not wide. I'm stupid. My parents hate me. Oh, it hits the
That was
tape.
big.
That was huge.
That was big.
How big?
Not that
was
big. Not that
pretty
big. You're saying pretty big. I'm saying mod
Not
nothing.
that big.
We're crazy at this point.
Not
we're,
that big.
We're
They look-
bananas.
They look upset. A lot of shouting out there.
I'm still
This
sticking. I'm still sticking with my small player box.
Small player box.
I want 3 or 4 people.
And that's it.
I don't want anyone else.
So who's the third? Because obviously it's Allie
I
and
don't
I.
know. Yeah, you guys and probably Spence. Spence is
Spencer
stuck with me
made
all
it.
U.S. Open. Can we get a single on Spence?
Can we get
I mean,
a
come on.
single on Spence?
Please.
Spence is saying no.
Yeah.
This is Spencer, everyone.
Single on Spence. Come on. Give it up for Spence. Let's go. Let's go, Spence.
Yeah.
Still no single on Spence, but.
Single on Spence.
Single on Spence.
Single
There's
on. Yes!
Spencer,
He's wearing a fleece in the middle of September.
Wow, y'all.
Love you, Spence.
See, now I
Look at
wonder.
this, 40 love, y'all.
I wonder if Alcaraz starts to get nervous now.
Yes.
Because it feels like
Good point.
Ruud, it's going to be a love hold, but now it's popping into Alcaraz's mind. I am about to serve for the U.S. Open, even though he's not even serving yet.
He's about to.
He's going, all right, I'm down 40 love. I'm about to serve. Oh, my God.
But don't you think it's a little bit more, like the pressure's not on as much because he gets to serve, so he can break and win.
Yeah.
Here
Or
it
he
is.
gets to serve.
Okay.
So I think having that flexibility takes the pressure off, I would
Ooh.
assume.
I'm so excited.
You ready? Something
All right.
is happening to Joe, and I
I got
really
too
like
much
it.
ice cream. You guys
Yeah,
got me
you
all
really
jacked
did.
up on
Thanks,
ice cream.
Sebastian.
I'm all jacked up on ice cream. I mean, the tournament started 2 weeks ago. He's 4 points away.
It's crazy.
From it all ending.
It is crazy. He'd be the youngest Grand Slam winner since your boy Rafa.
Sampras. Rafa. You keep saying
2005.
Grand Slam, but U.S.
Youngest
Open.
U.S. Open
US
since
Open.
Sampras,
You-
1990,
Yep.
when Home Alone was the #1 movie.
That's
Yes.
right.
And shorts
And gas
were
was $1.32.
short. Yeah.
3 points away.
Movie tickets were like $4.50.
Do you think that the tennis would get more popular in America if they just change it to 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes.
No.
It would.
Just change it.
If it was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then point,
yeah. Game.
Instead of
think it-
15,
Dave,
30,
you would
40,
think-
it's 1, 2, 3.
you think it would just get more popular?
Yes.
I think more
Why
Americans
so?
would go great because so many Americans just go, what does it mean? 15, 30, forget it. If they go, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forget it? Forget about it.
Here's Blair Hamley standing by.
No, I think she's gone.
If she comes for the end of the match, let's get her in. Again, a big point here, Ali.
Now, these are all big at this point. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
Beautiful. 2 points away, folks.
Vamos! Vamos!
also, it is such mature tennis from Alcaraz. You go for big targets, so you don't go too close to the line, and then move forward to close off the point. Look at that.
Now,
Alcaraz
the
tonight,
pressure is on.
Yes.
44
Now the
times
pressure
in
is
net.
on.
Alcaraz winning 34.
What do you think is
of
going through
those.
Casper Ruud's mind right now, though?
Yeah.
Ruud, I think in my mind, Ruud's going, there's part of him that's saying, all right, I lost, but I made it really far. What can you do? And then there's another
he's
part of
still
him
in it.
going, but not yet. I'm not out yet.
You think he's...
Oh, that was tight. That was tight. He's human. Carlos Alcaraz is human, everyone.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. That felt like a big moment.
That was a big point.
Norway. That made my heart skip a couple steps.
That was a big moment.
That was crazy.
Again,
Now-
this is what makes Alcaraz crazy to me, is that he just starts from zero. He forgets that last point. and he
Memory of
just
a goldfish.
Goes, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's an ace. There you go.
Wow.
Memory of a goldfish.
Double match point.
Here we go.
Wow.
Are we ready for this?
I mean, honestly,
championship
we're
point,
witnessing
everyone.
history.
Championship
It's
point.
cool.
Championship point. The moment we've
two
been
of
Come on,
waiting for.
Carlitos.
I'm going crazy.
Oh. His team just giving him some good vibes here. Steps up to the line. Oh, he overhit it.
Woo! I'm tense. I can only imagine.
I know.
I can only imagine.
But that's actually, for a coach, you like to see that kind of miss. He goes after the ball. He hits it long. He's not hitting it into the net. And then he just recycles and goes back to the next point.
Memory of a goldfish. He's back.
Was that your goldfish?
This is my routine.
Second championship point for the 19-year-old from Spain. Yeah.
That's it, everybody! Woo! We have a brand new 2022. Thank you. We have a brand new 2022
Oh, my God.
men's champion here at the U.S. Open, Carlos Alcaraz, everyone.
Wow.
Wow. That was absolutely incredible. We weren't here 5 sets. We were here 4 sets, and it was all the well worth it. Final thoughts? Final thoughts.
I mean, big
Wow.
emotion coming from Alcaraz as well as from his team. And now going up to his box, he's going to embrace them. And honestly, a 19-year-old creating history, the first man to win a Grand Slam as a teenager in 17 years. Also becomes the first man to become #1 after the U.S. Open since his coach did it 19 years ago.
Yes. Wow.
Amazing.
Incredible. This was so much fun. I appreciate you guys having me. I felt like
being
the guest of honor, for
You
God's
were.
sakes. I mean, this felt
You
so
were.
fun. What a tournament. And for me, I was at day 2 as a fan, and now I'm sitting here with you guys. This is insane. And I'm so happy for my best friend, Carlitos Alcaraz, my buddy. I'll see you at home, bud.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was it for us here. That was incredible tennis. What an amazing 14 days. New York, you always bring it. One of the best Grand Slams, best tennis tournaments all around. It has been a true pleasure to sit with you, to watch the match, to have a great time, to have incredible guests. Of course, thank you to our team, to our crew, to Chase. That was our MatchCast. Y'all give it up. Nick McCarville, Joe Liss. I am Allie Love. U.S. Open Men's Finals
Allie,
MatchCast
you the
presented by
best.
Chase. Peace and love. We'll see you later. Woo!